but then I was like, what the fuck is this, bro? With the
Wait,
chains
what
and
is that decal? I'm so
it's a
confused.
Furia apparently, but I've never like. It's ugly as shit. If they just didn't have the chains, maybe it would be better. But the chains look like Fiverr art. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you just hired some Indian dude to
Yeah.
do that
All right.
shit.
So let me give you some context before we get into this
Yeah.
replay, because I'm also recording, so it's helpful for the viewers. Although I don't like
Yes.
spoiling where I'm at because some of them are interested in what my MMR is, but whatever. So right now I'm at 1662.
So
I dropped
for
almost 100
reference,
MMR.
that's like GC2, right?
Yeah, it's like highest GC2, and then
Okay, yeah.
yeah, I was 1745
So that's
right after our
almost
session.
that's GC3, right?
Yeah, it's
Or
like
no?
GC3, almost like Div
Okay.
2.
Yeah.
This replay I checked it. It was 2 days ago, so that I should have been around like low 1700.
Yeah. So summarize, you're like Champ 2, Champ 3 in ones, and GC2 to GC3 in twos,
Yes,
roughly.
yes.
Right. And what server is this on? Because you're on like 88 ping, bro. Like.
Okay. I'm sure you know that US East is notoriously difficult. So sometimes when I'm tilted, I just play US Central and West and I farm.
Okay. Okay.
Like it's so
Okay.
much easier there.
Again, if you want to interrupt me, that's the session is for you, so feel free to. And yeah, I mean, other than that, let's just get into it. I mean, of course, like in ones, like twos is a little bit different. Like for example, the kickoff here, we talked about it in ones, and in twos you have different options in terms of kickoff. Now, one kickoff, the most common kickoff is to just go for the ball, just hit the ball, and your teammate has a follow up. At high rank, you will see the Spanish kickoff a lot more, which is you will drive forward, get here, but instead of going for the ball, you will go for the demo and the last man, and then this guy passes the ball to your last man, and then it's just open. That's one variation. The variation I like the most at high level, in high level twos, is to do back left, back right. The last man doesn't go for the back boost. He goes in between the ball and the big boost, so that he can follow up. Like he goes on this one pad if you do back left, and if the ball dies middle, he can still apply pressure or go when needed. But if the ball goes back left, he will just go for the big boost and then play on, right? But
Mm-hmm.
that's the kickoff I like the most because you're basically manipulating the ball. You're going for the ball, and then you're 15 the like top right of the ball, so the ball like pinches down left. And that way you're kind of just like trying to get the ball possession immediately off of the kickoff. So in solo queue, it's tough. I don't recommend to always do it, but if you're queuing with someone, or if you feel like your teammate isn't that bad, like that's the kickoff I prefer the most personally. But any other kickoff is totally fine as well.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Just like that's the differences in like ones and twos kickoff. Like you just have a couple of different kickoffs. Nice. The boost grab isn't bad. It just means you're first man. Lovely demo there, actually. This is like in your ones replay. We also talked about like you can just when the ball's on the ground or when he's on the ground, you can just drive chow, and it's not even about hitting the ball. It's just about hitting the ball or getting a demo or just turning around and still being fine. Lovely soft touch from your teammate into like a high flip over them. Your teammate chases, which is again totally fine. Your teammate going for the ball here, like a lot of people will be like, why would my teammate go here? But your teammate going for the ball here again just forces your opponent faster. Now, if he went back, you could have gone. It's totally fine as well. There's multiple ways of playing, but this just means he's forcing, and you can then
Mm-hmm.
try and control
I
whatever
like that
comes
turn from
next.
him. I'm probably gonna miss this. Let's see.
Yeah, it's I like it as well. He doesn't have to do it. If he just fucked off, you would have been fine as well, because you could just like he would just like turn off like ball cam and just go
Mm-hmm.
behind you like this, and then you're next in line. It works totally fine.
I
This just works totally
Yeah,
fine as well.
it's funny because oh my god, my dogs are going crazy. But like I'm a fucking redditor at heart, bro, and I see the
Yeah,
stupidest. I love when on the Rocket League Reddit when they post those diagrams where it's like in a situation where like the teammate just went and he's turning after getting corner boost to like challenge again, and they're like,
yeah,
oh that's wrong. He's an idiot. He's a ball chaser. And like the top comment will be like, "Hey, Andropos, like, yeah, he's a ball chaser. He's stupid. He should have rotated back." But why?
yeah,
He's already close to the ball. He's closer to the ball than I am.
yeah.
He
He's
has 100
closer than
boost.
you. Yeah,
It's like I
yeah.
don't understand. Like it makes no sense how that people. That's like the mainstream opinion that that guy should rotate back there.
Yeah, the only time he should actually just leave is if you kind of get there at the same time, because you just have a better angle. He should just leave. Like, let's say you were like already going for this right now, and then he goes like this. he should only then go if it's like, if he can actually score. But if you kind of just get there around the same time, normally you just want to have the guy with the forward angle. Like this guy's just cleaner angle than this guy who has to like turn around and then go like this. Like it's both fine, but normal rotation if you get there at the same time should be last man because you can just go forward, right?
Yeah.
But this guy turning like this and you're still back here, it's better for this guy to literally just go and force or even just drive through like this and force that way, go for a bump and then just fuck off behind you and you just get a free ball. Because if he just goes back passively and you try to then gain ball but he has control, then you can't really like force the ball off of him. Like you can't go through him, you can't make him disappear, so you're basically then going to force for this guy who's going to go behind you, and it's fine. But basically what he's doing is doing that already. He's already forcing for you and you can just be ready for what comes next and just like take control and whatever.
Yeah.
I like this. It's
I
really
like it
good.
too, and also I want to point this out, not for you, you know this obviously, but for the viewers,
Yeah.
because when I see a teammate who can challenge from behind or the side, I will let them do it every time because they have a vision
Yeah.
advantage. I mean, the guy on the ball is probably looking more at me than the guy who's rotating out to the right or even behind. He has a huge
Yeah.
vision advantage. I think. Let's see.
Yeah,
Kind
he
of.
is looking at you.
Yeah.
No, but it's more of a like, oh, this guy tries something. All right, he shot. He's gonna land under me. All right, let's take a look. Where's the other guy? And now he's looking at you. That's just like normal Rocket League, like how you think. That's just kind of how your brain goes. And now it's like he's still kind of looking at you. By now, he should have realized the opponent is also turning. But then it's kind of just like, who the fuck is actually going? And he just goes for a fast beat, which I think is good. If he stayed passive here, waiting for something to happen, and then this guy cuts, he might get caught off guard. So he's doing the right thing, but it's just hard to read, kind of. So that's why your opponent is forced to do something, and that's literally what your teammate is trying to do. So this is
Yeah.
good. There should maybe be a bump threat here. No, okay. Yeah, okay. The guy lands behind you,
I should have been
so
checking
there
my
could be
camera. Yeah.
there could be a bump threat. Now, again, with audio, you would hear this guy flip away now. So I've heard him like flip somewhere. So you don't really have to be careful anymore. But up until that moment where he flips away, you should kind of be aware, like, hey, I could be getting bumped. Like he lands somewhere behind me right now. There should be like half a second or a second that you're like driving, and then you should be like, oh fuck, I can get bumped right now. But he flips away here, and then we're fine. So this happens. Now, your opponent is still somewhere behind you. Like, he could be driving like this into you right now, so it's still kind of scary. Now, we talked about using rear view or using your right stick, but a lot of times when you're driving away from the ball like this, all you have to do is there's another method of gaining
Triangle.
vision. You don't. Yeah, exactly. Spam ball cam twice. Like just press ball cam twice. So instead of having this view, your view will go like this and then back, right? So within that little moment, like you do this, you should see the nameplate at least. You don't have to look at the car, look at how many windows it has and everything. Just look at the nameplate, look where it is, kind of roughly, and then just be like, if he's boosting into you, the nameplate is here. You'll see boost and everything. You should be able to like side flip or get out of the way, right? But if you do this and you see he's over there and then you just go back, you should be able to continue the play as like what you're doing right now, but just like get some vision on the opponent as well. So now we get outplayed. Now I do want to mention the best thing you can do here is jump up, try and get a touch sidewall, either land with the ball on the wall or get a touch sidewall, land on sidewall while the ball is like bouncing sidewall back into the middle and have a follow up. Some like touch that you can try and follow up is better than just like moving away with the ball and kind of losing some time. But it could have been awkward because of his turn, you kind of went upfield and then he goes and then you go back, so you're not kind of forward going anymore. You're kind of like more lateral. So it could be a little bit awkward because of that. But I feel like you could have still like kind of jumped here and tried to get somewhat of a touch, even
Yeah.
if it's a bad touch. It's just a thought process that matters. Like if you tried to go just for a beat here and just again, if it's a bad touch corner and they have the ball, it's still better than you driving back and then letting this guy maybe get a beat, right? It's kind of like having to know, oh, he's hitting the ball here. It's not really about this guy anymore, but there could be a guy here either bumping me or trying to go for a touch. I have to try and like get a touch so I kind of beat that guy.
Yeah.
And you getting beat shouldn't be the end of the game, yeah, but like I feel like here even like you could have jumped up and just try to get a touch and then try to land with it. and try to be able to go again.
No, you know, it's interesting because I was analyzing a Champ 3 replay, and
Yeah.
this guy was good, but one thing he did, he how would I
The
say?
Fennec guy?
Yeah, the or mackerel, like no, one of my viewers, like,
Oh, yeah, sorry,
and
sorry.
no,
Yeah.
you're good, my bad. And then like he would respect booms too much, where like
Yeah.
he would like just go back. He would cede space for no reason or just not be aggressive because he was so afraid of like the ball getting past him. But that's also like
Yeah.
a lower level habit that a lot of people have even in plat diamond, where like they're afraid of the ball going over their head for some reason
Yeah.
when it's not even going to be dangerous. So like in that situation, I guess I still have that like low level habit, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more that like you kind of wanted to go for this ball, so then you go, and then you realize, oh, my teammate is going, so then you go back. But instead of like going back, you need to like adapt to the situation and be like, oh wait, this ball is kind of like it's not really like going over my own head. He kind of passed this ball, like I could have intersected that line, but instead you kind of like retreated back. So maybe you were right. Maybe you're just scared of the ball being hit harder or the 50 or
Yeah,
something, the
I think that's
interaction
what
being lost
happened.
more. Yeah. So then you kind of went full back. But even in this position here where you went like kind of full back, you could have still like adapted and like still gone for the ball. And even if you don't do it instantly, even in what you do right here, like you went more back, which I wouldn't do. I would kind of just try to go for this ball. But even going more back like you do here, it's not beat. Like even this position is fine, but you have to go for the ball with some and like boost towards it. Because like even now you're still fine. It's not like you're beat now. We can't even see the other guy yet. But it's only because we go for this ball while like not really boosting until like the last moment that we kind of give that guy more and more like time to like beat us.
Mm-hmm.
So like even there, if you felt the intensity of having to go, how the fuck have they not scored that? Oh, like actually, like
1700, 2025. Hello.
actually, you see this, like oh, that's crazy, man. And it still goes past them
Oh
all. Like twos is so chaotic, bro. At lower rank, like
my god. Yeah.
this guy fakes his teammate, then this is actually a nice outplay from this guy, but then this guy leaves the other guy. It's
That's
just
funny.
so many like missed like opportunities. So this guy, I don't know what that is, and then why is it on auto cam? But this guy should have stayed up and just scored basically, but
Yeah.
he got scared. So what? I have like some IRL friends that are into Rocket League and stuff, and there's this mistake that they make a lot is that they will start rotating back even though there is no threat, and
Yeah.
kind of like what you said earlier with the ball being banged over your own head and they get scared of it. But this guy like since there's no threat, like the Fennec guy here has a like clean ball. He's not getting challenged yet. You basically have a threat on their goal, right? And instead, what this guy should do is just basically be here. He will land here in a second. While he's landing, something is about to happen. Then he's getting challenged in like like 0.3 sec or something. But instead of that, he lands and he instantly goes back as if like the ball is like here being shot after a bounce fairy peak top corner type shit. So like what I'm saying is he lands here and all he has to do is wait here for like a split second and then be like, oh okay, am I needed here or do I then go back after this shit happens? But he just again in the last analysis, you were also talking about how many um, how many choices are you covering, and this is like you kind of want to be able to cover all the possible like outcomes. And this guy just picks, oh, I need to be back. He goes back, and then he didn't need to be back. He actually needed to be here. I don't know why I'm real analyzing this guy, but like it's still like useful
It helps me.
information. Like he lands here, his teammate is doing something, and it's like literally if he just landed straight, he should see now. Oh, this ball's coming here. It's a tap in. Like you literally just drive into it and it's a goal. But he
Yeah.
turns back and now you can't be there anymore.
Like I have a theory. It's just like I think how would I say the lower in rank you are, the more percentage of the game you're on autopilot. And
Yeah,
like so I think in this rank and maybe in gold it's like 50%. This rank is probably like 10% of the time. Like you're not even thinking. You just like get boost, rotate back. There's no thought. There's no real like
yeah.
logical reasoning thought process.
I mean, it's the same with your opponents, though, and that's why like getting out of like lower ranks is easy. I'm not saying this is like terribly low rank because like GC2, GC3 is of course way this is above the average, but it's still like somewhat like lower rank. It's not like the top elo yet. So
Yeah.
your opponents have the same problems as your teammates and yourself and everything. So there is a good side to it as well. Like it's a negative, but of course your opponents are limited by that as well.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
basically Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I just want to say one thing about because I just watched myself because I was kind of I
Yeah,
was trying to remember what I was thinking in this moment, and now I know. So I have this problem in twos especially where I look at every touch as like a controllable touch where like
yeah,
I think I wanted to like kind of when you get the underside of your card like on the top of the ball and you can kind of like pinch the ball up softly up the wall and like continue.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I think I was trying for like a really
yeah.
scuffed version of that. But
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's obvious you were trying that. Yeah, I agree.
I think
But
in that
there,
situation, I should have just advanced the ball. Actually, if I hit the ball hard against the sidewall or the corner and it bounced across goal, it would have been a goal for us.
it could have been, but I feel like you kind of it's the best thing you can do here is try and get a touch to yourself, because let's say you went for this ball and banged it corner and it goes back into middle and you land here and this ball goes middle. If this guy isn't a bit, like, isn't ready for that and he lands like over here, it's a 2v1 on your teammate. So it's like banging the ball corner over your own head. You should only really do it if your teammate is like here waiting for you to do that. If he just lands somewhere here, you don't know if he's going for this big boost. You don't know, like, teammates in solo Q2s are weird. Sometimes they'll just be on the wall somewhere back there, like positions they shouldn't be in.
Yeah,
So I think, and I do want to say that you're trying to go for this controlling soft touch, which is good. But there's one key factor that you need to be aware of, and that there's a hidden like guy lurking here, and he's gonna like get a touch as well. So there, when you have someone to beat, you got to be careful with getting controlling touches if the controlling touch means you're slowing down, because the fact that you went for a controlling touch is good, but because there was a guy lurking there, if he just goes a bit faster than you while you're going for the controlling touch, then you might get beat, right? So just jumping up here, going for like even a double jump, single jump, soft touch, single jump flip into here, landing here, all everything is fine. You just have to try and go for something that beats this guy at least.
yeah,
And again, like tapping ball cam twice while you're in that backwards momentum, like just wait until we'll see it. Like your teammate goes, we let him go. Even just tapping ball cam twice here quickly, you'll see him on the wall. Which even like you could even go for the other option, which I think is a bit more passive, but it's to go like this, be like, oh, he's there, let him touch it, and then go for where his touch would be going. So like this would be happening, but you would be here right now. So this is an option as well, but the best thing you can do is just beat them all without going into this all of this bullshit, right? So
yeah,
summary, best touch you could have had is to just kind of be here. You want to go, or your teammate goes, you kind of stop here, and then when he gets this touch, you just try and go for this ball. You don't want to just boost back instantly and go back. You could have gone for this ball. You just have to be aware of it and then go for it now. And even now, you could go for it. You just have to go for the ball and boost towards the ball, get there fast.
yeah. No, I want to add one thing. So
Yeah,
more of a general tendency that I think a lot of lower level players have, including myself, is we don't recognize when we have dead time because I feel like a lot of players they're actually sometimes they'll be an autopilot sometimes, but then when they're not, they're too locked in. Like I was too locked into the ball there. I was being hypnotized by the ball when I should have been like maybe tapping my camera or like listening to
yeah.
sound cues. But I feel like you're really good at like recognizing when there's dead time and like when you don't actually need to just only be focusing on the ball and then you would tap your
I
triangle or
mean,
whatever.
yeah. I mean, it's like when if I would be in this position, I would probably just know there's a guy behind me because he's been behind us for like 5 whole seconds. Like he's here. So like the easiest thing you can do without having audio clues, without pressing ball cam, without using your camera, all of that shit, is to just go for the beat. So like that means like in this position, luckily we don't get bumped here. He flips away, blah blah. Blah. If you just go for the beat, you get rid of all this having to check where he is, having to see am I faster than him or not. That's the benefit of just going for the beat when you can go for the beat. He gets his touch and you could just go for the ball. If you get the beat, there's no more like where is this guy, where is he, blah blah blah. It's just like, oh, he hits his ball. If I can get a touch into the corner and land here, even if it's a bad touch, give away of possession, blah blah blah, it's still fine because you maintain pressure on this guy's zero boost and all of that. So if you that's why just going for the beat here as well is just, it doesn't really take a lot of like thought process or something. It only gets a little sus when we don't go for the beat, and now this guy that's lurking can maybe beat us. Then you kind of have to start thinking again, like, fuck, I didn't go instantly. Maybe the guy's there on the wall. He could actually beat me. Use your ball cam, or just again, there's the other option of just letting him touch it if he's there. So you would go like this, let him touch, and then you would go here. And if he's not there, like let's say you're going back like this and you're scared of this guy going and he's not there, you could always still turn up on the wall if he's not there, right? It's not like you're forced to go back and just give them all this space, but it's just like if he was there, if you had no audio and you're not using Balcom, you're not sure, you could just like go like this, drive like this, like you're doing now. Either go for the ball here or like go like this,
Sorry.
and of course have Balcom on. So then either he hits it here and you're like driving instead of going for the ball, you would just drive like this. If he hits it in field, you turn like that and turn it in field. And if he's not there, you would of course see it by now, and then you could still turn up the wall and still go for the ball. So that way you also cover all the options. And it's not like what you're doing is terribly wrong. You just either had to go quicker, or you had to like kind of just respect that he was there, or like played it safe, right? This whole like going with the ball and not instantly going is just playing it safe. In my opinion, again, the best thing is to just go for the ball, go fast. But playing it safe and going back is covering all the options still.
Zector, an RLCS coach, analyzed my gameplay, and he said I have like two states where I have like a predetermined playstyle. I might enter a ranked game or just on the given day playing really aggressive or very passive. But I'm not able, I don't have that on and off switch in a game. So I can't go from like passive to aggressive normally over the course of a ranked match. Like I actually have to enter that mentality before the match even starts, or sometimes before the day even starts.
Yeah, I mean that's bad in my opinion. Like I don't like playing a certain playstyle, but I do think if you want to play a playstyle, it should be the most pressuring that you can be, but also playing it safe when you need to be. Like that should kind of be the whole like thought process or the whole playstyle you want to play around. Like anytime you can beat, you want to go for a beat. Anytime you can get a demo without it being a goal for them, you want to go for the demo. Anytime you can grab boost, you want to grab the boost, right? Suffocate your opponent, beat them, grab boost, go for demos. But if it's risky or if you don't know where they are and they could be there and you're last man, it's fine to play it safe because if you play it safe, they're not going to be able to score instantly at least. And if they're not there, you can always then turn around, like put your car in a position where you can cover back and the ball, right? So
Yeah.
that's in my like you shouldn't go into a game thinking, oh, I'm gonna play passive or I'm gonna only go for every ball. Like it really just depends on what's happening. But if it's a ball you can go for, you should go for it. If it's a ball you can beat to, you should go for the beat, right? So you
Yeah.
don't want to miss like winning opportunities. You don't want to leave them out, but you also don't want to just go for every ball and just not think about
Yeah,
stuff.
I agree. Yeah, no, Zector agrees with you. Like that's something I've been trying to work on. It's tough.
That's good. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
tough. It takes time, man. It's nothing that you're even like if someone might tell you concepts or guidelines or principles, you're not gonna just get them instantly. Even though you might understand what's happening, like applying it in game is different as well. Nice try. So here again, it's better to get a touch over them, and you don't get a perfect touch. But since there's two guys here, either one of them or both could turn and go for the ball here. So the best touch you can get here is pop it under the ball and then land on the wall. So like the best touch you could get here is like have this and then pop the ball up and land on the wall and then try and have that synergy with yourself on the wall. That's the best you could do.
I think I was trying.
Uh, yeah, you were, which is why it's good. As long as like the decision making is good, I'm happy. Now there is another thing you could have done here. Two ways of doing it. One is booming the ball sidewall, so the ball goes over all three of you into your teammate. And the other one is not booming the ball sidewall, but it's like getting this touch, but more towards the middle. So you would kind of like skim it, but like backwards. So basically, you have the touch to yourself, controlling that way, or you try and get a touch to your teammate who's like middle behind you, right? Either way, however you do it is fine. Those are the two viable options you have here. And now you go for the touch to yourself, but it doesn't work out. It doesn't really matter. Like you tried and it's fine. It's not like it's gonna be an instant goal for them, right? Very quick play of you here. You have two options: go for the ball, go for the demo. I like this, but because you wave dash and you go full boost into this, if he jumps up now, you might just like fly under him because you're going at such a fast speed. If you just hit the brakes, not like come to a full stop, but you kind of just want to like have enough speed but not too much speed so that if you jump, you can actually like reach his height if you want to go for the bump. Because of course we're not reaching this ball anymore. This ball has too much speed up for us to reach the ball, right?
Yeah, a big weakness I have is bumping and demoing. Like, I feel like I don't time it or I don't fully trust myself to get the bump, so I don't fully commit to the bump.
Yeah. I mean, at least in the ones replay we watched, you were actually very close. This is just going too fast for your own benefit. Like this is just we wave dash because we saw some pro do it on Reddit. It looks cool, blah blah blah. Even the wave dash isn't even bad. I don't want to discredit the wave dash. It's just like you just have too much speed. Like a good player would look at this wave dash, whatever, it's fine, and then be like, okay, this guy's right here. He doesn't have too much speed going forward. The ball's high up in the air. We're not really reaching the ball anymore because the ball's like high up here. All you have to do is kind of just hit the brakes here and then just single jump flip, go for this guy, and just fly up. But the problem with having too much speed is if you single jump, your car will just like fly away from its destination. It's like you have to go right here, kind of, and you kind of have to like go up. And if you just jump with supersonic momentum, you're just gonna go past him, right? So we can't really reach him. Like look at where we're landing. We have so much momentum. We're landing on the other side of the pitch.
Yeah.
Almost like. So we leave our teammate in a 2v1, but for some reason, instead of just like after this shit, your opponent should have just left the ball here for his other teammate. But I don't know why he just thinks it's good to like get another touch. So they basically killed their whole play, and they've literally allowed for you to make a full side-to-side rotation, get your back boost, and literally be able to be first man again. It's crazy. Like,
Yeah, and these are SSLs, by the way. I think, or they've been SSL before on the orange team. Oh
yeah,
no,
they're at least like GC3 or something. Like they could be. It's like close to SSL. So you're first man again. I like this upfield turn from you. It's kind of like what we saw your teammate do in their corner. It's fine if you go for the ball here. Why? You're closer than your teammate anyway. There is no reason to play slow ass. Oh, I go. Oh, I went. Okay, let me go behind you. It's your turn now. That's not how this game works. You
back
want
post
to cut
rotation.
Yeah, yeah. Back post rotation is good when you need to be last man. Blah blah blah. Your teammate is able to go. When you can just beat your teammate and be first, you always just want to be first, right? When you have a play like this, you have two options. Either you want to just match the ball's height on the wall and jump and go for the ball, or you want to go ceiling and jump off the ceiling. Both kind of work. But when you go for the ceiling, you want to kind of get there early enough so you can. I don't even think it's timing. It's kind of like this ball gets hit infield and you kind of go instead of driving like up like this. It's kind of hard to show when I'm drawing. I should just drive there. Um, instead of like going like this and kind of like covering, like you should always still kind of be goal side. Like you kind of just go for this ball, and instead of like going straight up like this and kind of covering goal side, you kind of go like up and then to like into the ball like early, like more towards the left from this POV. Whereas this ball has momentum like into infield. So if you look at it like from this POV, we can kind of see like this ball is going like this, and you're kind of like cutting the ball like this, if that makes sense. So again, it's like one situation where you're trying to just like go for the ball like too early. Like you're going like this, but the ball is moving away from there. So to cover more of the ball's like position, you should kind of like ceiling challenge like this. Oh my god, the camera is awkward as hell. But you kind of want to be more in this way, and then if the ball is more in your left, you can then adjust towards the left. But you don't want to cut towards the left too early and then be too far on the left of the ball, right? If that makes sense. It basically comes down to knowing where like kind of where's the momentum of the ball headed, and then you kind of want to just like align your car a little bit ahead of where the ball is going. So if the ball is going from um, here to here, let's say the ball is here, it's going from here to here. You don't want to challenge like this, which is kind of what you're doing, because you're just going to be behind the ball. You don't want to be challenging like this because then you know if the ball ends up being here, you might still miss it. You kind of want to be like somewhere around here in the middle where you can still go more towards the right, or you can still go, you know, you're going like this, you can still go towards the left, right? You kind of want to cover everything, and it's tough. It's not easy, but it's something you can be aware of, and it's something you can train and practice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, you could have also just like matched the ball's height and just jumped off here and gone for the ball. But going for the ceiling challenge is not bad. I don't want to say the ceiling challenge is bad. It's just the execution of being a little bit too close to the left, whereas the ball was going to the right. It's just better to let the ball go somewhere and see where it's going and then go for it while you're covering everything. Good block from your teammate. We don't know where the other guy is, so we just go for the beat, right? It's fine. This is quite risky, however. You're letting him basically double. I don't know if you knew that he was missing, but in high level, there's not like there's barely any people who miss the double. Like of course, like he wasn't even close. So
Yeah,
maybe you just had like
I had no
maybe
confidence
you
in
just
him.
had good. Okay, yeah, maybe you just had good awareness. But basically, at high level, what you want to do is just jump now, right? You don't want to jump and fly towards the front post too much. you want to kind of just jump and fly towards, where the ball is going. So like somewhere around here, and then if the ball is there, you flip towards the left. If the ball is there, you flip towards the right. If the ball is higher than expected, let go of your left stick and double jump to get that extra height. But you don't ever want to, especially as first man. Now your teammate is behind you. It's very risky though, but you don't want to just wait on the ground and see, like, let them double it, and then if they double it over you, you're scored on. Especially because, like, you could have cleared this more to the side as well. It's kind of hard, but you could have banged the ball right or left. It would have been better than just hitting the ball backboard. You kind of caused this position, and then when he hits this, I think it's just best to just jump up and go for the ball, right? Um, Now, when you do that, you should have the block in mind. If you notice that he missed already, or like you're gonna boom the ball, it's better to boom the ball left or right instead of booming the ball into his corner. It's better to like boom the ball like here, or like, yeah, this area is probably like best to kind of bang it towards, like anywhere here, so that the more you hit it forward, the more it's just like his ball probably. Whereas the more you hit it left, there's a chance you could go again, right? So think about that. But I do think the main takeaway here, you don't really want to let them double it. Like let's say he hits this and you just wait, and he just hits it right there again. Then it's just over your own head. Now, if you had the awareness and you saw or you knew that he was missing it, then waiting is fine, because then you're just having a read on the play. If you had a good read on the play, it's fine. But from what I'm seeing, like, of course, I'm also cutting it every 2 seconds, so it's kind of, I don't follow the flow of the game anymore. But like, he could hit it again, like somewhere around here, and it's just risky. We're just playing support role. Nice, very good position. Now, your teammate is first man. You literally only have to cover what comes next after he loses his 50. So that's why we have this backwards momentum. We're not under the ball. Like a lot of lower ranked players would, you go for this boost and you turn back. Some people would grab this boost and just turn upfield. Oh, my teammate has the ball. We're going forward. Let's go forward with them. Not realizing they're getting challenged and you need to cover the loss as a last man. So really good position. Now you're also in a position to go on the backboard if needed. So perfect position. Now it's you don't do anything necessarily wrong, but
Let it
this turn
bounce, right?
upfield. Well, what did you say?
Oh, I'm sorry. Like I would have said like let it bounce. Like why try to catch it ahead of
You
time?
try to catch it because there is some pressure on you to play fast enough to beat the opponent landing there. So let's say you just like let it bounce. There's a chance for this guy to land and like either bump you, or if you let it bounce, maybe like some way or another hit a shit double middle or something. Like, it's best to take control in your own hands whenever someone is close and pressuring you, and you don't have that much time to like let it bounce and stuff like that. Like, you could let it bounce, but this touch is totally fine. All I was gonna say is two small things that don't matter in this position, but two things to think about is one, he's hitting the ball. The 50 is happening here. It's best to hold this neutral position. I can go left on the wall. I can go right on the wall, but you kind of go right into the challenge. And then you realize, fuck, I kind of need to be like back there. So then you adjust. It's fine, but just it's fine to hold this neutral position, look at the play, see what's happening. Okay, I need to be here, then be there, right? That's one thing. Of course, if you need to be upfield, then after the neutral position, you will just turn upfield and be there. And then the other thing is, it's better if you um, can you kind of just plant your car where the ball is going to be, but it's better if you can put your car in a forward going position. So the ball is going to end up here. You kind of just put your car here, and it kind of just hits you, and you do still recover well. Like, you jump and you know you should be fine. Like, you get a touch to the corner and you get the boost, so it's fine. But best would have been if you kind of caught the ball on either side of your car, like probably the left. So if you were a little bit more towards the right, and kind of just like hit the left side, like you catch the ball, like kind of like this. So the ball will just like hit your car, and then you can just go forward. It's just more clean, but you do recover well. Like, you jump and you get a touch to corner, you get the boost, so it's fine. But the execution or your positioning could have been a little bit cleaner, as in like, how do I um how do I take control, like, just smoothly to the corner? How do I bring the ball there? And it's kind of just like, this position is fine, this position is fine, but I just kind of have to be more on the right side of the ball, rather than like you get there early and then you kind of just back, like you go backwards and you jump and you kind of hit the ball away from yourself. Whereas, again, if you were kind of like this, just catch the ball on the left side of your car, you could probably just keep going forward. You have like a nicer transition. This is fine though. Like the guy that lands there is 0 boost and everything. Now, one tip that I would want to give you is that if someone is pre-jumping you, and you might not be aware of it, but like as soon as you jump, you need to see what they're doing as well. Now you should be able to clearly tell now he's pre-jumping, he's boosting, he's going up. I just want to recommend just faking or like going for a reset, right? Like I don't want to just say like go up and then don't do anything, but you basically, in my opinion, have a couple of options. One is to just like go for a reset and then fake it if he's fully pre-jumping height, or using the reset late if he's like let's say you get a reset and he's like challenging you like this, and then while you get the reset he doesn't go up anymore, he just kind of like goes down like this is when you use the reset to go over him. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it is to get a touch up that you can follow, and then it's up to you to get a delay touch, another touch up, or to just fake it, right? But getting a touch away from yourself like this that you can't really catch up to is not the play when someone is pre-jumping you. It's like basically he's like covering that area and you're just basically passing it to him, right? So either go for a soft touch, like just like boosting into the ball and hitting it once, and then again it's up to you to continue the air dribble or to continue a delay touch, or to then just like let it fall and kind of go under him. And the other option is to just go for a reset, and the same options, either let it fall and get a catch, or let it bounce. A lot of options down there, be creative. Or to use your reset, but try and play with the timing. Don't just like jump, hit the ball. Like it's easy to read from your opponent's POV as well. When you
Yeah,
just
I
like
totally agree. I think what I was
yeah
trying to
yeah
sorry, I did see him jump, and I
yeah.
was thinking that I could maybe hit ceiling, and then catch it with the reset off the. It's funny
That's a good
because
idea.
I actually it's I think a lot of players are like this where they'll have a month where they're like particularly good at ceiling shots or like air dribble flip resets or something,
Yeah.
and like month by month my solo play changes, but yeah, I think this month I've been trying those shots. So honestly, at this point, I'm kind of more in free play than ranked, which is not a good thing. I should have been
It's
more.
not a bad
I
thing.
should have been
It's not a
looking at my
bad thing,
situations.
honestly.
I was just having fun, honestly. I was just trying something cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I should have done something more complex, more hard to read.
To be fair, two other options that you kind of have that could work is, one is, sometimes when you boom this ball very hard backboard, if this guy pre-jumps, he might be pre-jumping in a way where he's like he's covering like this area here, but if you boom it hard, he might not reach back here. And the other option is what you mentioned, is to like utilize the ceiling in your play as well. So I don't, if you try to hit the ceiling and then to continue either into a reset or multiple touches, then I do actually want to say that's valid. If that was the case, then it's fine. But what happens here is just like it's kind of like you get sort of a soft touch forward, but it's just too hard, right? But if you try to hit the ceiling, then that's fine because you tried, it just didn't work out. It's fine. I like the fake bump threat kind of, because like I always say, like this shit happens, you're first man, you kind of want to get back, let your teammate be first man, but you don't want to just like what this is exactly what I would do. You would kind of just threaten the bump like this, you boost and you go towards him, and then you just go back. You don't want to chase into his net
Yeah.
and all of. If you're down a goal with 10 seconds left, then you want to change it up though. Then you actually want to just chase for this demo. But 4 minutes with no goals, just play discipline. But I like that little extra pressure. I don't like that flip.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, it really just is like, oh, this happens. Like we saw it before. You tried something, we're first man. We try something, we're landing. We now need to get back to let our teammate be first man, right? So we do that. We do a good job at it. Now it's the same shit. Your teammate tried something. Basically, he's first man landing in Narnia. We're not alone, right? So this bump is totally fine. And now you just need to. What I would do is kind of just go like this. He's going like this. You don't want to go too far into the left, like we said earlier. You don't want to be behind the play. You kind of want to just cover all options. If he booms the ball mid boost, you go mid boost, you win that. And if he tries to take his time, you can then just go for a drive challenge. Go for the boost if he wants to boost. But you can kind of stay around and see what he does. If he tries to go on the wall, if you can catch it before he goes on the wall and bump him off or hit the ball, those are all good options. But you kind of just want to drive and see what happens. You don't want to commit to there. You don't want to commit too far away. You kind of want to just shadow and then see where you're needed. Because if you did that and you bump this guy and then you stayed here in this line and he did this, you could have just driven into it now. Like just drive challenge it right here. Now again, don't drive challenge, hit the left side. You kind of want to be, again, goal side. So like this, like a little bit more on the right side. So if you lose this 50, you're going to more lose it over there. which is totally fine. Now, it takes some thought. Like, you can't just drive challenge head on like this again. This pinch will go sidewall and middle, and it's a goal. So you might try it and get scored on a few times, but in this position when you're just shadowing and then you see these touches, you could even fucking just go for it. Like, actually, it's a little bit risky, but um, you could, like, if you had a good position, you can be more aggressive, which in like it's just better for your team to keep up the pressure and everything. Now, I do think your brain went like this. You land here, this guy lands you. You probably didn't even see this guy. You just bumped him out of the way. It's fine. And then you were like, oh, the ball's going in towards the corner. Let me get the corner boost before he's going for it. But it's just that, like, one, you just decide on something that could happen, and then you do that, but it could also not happen. You know, it's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's just like you kind of have to wait and see and be in a position where you can cover everything, and that kind of is just here. Like, if you're just here, you can cover everything there, here,
Yeah.
even cuts. Like, everything is covered if you just have this position.
It's funny because like I'm often called an idealist in like my everyday life outside of Rocket League, and I think in
Yeah,
Rocket League I'm also an idealist. Like if you just notice, there's a few situations where like yeah, maybe that touch off the wall in the beginning when I saw the soft touch up the wall to control it, maybe
yeah,
that
yeah,
could
yeah,
might have had like a I don't know 20% success rate maybe. This it might have worked if like he wasn't aware of me and he touched the ball to the side soft to the corner, but
yeah,
like it's like it's like I'm envisioning a play and it's getting me really like excited, like titillated, and
yeah.
then I'm like, okay, let's do it, like fun, let's do it. It's gonna be fun, and then I don't think about the negative side of the
Yeah.
decision, you know?
I mean, I do see a big difference because the one touch, the control touch we saw up here, that's more of a like you tried something that was good. What you tried was actually good. You just didn't feel the intensity, or you didn't know that guy was there, or you didn't go fast enough. What you're doing here is wrong because this is kind of like in chess. They have this term called hope chess, where you play a move, think like hoping that the opponent does what you want him to do, and then he just plays some move that makes you lose the game or your queen or whatever,
That's
right?
me.
So this is like, yeah, that is basically what's happening here. Is like, if he goes to the corner boost, we're actually beating him. We're smart as fuck. We're 200 IQ. We're beating him to the corner boost. But then if he just doesn't do that, then it's kind of just like, what the hell are you actually like? He just goes past you, and it's just, it's a very good recovery in demo though. But it's just about this particular situation. All you have to do is just stay around, right? You
Yeah.
just have to like be like close so that if he goes for the boost, you can try and interrupt, try and get a bump, get the boost. You probably can't, but it's fine. You could just shadow towards mid or whatever. If you can, of course, that's good, but it's fine if you can't. But you can't like preemptively go in that position. Now you could preemptively go for the corner boost if this ball had more momentum towards the corner. This ball was kind of, maybe you thought it was going faster, but this ball is kind of, it barely has any momentum. Like, it kind of just, like, if this ball bounced over here, you can go for this boost preemptively. But if the
Yeah.
ball bounces like anywhere, like here somewhere, you can't put yourself behind the ball. Basically, might be a good
I
guideline.
I
But
think I misjudged two things. I thought the ball was going more to the corner because like if the ball was
yeah,
higher and bouncing more to the corner, where it's like it's
yeah,
hard
you
for
would
him to
have been
control
fine.
it. Like
Yeah.
I just think I misdiagnosed the play, and I don't think I knew he had 100 boost. So
Yeah. To be fair, it's absurd he had 100 boosts. I wouldn't expect him to have 100 boosts here either. Yeah, it's totally like normal and understandable why you went for the boost instantly. But a higher rank player would just kind of know, like, he doesn't necessarily have to go for the boost. And if I go for the boost too early, kind of having to read that this ball is controllable. If you thought it was going over there, then I could understand it even more. But you kind of just want to just hold the position that kind of covers everything still. Now, very nice recovery though, and demo. I do want to say, after the demo, since you can't just like teleport and be around, like you can't just teleport and go like this position. Now you kind of have to bring this ball back. So after the demo, you kind of go too far towards the right. Maybe that's because you focus on the demo a lot, which is fine. If that's what made you get the demo for once, then that's good. That's good movement.
Hyde's
But
first
the best,
demo.
yeah, W, man. But the best touch you could have gotten is a touchback, so you have full control over the ball, or your teammate can have full control. Um, See, that's just a soft touch, and it might be a 50. Okay, the opponent gives up, so it's your ball. I like that we're taking time here. Another soft touch. That's lovely. So far, so good. Now, I'm really curious as to what we're going to see here. There's a couple of options. He could just go for the fucking ball, and you might not be ready for it. Or maybe he's not going to go for the ball, and you got a touch. Hopefully, if you do that, it's a touch that you can follow up. or he's not gonna go and you read that he's not gonna go. Those are all options. Now let's see. Okay, so he doesn't go and you actually read it. I love this movement as well. It's not just pushing the ball forward into him. It's more movement from lateral, like right to left or left to right. Again, his ass is gonna be on this way kind of. So this movement is very nice because he's basically he's not giving you the wall for free because he can go on the wall. But you could have gone this way. You can also go this way. It's not bad, but we talked about this a bit before as well. His ass is on the right, so most of the time when you go towards the right, they're not gonna backwards challenge. They're just gonna give you the space. Now he could still turn on the wall and challenge on the wall, so it's not fully free. What you're doing is totally fine. Let's go back a bit more so we just follow the flow of the play. So we fake, we get a touch. Again, single jump here, soft pop, that is an outplay in itself. Because if he went and you took your time, you would have probably gone jump scare. But if you, this is a good read on your opponent, I guess. Nice. Another fake. And okay, that's where the play ends. That's unfortunate. But I really like you actually have multiple outplay like potentials without doing a lot. It's just like your the way you move and stuff is already like outplay potential in itself. It's kind of like you're trying to force a mistake out of your opponent, which I really like. Now, the only mistake you made is you then try to go like this and this, which is exactly what I would do. But while you were doing this, you accidentally hit the ball forward. As soon as you get like a touch forward, you're kind of stuck between like, oh, he's gonna reach in time. Now I have to try and go for a 50 or something.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to get to this side of the ball actually, and I just barely touched
the thought process was good. Now in this position, you just want to either drive through or go for a 50. Now you do go for a 50, but you just you flip too early. So there's just like you always want to flip through the ball. There might be a similar like principle in tennis, or like I know there's one in basketball where you want to kind of just guide the ball, like go through the momentum of the ball type shit. And it's kind of the same thing here. When you have this rolling ball like this, you have two options. Either just drive through the ball, block the ball and keep driving with the ball that way, or drive and go for a bump. If the ball goes behind you, go back, blah blah blah, that shit. And the other one is to use jump and flip through the ball. It's a more forcing move, more fast move, more aggressive move, which is really good. But when you do that, you want to actually like go through the ball. So you don't want to go here and then once you make contact, you want to flip away towards the side, which is kind of what you do here. You actually want to jump, go for the ball, and push through the ball. Like jump into the ball, hit the ball into him, then diagonal flip and try to win the ball forward, like diagonally towards the right, like through him. You kind of just like side flip too early, and then you don't make contact anymore. And again, it's not the end of the world. Your teammate fills in nicely. This is missed potential. And when you watch your own replays, I don't know if you ever do, but if you ever catch yourself in a position where you're driving forward, turning around, and then not being there, you've made a huge mistake. And you should be able to see this yourself. Perfect position here. We're playing support role. Our teammate just went for the ball. He wins the 50. It's kind of like a 2v1 if we're fast. Perfect support role because, if this guy misses, we can go. If this guy hits it, we can turn back. Like, key factor here, this guy is not going to score a top corner shot like this. He's backwards. he can hit it on target. Like, he could actually, like, hit this on target, sure, but it's not going to be a 200 miles per hour shot, which is important to know. Perfect positioning. And then what you do is, instead of like being in this position, seeing what happens, oh, he's up, he's gonna go for the ball, let's see what he does. You kind of just like go. I think you try to go for a bump.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But as soon as you know that he jumped and you're not going for the bump anymore, try to hold your position still. Because like, oh, you're going for a bump, oh, he jumped. Even stopping here is fine, because in that position that you were just in, right here, like right here. Even here, so like even this is fine because you could have still turned like this. Now you don't want to get in the way if your teammate is going. So I don't want to say like cut and go for the ball if your teammate is going. But let's say your teammate isn't going, you could have gone for this ball, but you went for the bump. He went up. We could have stopped here and then adapted to wherever we're needed. Because like the ball ends up being there. You were in this position. You turned away here, but even in this position, you could still score because of course you don't you don't expect your opponent to full miss, but it's more so like, if he misses, he jumps up, we should have stopped like here and then just seen what happened. And we could have scored. Like your teammate could have scored as well, but no one expects the opponent to miss, so no one was actually ready for it. But as soon as this guy jumps, just stop. stop and look at the ball and shadow the ball, and if he misses, it's just a free goal, right? But um, yeah,
I
like
think I'm sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
No, I think so. There's two things. So, first of all, like I have a tendency when I misread like maybe the initial part of the play, I'm just
Yeah,
like fuck this shit. I'm out. Like
yeah, you reset. Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I'm like hold on, wow, that was such a bad read that I need to like regroup. Like,
yeah,
but
yeah,
and second of all, I thought there was a chance that he would drop the ball to Hezi. Like I thought Hezi was gonna turn up the wall here. Like he was gonna pop
yeah,
it to the wall. He was gonna turn and like might get a shot on target. So I was
yeah.
afraid of that actually.
That's two valid thoughts, really. Um, but I would say that in this position right here, like you see him jump, and you would stop right here and just kind of hold. Oh, fuck. Even right here is totally fine where you're at right now. If he did that, you should be able to see it. So like, let's say he got a good touch wall, then you should just be able to turn around as soon as he touches. You want to do it fast. You don't want to be here still while he's passing and he's gonna shoot off the back. Where you don't want to still be here. But as soon as he gets a touch, or he's like likely to get a touch, and he's actually going for the ball, you can go back and still cover that. Now, if he just held, you would it's pretty clear what's happening, but it just takes half a second of holding here, and then right now you're already like, what the fuck is he doing? This ain't going anywhere. So like, it doesn't even look like he's missing. But if you were just here right now, you could even just go for like a 50, or you could wait it out or whatever. There's a lot of options, but it's just that split second of holding in the neutral position where you can cover everything, and then you can see, oh, the ball is going back sidewall to his teammate, or this ball is going over my head. I need to go back, or he's missing it. I can go forward, right? So it's a neutral position holding that would benefit you a lot. And it's kind of the same thing here. He's going up for the ball. It's likely to go this way. We can go a little bit ahead of the play so that if the ball goes there, we control that area. That's kind of what you want to do. But if he misses this ball, you don't want to be here already, and then he misses, and then you're useless, right? So
Yep.
let's see actually what's happening here, because this is a similar position. So
Uh,
again, it's a preemptive, like the ball could go there, I'm going there, which is, it's not bad. Your thought process is higher than lower ranked players who, this guy's about to hit the ball over there. They would still go for the ball, whereas the ball was going that way. But you're still not covering everything. And in twos, it's okay. Your teammate is also there. He can pressure instead of you. You don't have to be there necessarily, but you do kind of just see one option and then just, all right, I'm going for that, right?
yeah.
So I think that's a huge tip, is to, like, even in this position, is to kind of, you can boost a bit. This is fine. All of this is fine. And then when you're still in this position, boosting here, you have ball cam on. Wait, he just missed. And then you kind of just like adapt. And if you want to let your teammate go, that's fine as well, right? But you could just take the initiative and just literally, this is a perfect drive child moment where you just full boost into him, hit the ball, try and hit the demo as well. If the 50 is won or goes sideways, you can grab boost and go back. And if the 50 is lost, you just try and get back as fast as possible. You should be fine.
Exactly, and I have a big smile on my face because this is the funniest. I don't know. I didn't even watch the replay before I sent it to you. I just found the replay or recent match history where I lost and I sent it to you. But dude,
Yeah.
this is. I feel like I don't know when's the last time you saw GC3 gameplay, GC2 gameplay, but this is like really bad. This is.
It's not bad. It's just I'm really nitpicking like all the little things, and even I've been talking for like, what is it, like 40, 50 minutes now, and there hasn't even been a goal scored. So like, someone could say like, oh, but we haven't even conceded yet. How can we be doing something bad? But like, I'm also going over every little interaction. This could have happened. That could have happened. You should have done this. You should have done that. You should have been able to cover this and that. But it's just hypotheticals and possible scenarios, and I just want to broaden your like knowledge over about like what could actually happen. So it's like, it looks bad. It looks bad, but if you just look at it from like, if you just look at it fast paced, like this is this is this, everything is fine. You just go back, and now nothing is bad. But about this last like these last five
2 minutes.
seconds, yeah, we talked like 20 minutes or something, like about these last like three interactions, because like I'm really going over all the like advanced, like in depth, like what could have happened, what could you have done and stuff.
Yeah,
And it
it's
looks
funny.
bad when you, yeah, it is funny, but when you analyze a replay, it looks bad. But trust me, it's not that bad. This is basically just like average GC gameplay. Like, a lot of shit goes wrong, a lot of shit happens, a lot of shit isn't covered. It's just normal. It really is normal. It's funny though, like, I agree, but it's not bad. You shouldn't like feel bad or
Actually, and
anything.
one point I want to make,
Yeah,
because like those are two like pretty bad whiffs in a row. Like this could
Yeah,
pass. Like if you just clip these past
yeah,
5 seconds, it could pass for like plat or something, or gold.
yeah, dude. Literally, like this is fine, and then this and this. If 50 happens, literally everything now in these next like 5 to 10 seconds, those like what's it called, like rank duel or some shit, where like
Yeah.
players try to guess what rank it was. If you saw this shit, bro, they wouldn't guess anything above like diamond. Like that little interaction. All right, let's continue
Wait, that
again.
was a
Like it's
weird
funny.
rotation. What was I doing there? Hold up. Let's see. I'm going so into net here. Hold up. What?
This is good though. This is good though. You always want to be able to, like, the reason why this is good is you always want to cover the instant shot, and you only want to cut and go you pressure when he does an instant shoot, right? And it's good because you're not in the middle of the net, so you're not picking left or right. You're on one side of the field having momentum towards the other. You want to watch out we're going too far towards the middle. Um, but you don't want to just go like this and then he shoots and then you might not be able to reach. So you're covering perfectly fine here. He insta shoots, you basically get a free save. Now you want to save it and go for the ball without giving him a chance to recover and bump you. So it looks like you're going for a squishy save
Yeah, I
here.
might be doing it. That's weird.
I hope you don't fuck up, but
Let's
the
see.
best thing you can do is just go while he's recovering. So you would just cut and go for the ball while he's still landing. That way he can never catch you. If he's still landing and you jump up before he lands and he can jump up, he will never catch you. But let's see. Okay, you don't go for the squishy. This is fine as well. Now there is a chance at high rank they will now full boost into you and double jump into you and go for the demo. This guy fully kind of drones out and plays very passive. As a first man, he should be as aggressive and as forcing as he can be. So if he full boosted towards you now, grab this little pad while boosting, he has 24 boosts, and then double jumped into you, you've basically allowed for them to recover and try to bump you. Now, it didn't happen, so you didn't do necessarily something wrong here, but the best thing you can do, which just avoids that all of that, is to just go when he's recovering. So right here, when he's still doing this, it's best to, instead of going like this and then back, you have this position, and right here at the X is when he flips. And then when he flips, you kind of just like adapt to the touch and go for the ball while he's still recovering. That way, there is no this guy bumping you still. Now, it didn't happen here, but I'm just saying it could happen at higher ranks and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. Actually, a good touch. You could have maybe tried to follow. Because it's not like this is bad. You have 50 boosts as well. Like, all of this is fine. Even your trajectory right now is still pointing up. You don't have to go for a triple reset. It's just about like, I got to touch up. I'm at least going for the ball up, so I'm not like giving away a free ball. It's not even about getting a touch either. It's more so about like, oh, let me just follow this ball's trajectory so I win some time. Maybe my teammate can take it off me. Or, if I go up and this guy goes up, at least I cover something in the air. And since you're first man anyway, I think it's better to just kind of block something rather than to get a touch up in front of your net. It's kind of risky, and then to just boost down and kind of, I don't even know what you're going to do, but it looked like you were going to go for the corner boost.
I hope not. I hope not.
Yeah, I think backboard is better here, but...
Wow.
Okay, yeah, you just go for the back boost, but like, let's say this guy actually got a good touch, like backboard into a double tap. You're basically letting him go for a free double tap, or even if he hit it ceiling and then try to shoot it, or even go for a reset towards the ceiling or something. Of course, it's all advanced. Your GC opponent's not going to hit this every time, but the higher you get in rank, the players are just going to hit it consistently. Like, they don't even have to do anything mechanical. It's literally, if this guy just got a good shot or a good double tap, this is probably a goal, or at least you're relying on this guy to save it, right? So
yeah. I
And
do
the
think
touch
there's an
isn't even
element
bad.
of like, I do think there's an element of like, this might sound like cope, but I swear, like, when I feel like my opponents are ass, I kind of I don't respect them as much.
Yeah, which I get, to be fair. Like, we haven't really seen anyone on this field, to be fair, do anything insane. So I wouldn't. The thing is, when I play bronze players, I just respect them because even a fucking bronze player with one hand could still like randomly peek on you. Like, even in this play, this guy in the Fennec could literally pogo right now, and this could go top left here. So I'm always ready to try and go for that save. Now, if he hits a perfect shot, it might not be savable, but you will see me try to go for that save because I'm aware of that being a possibility. So when this shit happens, I at least would like I at least would go for this ball, try and follow it up, have some sort of air coverage behind the ball. So if he goes up, you block it. But the thing is, he might not even go up into the air anymore because you're boosting, you're following through. He might just go back and let you touch it. But in that case, you don't even have to touch it. You just win free space forward. Like
Yeah.
just following the ball up here, you just try to go for a block or let your teammate take over. And then here, I mean, you go for boost. I mean, he could have just double tapped it. Now, but now since he goes for a slow reset, I mean, everything is fine again. Like nothing is really happening.
Yeah.
I love your patience. Now, I don't think
bad.
that was yeah. I love again how you don't. So we grab this boost and we go backward. Kind of we just this is neutral position. We can still go backward. We can still go forward. Your teammate is closer. We let him go. If it went past your teammate, we have momentum. So everything is good. We get bumped. The play is on that side. So I always say you don't want to be like you don't want to kind of be on this side. You kind of want to be more on the opposite side. It has to do with the fact that if you're on the same side here and this ball gets shot over there, it's harder going backwards than forward. So it's best to just be uh, like more on the opposite side. So you're covering more while going forward while already being more backwards positioned. But you're kind of in the middle, but it's fine. Like you got bumped as well. It's not really an issue or something. This happens. That guy fucked his flip. He's landing in the corner. I love how you wait here. A big mistake here is we'll play it in like normal pace so you can follow the play. He booms a corner wall. A big mistake here is people would go for this ball, but you actually are aware of the opponent, being able to turn and hit the ball. So a lot of people would corner wall and they would go for this ball now, and then that guy would beat them. So I really love how you waited there. And from his POV, he doesn't even see you. He's like, fuck, if this guy goes, I'll beat him, right? So it's really good that you waited there. But then you still like kind of rushed it after he gave the ball to you for free, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Now you're kind of just passing it to them. If one of them stayed up here, this is a free shot. So it's like you had the right thought process of like not rushing here, just waiting it out, letting him hit it here. But after you hit it, I don't think you had the right like this guy. Holy shit, what is he doing? Like you didn't have the right like state of mind of like just being calm in this position. You were calm right here, but then you weren't calm right here.
I want to roast one pride, but I had a horrible recovery
Yeah.
too, so I can't even say anything.
Nah, no, holy shit, feel free to roast this guy because like holy shit, what is he doing, bro? Like he messes up his wave dash. Like I can kind of get that, right? It happens, right? But then
What is
the
that?
backflip and then like
You can't
yeah,
half
I mean, I don't know. I don't even want to look at it, bro. It's just funny. It's just funny, really.
Yeah, at least you're blessed
But
with my gameplay. It's a little better than his.
maybe actually because you heard him or like you saw him jump. Maybe that's why you went for the ball here.
I think I just saw a lot of movement in the corner and it spooked me.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
From
So
the
maybe
peripheral
actually,
of my eye. Yeah, I was so scared he
like,
might shoot this right here.
yeah, maybe because it's like it's weird. It's a lot of weird shit going on. But
Yeah.
if you could have like a relaxed state of mind here, you're waiting it out. He gets his touch. At least again, in this position is neutral. If he somehow went, you could still jump and block. That's fine. But like at least like try and get yourself that split second to decide where am I actually needed? Do I actually need to go, or can I just take my time and then go? Or is he actually going? And then it's a split second, right?
And by the way, I know you know this, but for the viewers, like obviously it's gonna look easier to read these situations because we can see the boost levels. But like I didn't
100%.
exactly know how much boost he had in the corner there, so
Yeah, 100%.
it was harder.
Well, everything is easy. Like what's the thing? Like hindsight is 2020 or
2020,
some
yeah,
shit.
exactly.
Like, yeah, everything is easy when you watch the replay. When it's all going slow, I'm pausing it 100 times. We're watching it bit by bit. When you're playing this game yourself, you're always like, everything is fast paced. You don't want to make a mistake. You could get bumped. Oh my god, I just got bumped. The ball's there. Do I go for the ball or not? Or he's hitting the ball. Do I have to go here or not? And it goes very fast. So it's like when you watch something in hindsight, it looks very simple and easy. But when you play the game yourself, there's a lot of pressure to do things at a fast pace. So no one should blame you for anything. People do love to talk shit though, but like fuck people.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I missed this ball. I'm gonna get what a saved. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. People are just stupid, bro.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, this lobby is so bad.
Yeah, from what we've seen, no one is. I don't know. No one is doing a lot. I love. So you're just letting your teammate go. All of this is normal. The ball goes to the corner. You can't, of course, reach this. There's no point. You don't want to go there, and he goes. It's again the same thing. If you go there, he will just go like this, and he will just go past you, and you're last man, your teammate is over there. So everything you're doing is good. You go for mid boost. You kind of just like, this is the next best thing you can do. You can't really be here and disrupt, so just set up for what's coming next. So you just get mid boost. Um, he could boom it, so all of this is fine. And then when if he didn't boom, you would then go like this. But now we see he's just fucking passes the ball. So yeah, this lobby is terrible. He has given us the ball. Let's see what we do.
First
If
touch.
you want to bang the ball, bang the ball to the side wall to yourself or to the corner wall to yourself. You could go for a shot attempt, sure. Let's see what you do though. Great. You don't have to bang the ball, but at least when you bang the ball, you want to keep up the pace. It's totally fine, but do it in a way where you maintain control over the ball, right? And then we try to soft touch it to ourselves, which is nice. Again, utilizing the sidewall could help. Now, how do you know that there's intensity here that you need to actually get an outplay touch? And to be fair, the main takeaway here is audio. And I know you've said you don't really play with audio, but the reason why I know someone is chasing is because, wait, right here now you can hear someone flip, and he's flipping towards us. So that means I have to something is coming in, and something is when we go a little bit closer, someone is covering kind of like goal side on this ball. So the ball's gonna be here. He's kind of cover this area. So all of this area is free. Like all of this area here is free. But you kind of have to know that there is someone coming, and if you don't know that, you might try to go for a soft touch into the corner, and then you go like this, and then you can try to shoot it on net. But if you like if you that's why audio is important again, because if you had no clue, then you kind of just have to maybe play sidewall initially, or you kind of have to it's a guessing game at that point, I guess. But playing sidewall when you see no one is there, that just means it's open. And when you don't have audio and you don't know if someone is here, but there's two guys, you kind of just want to assume then that someone is going to be aggressive. At least I think if you don't want to play with audio, you kind of just have to find other ways of kind of how do I outplay the opponent. It's in twos, the first man oftentimes is going to be aggressive. So if I want to try and advance this play, how do I do it? Try and get touches to at least where you can see is open, right? Or maybe again you could have flicked ball cam off and on in this position, and you would see it's flipping towards you. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to give some extra options.
That's a great point. Yeah, put the ball where you know it's open.
Yeah, because
Sideball,
at least
sideball's
you can
open.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can at least see this all of this space, literally everything right now on the field. All of this shit is open. It's just there's two fucking hyenas that are gonna come in from anywhere except for this, right? All of this is open, and then all of this is that guy's gonna rotate in a second. And they're gonna be somewhere over there. So if you're gonna get a touch into the unknown, so right here, there could be a hyena fucking eating your ass, right? So
Yeah.
if you don't have audio, if you don't hear him flip, you don't know the intensity of the play, I would say try and at least get a touch towards the open space to yourself. I wouldn't bang it here and then it rolls up and then it's their ball anyway, but try and be creative, trying to get yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, no, no.
I just
No,
wanted
no,
to say
sorry, it's needed, man.
yeah, I keep saying so. Yeah, but I just wanted to say I was thinking how my brain circuitry works, my monkey brain.
Yeah.
That we all have a monkey reptilian brain.
Yes.
Underneath the neocortex. Anyways, we have a tendency to when we're seeking dopamine, serotonin, we take the shortest route possible to get it.
Yeah.
The short, the quickest way. I feel like
Yeah.
in Rocket League, there's a similar thing going on, especially in my gameplay, where there's actually a play where I can maybe jump high and hit this ball down low. It rolls up the sidewalk and make a play, even though it'll take longer for me to score. It's probably the better play. Or there's a scenario where I get the perfect pop, it hits corner high, and I follow it for some sick touch, and that's a quick way to score. And I feel in the way I play, I'm visualizing these quick shot opportunities or quick cool goals, where it makes me happy to just visualize it. But I don't succeed the longer term play that's available to me.
I agree. The first thing you said was going up the wall and following up. That's a very valid play. The second play, which you mentioned, is very valid as well, going for the corner. And both of those things are fine. It's just this touch, if it went towards the corner still, anywhere here, even again, sidewall is open, but even if you wanted to hit it corner, it's fine. The only reason why this doesn't work is because this ball goes a little bit too much towards their goal side. Now, in a challenge when it's you're on the defensive end, you always want to be goal side. So, from his POV, he's of course always going to be goal side, and if you were on the defensive end, you always want to be on the goal side. So that means on defense you're always goal side, but on offense they're always goal side. So on defense you want to play goal side block, and on offense you want to play away from the goal side block. So the goal side from their offense is like this side. So you kind of want to play away from their goal side again, because the opponent is always going to cover goal side. So any touch like towards here somewhere, it would have worked. But you have to know that there's someone coming. That's kind of like the main,
Yes,
like the
you're right.
main key factor here that you have to know. Because if you don't know someone is coming, and you just try to get a touch that you can follow up, the touch that you can follow up into infield into a follow up would have been great if there was no one there, right? So. I can't really read your brain, so maybe you didn't know he was there. Maybe you did know he was there, but those are just some important things.
I think I know. I'm just too obsessed with like the cool outplay potential, I think.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But I feel like everything you're doing is fine here. It's just a little like,
If I boosted there, I think I had the beat.
yeah, intensity of like pushing it away from their goal side at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you don't know he's coming, then you're just gonna play it lazy into their, fastest way towards net, like you said, the quickest path. And again, even this isn't bad. Like you shouldn't go for their boost, but even this, like it looks bad now because you're missing out on a winning chance here. But even this, it happens 100 times, not 100 times per game, but like it happens like 10 times per game where you just have this, and then they just challenge you didn't realize. You can't always be a perfect player either. Like we don't always have perfect reads, but it could have been a 1v1 between you and their last man, and it just isn't, right?
Yeah.
So it's important to know that at least. I wouldn't go for when you lose a challenge as a first man. I wouldn't put yourself further away from the ball. So we lose the challenge here, and then the fastest way would be to just help out back here. I wouldn't put myself even longer out of the game by making a long rotation. Now this boost isn't even here, so that's even more crazy. But even if the boost was there, I wouldn't put myself more out of the game.
I think I might have been searching for the bump, but then, yeah, it's autopiloted when I realized it wasn't there.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, as soon as I lose that, like, especially if you lose it this hard, if you lost it and it died out, maybe you have more time. But if you lose it like in a big way, like this is like it's somewhat of a threat. And solo queue teammates, bro, you cannot trust these people, bro. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
get your ass back.
I don't have Vatira back there, that's for sure.
Yeah, bro, and they think they're Vatira because look at this, good block, and then his teammate has a free
What is
shot.
that?
Yeah, like these kids are crazy, bro. These kids are fucking crazy. Bro.
Honestly, I would forfeit right there. Like I'm really toxic. Like
yeah.
that.
If I was this guy, I would also just like, bro.
Like,
you kind of
it's
see him like just you kind of just see him give up all controls. Like he goes like this, and then he's just like, what the
To
hell?
be fair,
bro?
his aerial was horrific. What was this?
True, but still,
What was that? It wasn't
he would at least it would be a shit shot. It would not be a great shot, but at least it would be a shot which is pressure. Like this is just even more crazy what this guy does. This is just like I don't know.
The fact that I lost this game actually is giving me like, I feel like this was like a traumatic memory.
Yeah, we all have those games that are just like you rather just want to forget about it, bro. Like it never happened.
PTSD. Again, what is this? What are these boost grabs? I mean, it wasn't.
No, I mean it's a little different here, because like, so what happens here is this guy double taps it off of the side one. He basically hits it into the corner, and there shouldn't be a like. Even if this guy misses, like let's say he goes for the ball and he misses, he should still be able to like turn around. Like this ball is so slow and dead in the corner that if you go for this boost, you should be fine for like 2 whole attempts from your teammate to hit the ball. If he misses the first one, he should have another chance at hitting the ball. Like the ball is so slow and dead in the corner that it's I don't mind this too much.
But
in this position, you're actually not doing anything wrong either. Again, what position can we cover everything in? And it's kind of this, like if the opponent hits it to us, we can turn up and score. If the opponent somehow like hits his ball back into the corner, we can then just go there or go this way. We're covering everything here. It might look like we're in the way, but we only are in the way if we get in the way, right? As long as you don't get in the way, everything is fine. He hits it there. Now we've transitioned into upfield, which is perfect. You can turn off ball and maybe look for a bump here. Because we can't really take the ball anymore. We've kind of like let that guy go. So Um, okay, I would say though, it's very it is very important to have very like distinct like you either need an alpha male up or you need to play not that same role, right? So if you wanted to take you kind of have to just full send it for the ball. Like let's say he hits it here, you kind of have to like make a full turn like this and then go for the ball. So like you kind of just have to go for the ball here and just go for it and trust your instinct. And if you don't do that, you kind of have to realize like, oh, what's coming next? Turn off ball cam, go for a bump. Turn off ball cam. Wait, the opponent is right here. He's challenging. I have to go back, right? So we can't both be in this position and then this guy not covering something else, right? Because you're not going for the ball, you're also not seeking aggressive options, and you're also not like covering neutral, like covering everything, kind of, right? Um, now it looks like you have a lot of time, but trust me, in the real game, this is a 1 second decision. Do I go for the ball? Do I go for the ball? Maybe. Oh fuck, he's already there, right? It goes very fast. Just to show you again, like people in the comments might say you look stupid, but it's already over right there. So
I wish my
either you
I wish my team would have let me hit it to the sidewall. I'm sorry. You can go.
yeah, and that's why he does let you, but you just have to alpha male and go for it. Because if you just take the ball off of him, the ball goes sideways and you continue, right? It might look like you're ball chasing, they might not like it, but that way you at least like know that if you're doing something that is like somewhat good, you have full boost, you're going for the ball, it's not bad. You can hit this ball to the wall and then have control and go again. It's not bad. But if you kind of just like turn around and not go for the option that you know is good, and then you kind of don't cover what's another option, then it might turn it from a good position into a bad position, right? So what I would do again is either alpha male up and go for the ball. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. But then when you don't do that, I would at least like again tap ball cam twice just quickly. So everything is fine. We're in a neutral position. We can cover everything. This happens. Either go for the ball now. If you don't want to go for it, turn off ball cam right now, and then you would see this, and then you would at least be able to turn back quicker. Um, we might be fine still. So and also because you didn't even realize there was a guy there, you don't even turn back, right? We like turning back would be turning towards the right because your car is more angled towards the right. This is the fastest way back, and instead of turning right, we literally turn fully like this. Like it's even a slower rotation. It's just like the awareness of like you're just caught, like you're just flabbergasted in the moment, right?
Yeah.
So many thoughts are happening and it's so fast paced that you're like, do I go or not? Do I go or not? Nah, I don't want to go. I'll let him go. Oh fuck! And then it's like, oh fuck! Like it's so fast. It's actually so fast. It looks so slow in a replay because I'm pausing it 100 times, but it's so normal and it's so fine and okay that you make like it's not even you. Like, everyone makes this mistake. Everyone has made this mistake once or multiple times. Very great recovery actually to still be able to get a touch, and very nice like feeling the intensity of I need to be back. A lot of people would just like go for this boost, and then when they grab the boost, they will see the opponent here, your teammate here, and then they will grab this boost and kind of linger around this way, and they just have too much faith in their teammate here. Bro, you need to get your ass back. If this ball goes past that guy, you need to be the guy that's back, right? So I love how you actually felt the intensity here. You boost towards where you're needed. Again, neutral position. If your teammate won the ball upfield, you just go upfield, right? It's not like you can't. Sometimes you won't be able to reach, sure, but at least you can then go to wherever you're needed next and do the next best thing. But this position here, you cover back, you cover dying 50, you cover 50 upfield, and again, you might not reach upfield, but it's fine. You can go to wherever you're needed. Now this touch loses the ball, yeah, because the opponent is just right there. So your options are booming the ball, but booming it like in a way where you get it again. So up here, corner wall, side wall, they're all booms that come back to you this way, that way. Um, those are probably your best touches.
Yeah.
Because like any touch at roll, you could hit it here and follow it up fast, like roll it up the wall and follow it up fast. But any touch that rolls up the corner, he will win because he will most likely go for that boost. So if you hit it over there and it rolls up the wall, and he goes like this, you might like be able to like be in front of him still. So like I would still go for a booming ball high up. I think those are better than just this touch. And the way you do that, I should also probably say the way you do that is you kind of have to just time it so you don't hit it. I mean, you do hit it after the bounce. Actually, you do hit it after the bounce. You just hit it too high up, so that you kind of angle the ball down instead of like getting to the ball. You want to jump later is a good tip. I feel like you want to just go for the ball and then jump flip really quick at the end. You don't want to jump and then go up, because like what happens when you flip when you jump and then you flip, you cancel out like any like upwards momentum. So if I'm going up like this with a single jump, now this is very high up, but let's just say I went up. If you flip here, you don't go higher than this. If you flip here, you don't go any higher than that. If you just single jump and you let it go, you flip there, you get that high. Basically, what happens is you jump now and then you flip later, which means your card is like this high up. But if you go towards the ball and then you jump flip very fast, you will still be kind of like low, like lower on the ball.
That's a good point. I should recognize the situations. I feel like I want to pull on a common thread between this and the last replay, the ones replay. I feel like I operate on the margins too much, and I'm not able to take into account all the variables in like on like a real time basis. Like for example, in that play, in my head, for some reason, I thought I had more momentum after flipping into the ball, and I would beat him to the corner. Like I thought, like I saw he was flipping close to like the post, and I thought he would have to turn around. And for some reason, I just miscalculated the timing. I thought I 100% had the boost and ball here. Like,
yeah, to be fair, I don't know, he still has like 90 boosts, which is crazy. Most of the time, when people land past the ball, like they land here, they're backwards, they land past the ball, they will have like 20 boosts max. And then this would work if he had no boost, but somehow magically this guy still had 90 boosts. So that's also what helped him a lot, because he would have never beaten you if he had this much boost.
Yeah.
But there's just one way to get rid of all of this, and that's just to have like a booming ball up there that would just come back to you. Booming ball up there that comes back to you, or a booming ball sidewall that comes back to you. And then even if the ball rolls up the wall, it's better to let it roll up there instead of corner, because that way he goes like this there, and you go straight line and try to be in front of him or like ahead of him. It's fine. Just let me know when you're ready. What fucking language is that? Is that Italian?
That's Spanish.
Oh, okay.
I live in Miami, so yeah, it's like the primary language over here. I live in the first killer as for a land.
All right, let's continue. I didn't know that has to be a joke, right? There's probably a lot of Hispanic people there, but like surely that's not actually the main language, though, right?
I mean, I would say in South Miami, yeah, I would say Spanish is the most spoken language. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, isn't it?
All right, so even here, like, it's not over yet. Again, it's just a slight mistake. It could have been us going upfield, but now it's them continuing their offense. And notice how here, this ball is going from left to right, so we don't like go for the ball like this. We actually like move towards where the ball could be going, so we cover all the options, right? Like we saw this similar situation where you now jumped a little bit too far towards the left, and now you actually cover everything. So don't want to note that that's good. He actually gets a touchdown. So when you're in a position like this, I should start on the ground. When you're on the ground, a lot of times you will get, when someone is just challenging you head on like this, and you're in this position, you have three options basically: left, right, up. But in the air, there's also, especially when they come from higher than the ball like this, there's also that touchdown that gets added into the mix. You don't really see this anywhere else, but in this position, you always want to be aware of the possible touchdown as well. You're going for the ball missing, it's not really bad or anything. Like, if you hit this ball, it's great. If you miss this ball, you can just go back, right? In twos, first man, you might miss the ball, you might hit the ball. It should be a goal for you guys, right? It's just you're doing your job. Now, the fact that you missed the ball doesn't mean it's terrible or something, right? You're just doing your job as a first man. You're just forcing.
Yeah, those ceiling dribbles are rough, man. They're tough to defend.
Yeah, it's hard to defend. Yeah. Again, you could have matched him on the ceiling here. It doesn't mean that you have to go. It just means that you would shadow like this on the ceiling, and then if he doesn't shoot it now, you could go now. So you could just like go like this and then go like that. You don't want to be too far on the left again. The ball is going from left to right, so you kind of want to be more like this and then adapt to the left if he doesn't do anything. But if he hit the ball, you kind of want to be more in front of the ball to where the ball is moving. That's one way to do it. You could have also just jumped off of the ceiling and forced that way. But I don't mind. I don't think coming down to the ground was that bad. Well, I went way too far back, I think. No, I didn't. Like, because this isn't even that bad. Maybe it would have been better if you realized you weren't reaching or something, though. So you wouldn't, like, fully, like, you would maybe just like either go for the bump or just take pass and go back. Maybe that would speed up your recovery at least. But then
Yeah.
again, you weren't even needed. Like your job here is to mainly just force for your teammate. Um, but yeah, that touchdown it's just too quick for you to reach. Now, if your teammate got bumped, then it would have maybe been better if you were still back, right? So
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's best to just force without fully overcommitting, and be a bit more aware of the touchdown, right? So
Yeah.
maybe, but like I feel like this is a hittable ball though. Like I don't mind you. That's why initially I didn't even say like you're doing anything wrong here because I feel like it's fine. It's realistic enough to go for the ball here. I think you just had to double jump earlier, maybe
Yeah.
like double jump here. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw as soon as he made that touch off the ceiling, I knew he was trying to go for that double, so like the ground dribble. So I was
Yeah,
trying to like block it off the ground first.
yeah,
I was just a little too
which is
late.
good. Yeah, no, you're seeing it and you're going for it. This is why I don't want to say you're doing something bad here.
I
If
feel
you
like
jumped earlier, yeah, if you
yeah.
maybe jumped a bit earlier, double jumped earlier, you would have maybe reached. But again, you don't reach. Your teammate should be behind you. Now, if you got bumped though, then it would have been a goal though. So that's why I've mentioned a couple of other options. If you do feel like you get in this position a lot and you get scored out of this position, you could try the other options, which is one. Again, I'll go over it. One would be to go match him on the ceiling, so you would just follow the ball's trajectory like this. You would go up to the ceiling with him, either challenge here or just kind of just linger around here, see what you want to do. You could even drive back towards backboard. You don't have to full commit, but this way you put pressure on. That's one way. The other way is to just be like this and then to jump off of the ceiling right here and then boost and then flip towards the ball just to challenge and force. And then the other way is to do what you're doing and to just try and like go for the ball like you do, or you could even just like let him hit it and then just be behind your teammate, like or go for the bump. But you could even just go like this, and then if your teammate gets bumped, you would still be back if you just grab pass and went behind him, right?
Yeah.
So those are all options. Because if you get in this position a lot and you get scored on, you should experiment with all options. I feel like to find something that you like, because there's multiple ways of just clearing it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. It's a goal anyway. It's fine. Well, I didn't mention, but in twos, faking the kickoff is so strong as well. I didn't mention it at the start, but it's so
Yeah,
good as
I
well.
do it
Great
all the
touch.
time.
Yeah, it's very good. A lot of solo queue teammates don't like it or they don't understand it
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because you. Now, in this position, they literally missed the ball. I don't think this was
Did they
intentional, by
actually
the way.
miss the
This,
ball? Oh my! What is this
this
lobby?
guy,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This
Oh
is
my
the
god.
comments are
He
going to
does,
destroy this lobby, including me probably.
that's crazy, bro. GC3. It happens, though,
This
but.
is top
Oh my.
0.1%, top
Yeah.
0.05% of the whole world. NA. They're gonna be like, oh, what happened in EU? That's what they're gonna
Yeah.
say.
So everyone basically, you have a great block here. Your teammate tries to get the ball to you, misses, and then in this position, again, you just don't want to take too long. You have a guy here, you have a guy
Yeah, it's a
here
rough
under you.
position. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to take too long. The best touch you can get is a touch with yourself somewhere. Um, this touch is great. It doesn't allow you to take the boost, but you don't need the boost. This touch is so good because it's a more aggressive option. If you hit the ball back to your corner and grab boost and blah blah blah, you have 100 boost, you have ball. It works. But if you hit the ball sidewall and hopefully it bounces more, it
Yeah.
looks like it's gonna
Yes,
bounce
I was
down.
aiming. I will say, I'm very proud of this touch. I like these touches more than like flip resets or like air dribbles because like I was
Yeah,
aiming for that top portion where it like curves into the ceiling, so like I get that drop
yeah.
down bounce, so I collect the
And
boost
then
and
you go
can.
again, right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
was aiming for that, but
Okay.
didn't execute
Yeah,
it, I
we
guess.
get beat, but like Um, I really like it as well. I would say though, if this bounces out, I think you have like a bigger chance of beating him again. Because like it bounces down and it goes straight down. But if this bounce out, like I don't know, I feel like the read is just like it's more of a 50-50 read. Like he kind of goes like this and he's kind of just waiting for the ball to bounce. You could kind of I don't know. I don't feel like this is bad, but the reason why he beats it is just because the ball's more towards him than towards you.
Yeah.
Um, I really like the idea though. Because like hitting the ball back to your corner, yes, you will get boost and ball. This is just a way more aggressive option, and trust me, even at SSL and like 2K MMR plus, you're gonna catch people off guard because what you're doing with this touch is basically like forcing this guy to be back, and it's just 1v1. Like if this ball bounced in a way where you read it perfectly and you beat this guy, the net is open. So this you're basically creating a chance at a goal here by not playing the ball back, but rather playing it sidewall. So I really like the idea actually here. I do think personally I would try and hit it more like I would kind of aim for this area kind of more, and the reason being is like if the ball bounces from corner down, it's just kind of harder to get the angle, especially when we're coming from the right side of the ball. Like if the ball's here, you kind of want to be on this side, like opposite of goal side, just bring it like towards goal. It's kind of hard to shoot the ball from this position, like on this side of the ball. But if we hit it like sidewall and the ball bounces back, it's still a tough angle. But you can actually like, I mean, you could hit it sidewall again or something. Like, um, everything. Both options work though, but you just have to be fast. Like even this little downtime, maybe could have maybe just gone for it, but maybe you didn't. I don't know. It's fast paced, of course. It's easy to talk in hindsight. I like the idea. I really like the idea here.
What? Oh, the boost. That was the replay glitch. Okay.
Great save from your teammate, to be fair. Um, and I do feel like you could still reach this, but you kind of just have to jump here. Like you don't want to be the guy that jumps later. You kind of want to jump at the same time at worst. You kind
Yeah.
of want to jump before your opponent, and at worst jump at the same time, because if he jumps before you and you jump 0.1 second later, he's just gonna be higher than you. Um, but it's fine. At least you don't like your rotation is still fine, or your teammate has to make a
What
double
a
save. And he does.
save!
Yeah, he actually does a great job there.
I missed that boost.
Oh my.
He's
Okay.
cooking. I should have
So
been there.
in this position, nah, I don't agree. I don't agree.
No?
Why? Because if you were there, let's say you were there and you had a free shot, that's great. That would be best, of course. I agree with you. If you were there and you could get a shot that they can't block, it's good. But in this position, like if you went for this ball now, like let's say you jump for this ball, this guy always has a block on you. If he flips here, he always has a block. So now
Yeah.
we still see you go, which is like
Horrible. Oh my god.
I have like IRL friends that I used to play like split screen with and stuff, and they make this mistake a lot. Is like they could have been in a good spot, but they weren't, and then they still try to like be there even though they weren't. If that makes sense. Like I would get like a pass middle or something, they weren't there, but they felt like they could have been there, but they're not there. But then they still try to be there. It's like you weren't there. That's unfortunate. Let's just play on. Like let's just be wherever we're needed next.
Yeah.
But if you weren't there, you can't still be there, right? So if we were here now, let's say we were like right here and we could shoot this right here and this guy can't reach, that's good. But if you weren't there and then you're not there, then you're just not there. You just have to realize.
Yeah, I think I just misread. I thought he was flailing down, like it looked like his recovery was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be fair, even the challenge isn't even where it ends, kind of, because if you went for this ball like this and you just single jump and flew towards the ball, try to match the ball's height, get as close as you can, the less distance between you and the ball, the less chance there is, the smaller the gap is to go past you. Like if he hits his ball now and we stop here, the ball could go there, all these angles. But if we get closer to the ball and he hits it here, we can still like kind of reach. Like it's just a smaller gap, right? So try and get as close to the ball as you can. Try and match the ball's height, and then at the end, if you still have a flip, try to use your flip to close the distance even more. So everything was still fine, but we do double jump and we kind of angle our car like in a way where we're not even like facing the ball head on anymore. We're kind of like only covering like this.
Yeah, I think I panicked. I just realized I fucked
Yeah.
up royally.
Yeah.
Sucks.
But even to be fair, a lot of times in Rocket League, even when you go for the how should I say it? Like it's not the most optimal decision you made here. It's kind of like you jumped and then you realize, fuck, he just flipped. This is still scary. You could have still like tried to do your best to single jump, try and get as close to the ball as possible, and then try and use that flip at the end to try and reach, because you do have a big coverage still with the flip, and the ball is not this high up. Like the ball's not like near the ceiling that we have to double jump or something. Like even while double jumping, I think if you just stayed straight so that you could at least boost like somewhere where you're needed, like this still looks like you're hitting the ball kind of like this.
Yeah.
It's just this little arrow towards the right. Like try and always keep your car straight. Again, neutral is like important. Wait, did he
miss
just?
that?
Oh my. Oh my.
No, this is actually like diamond, I think. Oh my god.
My. That's incredible.
I think there's been what, like 3 missed open nets this game at least, like really horrendous ones.
Multiple, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. The comments are gonna love this one.
Nice. So grab back boost, teammate has mid boost. We can be a bit closer. You don't want to flip forward. I would say you could be a bit closer and grab pads. Like when this happens and you're this far back, you only have to be cautious if he's getting challenged or if like if there's a threat. Basically, there's no real threat here. He already got it past this guy. He's going forward, so you can rush a bit forward. You don't want to be too close, but you could rush a bit forward, grab this pad, maybe be like somewhere here around the mid line already, because you get here, but you're not even supersonic, and it's a bit slow. I don't want to talk about it too much, but you could have been here to beat. Basically,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you would have been able to beat there.
I agree.
If you just kind of full boosted here and grab this pad while it's here, then grab that pad when you're there, a bit faster, because like this happens, this happens, this happens, and you can beat here without even committing or anything. You just smart challenge, drive, and just hit the left side of the ball and hit it towards the right. Just drive, chow. And if you lose, you just go back and you'll be fine. You don't even have to full commit. But if you're there fast and you can play the most forcing, most aggressive, it's just gonna be better than just like not being there and just having them be fine and stuff. So important to know that when your team is not getting challenged and you're going upfield, try and like have like support role, like a little bit more active support role. Like
Yeah. I'm gonna
he's
go
still
into
passive.
like my low
Yeah.
level thought process. Like
Yes.
the psychological part of this game is so intriguing to me, because like, I can read my car body language, just the
Yeah.
little way I'm turning and just like the way I'm positioning. I'm number one, I'm tilted right now, and number two, I don't trust myself anymore because I made such a horrendous error. I'm sure this has happened to you, and like, I mean, maybe not you, but maybe your teammates in like RLCS, where like they just
Yeah.
actually just drew a goal, and the call's quiet, like no one's saying
Yeah.
anything, and then like it's just kind of weird vibes. I think this is what kind of happened in my own head. Like I was just really upset about that mistake I made, the blunder in chess, I would call it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think now I'm kind of on passive mode. It's just something I've been trying to fix, but I am an emotional player, unfortunately, and yeah, it's
I mean, yeah. To be fair, like you can't just like cut out all emotions. It's not like I, for example, have never been frustrated or angry or something. Like it's just more so like how do I deal with these emotions, especially during the game. Maybe you can let out some frustrations after the game, but in this position, if you care about like getting better in your rank and stuff, 1-1, like yeah, you might have made a blunder or whatever, you might have missed some winning chances. This is a totally free game still to win. That should be your mindset at
yeah,
least. So
yeah,
you should still play as forcing, as much pressure, as this and that, as smart, as good, as everything as you can be. So
I agree.
but I agree. Like emotions are like they're natural, man. Like everyone gets upset, everyone gets frustrated and stuff. But at least during the game, it's best to try and just stay somewhat calm and cool headed and just like try and just do your best. I think I don't know. It's tough. You can't really do much more other than try and contain yourself and just deal with all the emotions and stuff later if possible. It's hard. It's easier said than done though. And some people just get caught up more in their emotions than others, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, your opponent has basically hit the ball into the corner once. You could have been there, but we weren't there. And then he has all this vision, but he just hits it again. So you do have a free touch, and um, I do like how you back up here because this ball is you want to catch this ball at a moment where you can hit this ball without jumping, without flipping, preferably. So that's why you back up a bit. You could have maybe gone up a bit more backwards to catch it a bit cleaner on the bounce. But this works. This is fine. A great control as well to get multiple touches. And going for the reset and block, it might not look smooth, but you like it could have been better if you had like a better setup. So like when this happened, you could have maybe gone a bit more backwards. So the ball was coming towards you, you just insta turn and then was like, fuck, I kind of need to go more backwards. Maybe you could have just seen where the ball was going and then kind of matched with that. Um, but what you're doing here is totally fine. You get a touch and you go for a reset. You win space and you win time for your teammate to follow up on whatever comes next, right? So your teammate should be there, and that you basically by what you're doing there is just you're allowing your whole team, you and your teammate, to just keep pressure on the opponents.
Yeah.
And again, I really like your teammate actually has some aggression. We don't just see him play like, oh, I went, and now I'll go back. It's your turn. I don't like that thought process too much. if
Me neither.
this guy sees that you're not there, then he should just go again. Like, why would you just not go again? Um, I don't know why I'm watching him, but like I would say for him, it's better if he single jump flips the fuck out of this wall corner wall, um, or even backboard, I guess. But this just doesn't have a lot of power, right? So you can't really commit. Again, this is kind of a similar position to what we saw here in front of the net, where you it would have been nice if you were there, but you have to already be there if you want to still. You can't still go, right? It's kind of the same position where if we were here jumping now for this ball and scoring it, that's good, but you can't like still go for this ball. It's kind of a similar position. Now we realize it, of course, and we just play calm. He's up. We're in a neutral position, following the ball's momentum. We can go wherever we're needed. Ball goes there. You could go for the corner boost. Could have done it earlier. Oh my god. Scary. When would I go for corner boost is kind of like after this touch, kind of. Either you want to just go for the challenge or you want to go for the corner boost. Now, since your teammate is also there, he grabbed the mid boost. I would probably just go for the corner boost. It's just safe and solid. Like, you don't have to deal with it later. You don't have the issue of accidentally giving it to your opponent. So I wouldn't do it preemptively. I wouldn't go for any boost here. I wouldn't. You could probably just go for it there after that touch, because then you would go for this corner boost. Your teammate is still like pretty close to it, and then all this shit happens. You grab the corner boost by now, and then now you could just be on the backboard here, and then your best touch is to just bring it over here into this open space and stuff.
Yeah.
Now you don't necessarily need the corner boost, but I think especially when your teammate gets the mid boost, I think it's just best you just get the corner boost, and then you're just in this position. Always be side to side. Don't be um, don't be where the ball is going to be at, but have this momentum with the ball, kind of with or against the ball. Both work. Like if you were here, this works as well. Of course, like if you were on this position, this works as well. That way you don't even need the boost. You can then try and play. So this guy goes for the boost. You can then try and play fast. So that the guy goes for the boost, but you kind of use it as a bait. That's actually a really good strat as well, that not a lot of people um, consciously think about at this rank. But you could leave the boost there, so this guy goes for the boost. Meanwhile, you just have a good clean position like this. You're not even going for the boost, and then when the ball is here, you try to play as fast as you can. So this guy is stuck. He's kept behind you, right? So I do want to mention that you don't always have to go for boost, but going for boost just it just like doesn't allow for him to have any play basically, because he's gonna be here with zero boost. So if you have this boost here and then you control it this way, that's one way to play it. But another way to play it is to not even get to that corner and play here. Meanwhile, he's gonna go for boost, and then you try to just be here already, boom the ball like this, and play faster than that guy.
I didn't
so
own
it's
goal this, did I? No. Oh, it's a
you
bad
almost
touch,
did. It was fucking scary.
That would have been hilarious. Just, man, this lobby's already bad enough.
Oh my
Wait, did I own goal?
No, it's very close.
Yeah, these EU comments are going to be fire. I can't wait.
So we're actually perfectly fine like this, but in the end you kind of go a little bit too far towards the left. It's like the whole like trying to find the balance, right? The ball's gonna have momentum from right to left like this, so it's gonna go this way. So how do we cover it? We do want to not go too far towards the right, because of course the ball is going this way. So we saw you have issues with like going preemptively towards where the ball was like a second ago, but it's gonna go this way. So you don't want to go here. You don't want to go here either, because then you're gonna be too far on the left. So it's very hard, but there is this balance where you kind of just like you're in the middle and you're just following it, and then it might be a little bit more left than you thought. It might be a little bit more on the right that you thought, but it's just this middle approach where you can kind of go left and right, both kind of work still. That's kind of what you want to find, and you had it, but you went a little bit too far towards the left at the end, and it's hard. It really just comes with time and just getting in this position a lot and just getting repetitions in. But I do think having like some awareness and trying to find the balance is faster than doing it 1,000 times and never being aware of, oh, there is a balance I have to find, right? If you just do it 1,000 times and do it correctly like 5 times, and you make a mistake the other 900 times, like you never think about it, you're gonna still get better at it, believe it or not. But if you think about it and actively try to think, where the fuck is that middle? Where the fuck do I actually need to be? Okay, I went too far left. Let me try to be more middle. Oh, this time I actually needed to be left. Why is that the case? You actually just have to like experiment and fight for it. But you will get better at it, even if you're not aware. But if you're aware and focused, you're gonna get better at it faster, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like I'm
yeah,
already
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I'm already like
Like
fuck
right
it.
here, yeah. You
I'm
already
like
kind of know, like,
it's
oh
already
fuck,
chalked. It's already chalked.
yeah,
My teammate's gonna vote the forfeit in like about a second.
yeah.
No,
I mean,
but
the
you're
thing
right
of
though. Yeah, like staying calm and like just being composed and just because I know like I'm pretty sure you looked enough at enough of my gameplay where like I'm a good enough player where I can like track the ball where it's going.
yeah,
I can get
yeah,
the
of
hit where
course.
I want to like most of the time. Like my mechanics are not bad. I think it's just for me it's the fear based inputs, the emotions taking
I
over.
agree. Yeah, it's more like a that's one side that needs to like get better, but I think that just comes with like more experience and just like more like. But I do want to say this other thing that helps a lot is just like knowing more what you're gonna do, like knowing more what your options are, knowing more what the best option is, knowing more how to position yourself to cover most of those options, like covering all of that. I think those two things, like just trying to stay chill, trying to play the game more, get repetitions in to get rid of those fear-based inputs, like you said, and then also knowing like what are actually all my options, and then just trying it. I tried this option, it doesn't work. Why did it not work? And just going for it. But repetitions, experience, and shit will help a lot. But again, just like focused training. Like for example, in this situation, if you just get in it again, just try not to be too far on the left of the ball. It's better to be more on the right of the ball because you're kind of more goal side if you're like more right, if that makes sense. Now we're on the opposite side of the net, sure, but this way you're gonna have more of a chance at own goaling than to be if you're on the right side. You're gonna kind of hit it more like away from the net.
Yeah, this might be the first. I mean, if I own gold, it would have been the first successful open net
It's a
goal of
tough
the game.
angle actually.
That
If
would have
this
been
was an
impressive.
offense, yeah, if this was an offense, it would have actually been a nice like turn into an instant shot. Like this is a hard ass angle to read. Like if you scored this, that would have been an
I was
impressive
a
angle. Yeah,
millimeter off. I was so
yeah.
close. It's funny.
But again, I do want to state again this fact that like I do think this angle was a bit awkward because we just didn't pick an option like cleanly. Like once he hits this ball to the corner here, this is a dead ball. He's not gonna do much. Our options are either challenge or is to have side to side movement. So either be grabbing this boost and be in this position and just be ready for it, or you would leave the boost there as bait and be in this position right here, and then this would happen, and then we would be here, right?
Can you, yes,
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
No, you go. You go. Finish your thought.
No, I just wanted to say just because we don't go for the back boost initially, and we also don't like set up in another forward going position. Like again, we could have gone for this forward position here. We kind of just like go for the boost late, and then ball goes over our head, and now it's panicky, right? This position now we're not set up cleanly. We're not here bringing the ball over there. We're also not here hitting the ball this way. We're kind of like under the ball a bit late, right? That's why it's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you say?
No, I agree. I was gonna say a very similar thing because like I think the indecision was working to my disadvantage. I think my indecision has actually helped me through periods of this game because my teammate has turned a lot when rotating back, which is fine.
Yeah.
So like he kind of turned or challenged there. I was trying to be mindful of that, but
Yeah.
like I was just curious. Like just yeah, keep it playing. I'm gonna tell you when to pause because I want to ask a question. Okay, right here, right here. Pause it. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe a little bit before, but like I would like to see like
I
where
could
would
go
you
back.
be
Yeah.
where would you be looking if you had like an eye tracker? Like I want to see that your progression, you know, your progressions.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just looking at the ball right now, and I can see that my teammate is just going for the ball. Now I'm just looking at the ball. I'm looking at this guy landing. I'm looking at this guy right now to see where he kind of lands. He's just gonna land as soon as you know he's just gonna land behind you. It's not really that important anymore, especially because you know he's gonna land far behind you because he was still in the air while landing. Now I just look at this guy. He's going for the ball. First, always look at this guy hitting the ball. Then you should look at where your teammate is. So now I see this team is going there. Now I'm looking at where he's hit the ball to, and somewhere around now you should probably think about the other guy somewhere. Okay, he went back, but you don't really have to look for him. You kind of just want to think about it. But yeah, basically I'm looking at the opponent first, then my teammate, um, or maybe the ball first. Ball slash my opponent first, kind of, because you know where the ball is. You know where the ball is, so you look at the opponent first to see what he's gonna do. Then, so I would look at the opponent, then my teammate. In this position, I kind of know after this touch the opponent doesn't have a lot anymore, so I'd look at my teammate. He's going for mid boost. I would just again set up like this, set up like fucking going for the back boost like this, and then be like here, or I would grab the other side like this from net to out. Um, yeah, I've actually had the question a lot to like get an eye tracker because I get the question a lot like where are you actively looking at during the game, and most of the time it's the opponent, like most of it, because you will always kind of see or know where the ball is. Like you don't have to actively look at the ball to know like you even if you look at this guy, you know the ball is like up here, right? So you kind of always look at your opponents to kind of see what they are gonna do with the ball. But of course you're gonna have like you're kind of gonna see the ball, or you kind of maybe look at this guy and take a quick glance at the ball. But it's important to know what the opponent is going to do with the ball, because if you only look at the ball, then you're just going to go for this ball as if your opponent isn't even here. But if
Yeah.
you know if your opponent is here, he's going to then hit this ball this way, so he can't go forward, right? But you also have to sometimes take a quick look at your teammate to see where he's going, right? Because we can't go because the opponent is there. So you want to, first of all, it's important to know your opponent is there, so we can't go. We go back to cover the opponent's hit, but we don't go all the way back because our teammate is going to cut and the ball is going to go this way, right? So I think opponent first. Then when you have time, look for the teammate, look for the other opponent if he's behind you for a bump or something. But opponent first. What is the opponent going to do with the ball? Then like teammate, like in this downtime, for example, he lands here, he's going this way. It's important to know that. Now I'd look at the opponent again. Okay, he's going to get that touch. He got that touch on the ball. The ball's kind of dead. I would look at the teammate again. Is he going to do something? I don't know. But you don't really have to get
I
involved.
see.
Really, you can just
That's
set up for what comes next.
that's interesting because like I'm just imagining a spectrum from
Yeah,
like bronze to SSL, and like when you start the game, you're looking at your car and the ball
your
only.
car and the ball.
And then
Yeah,
as
I
you get
agree.
higher in rank, you start to focus less on your car because it's second nature to you, and now you're
Yeah,
focusing more on the ball. But you don't really I don't feel like you really look at your opponents like closely until you're like probably GC2, I'd say, like in that area, maybe even a little higher.
yeah.
And I think I'm just starting to do that. But I want to do one thing with you. Like I want to actually go through my progressions because
Wait,
I had a
your
different progression than you when you were
wait.
describing it. I was actually looking at my
Your
teammate.
mic is cutting out.
Oh, I'm
Sorry.
sorry, my bad. Maybe
Nah,
it
it's
might be
fine.
Discord.
Yeah,
Is it
it could
better
be.
now?
You just I can't tell yet, but could you just start over again? Because I couldn't really.
No worries. No, I was just saying, like you heard the spectrum and everything, but
Yeah, I
I
heard
was
that.
when
Yeah.
you were going over your progressions,
Yes.
I actually you were saying you're looking at your opponent when you were saying you're looking at the opponent slash ball.
Wait, you just
I
cut
was
out again.
actually sorry. Do you hear me now?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. When you were saying you were looking at the opponent slash the ball,
Yeah,
I was actually looking at my teammate because I felt like that
yeah.
was like dead time. Like I was kind of just focused on what he was doing.
I mean, maybe I didn't pinpoint it accurately though, because I'm of course not like I can't exactly tell you because I'm not playing right now. I don't know what I would be looking at right now. I just kind of like pause it. I agree with you. If you felt like it was dead time, downtime, you want to look at the team, and I feel like that's it's just important to look at the opponent and the ball when they could do something with the ball. As soon as you know what's happening, or if you know there's no threat anymore, or there's downtime or whatever, then you look at the team. And you're right in how you state that, how you express that though, because I could maybe have timed it at the wrong moment, or I could have maybe um, set it at the wrong time or something. But if there's downtime, or you know what they're gonna do with the ball, or the ball's going anywhere non-threatening, that's kind of when you want to look at either your teammate, or if there was a guy bumping you, or where the boost is, or double ball cam off and on type shit. So you could be right in that. I might have not pinpointed the exact right timing.
I see.
Um,
Okay, I just wanted to clarify. Perfect.
yeah, nah, it's good that you asked it. But yeah, like for example, here I just look at the opponent. I can't really go. My teammate's going. I'm looking at my teammate. Ball's going over there. I'm kind of moving my car over there. The opponent is up. I'm looking at the opponent. Looking at the ball. Ball goes into the corner. Choose you want to grab the boost or not, but just set up in a forward going clean position, right? Almost own goal, and now we're back to
Sick.
new territory. They're bringing the ball back. You're first, man. You can chase, get pads, go for a demo. We can't get anything. We're back in time. You can go for the boost. It's fine. Just don't get in his way.
I said
And
sorry
this
there.
again is this again is a big mistake. It's kind of what we saw earlier, as in like either you want to alpha male and take the ball, but it makes no fucking sense to do that. You're literally almost own goaling maybe here, bumping him. So there's no alpha male situation here. We just need the boost, and we need to just play support role. We need to just play second man. So the boost grab is fine, but then you shouldn't really like boost grab and then go into the same position as him, because one guy here and the other guy is question mark. He could be anywhere. So Your position should just be clean.
I,
It should just be go like this and then go like
I
this.
have a question, okay? Because
Yes.
I this might be the first time where I'm not disagreeing with you, but I feel like if I was Shazanwich, I might
Yeah.
have can I see his POV real quick? Can you go back? I just want to see what he
Yes.
saw because maybe he didn't see me too well.
I'll just go back a
Because like
bit.
I understand it might be tilting for him to see that, but I just want to see this. Okay, in my opinion, I think this is more on him, because I think like, if I were him, I think I would have realized that my teammate is rotating that way to wall, and I would have just like
Yeah.
touched it lightly for him. But I mean, it had to be really, it had to be a really careful touch because like pride is
No,
there.
even this touch is fine in terms of what you
But
were
he
saying.
follows
You're
it.
saying, yeah, you're saying he just gets a touch and then lets you go, which works. But the problem is you're not gonna be able to control what they do most of the time. So the way my brain would work is if they want to do that, great. If you feel like you're a lot better than your teammates, sometimes you could even just take the ball off of him and kind of ego.
That's
Like
alpha.
you will
Yep.
see, no, you will see pros do that a lot when pros playing like 2K lobbies and the ball is here and this is like Nupo or something. He will just take the fucking ball because he doesn't give a fuck, right? If he has full boost, he's taking the ball every time, right? So you could do that if you feel like um, you're confident and you can do something with that play 9 out of 10 times. But as soon as he gets that touch and you grab the boost and he's like still following it, you kind of just like kind of have to like either take the ball, but if you don't want to do that, the safest, most solid option is to just let him, right? So then you would just just it's kind of the opposite of alpha male. We're just cooking now. We're just a cook male
Oh
now,
yeah.
but it's fine.
Yep.
Like yeah, we just cover like next. We just play support role. It's fine, right? He wants to play. It kind of is his ball. I get your thought process. It would be very nice for him to like just get a soft touch that rolls up here and you grab the boost and turn. It works and it's done a lot at high rank and probably even in low ranks, but it's not done always, and you can't really rely on it being like happening here. You could go for it, but as soon as he goes for it, you kind of just have to like just let him go, right? It's just the nature of the game. You can't like follow him while he's going.
Yeah.
It's fine though. He gets a block and the game continues. We can go for a challenge here. Nice. We could have gone for a drive challenge as well, where we would just just follow the ball and follow his car, right? So you don't want to go for the ball here because it's still going that way. So how do we deal with this shit? You kind of just follow it, and if it goes, because the ball's momentum this way, right? So um, maybe I should slow it down or something. So we can just follow this, literally just keep going, and then here this is just where you just drive into it, right?
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to go on the wall. You could just go like this, and you should do it in a way where you drive into it, but you should also kind of go for the demo. So you should kind of just drive into it like this, kind of go like this. He's gonna go that way. You can kind of get both if you do it correctly. Going on the wall is not bad. Trust me, it really is not bad. Um, Now, when you jump though, you kind of want to have momentum towards the ball and not away though, because otherwise you're gonna have like flips that have no power. So in like if you want to jump, you should have turned your car. It's kind of hard to show from this angle, but you kind of should have turned a little bit towards the left, like a slight towards the left, instead of you kind of jump angle with your front of your car's angled like this kind of. But if you angled like this, you're gonna just be able to flip into the ball, like diagonal flip towards the left and get more power. If you jump and flip towards the left now, you're kind of just gonna propel yourself a little bit more outwards instead of actually towards the left. Um, just because your car is like kind of pointed away. So to counter that, you instead of jumping and side flipping to the left, you jump, arrow, and then flip towards the right to like because like if you jump and flip towards the left now, you're kind of going this way. So you jump, arrow, and then flip towards the right diagonally into the ball, which works, but it's just like you get contact with the ball, you just don't get a lot of power on it. So it's not a mistake, but I do want to say just drive challenging into the ball here. The ball's on the ground, it's rolling, it's going this way. Just follow it and try to just drive through it. Get a demo if you can. Try and win boost. That's one
agree.
way of doing it. And then the other way is to just get on the wall, and then if you want to jump, I'd say like I don't want to say this is bad. I'm not gonna talk too much about it. What you're doing is fine. You just blocked him. You can even just recover now. You didn't. Nothing went wrong. Basically, it could have just been done a bit better, right? Mid boost might spawn. Yeah, it spawns on you. Okay, that's fine. We could have gone there, like after the mid boost spawns. Like, what if he just doesn't hit this ball right? We're kind of first man again, because this guy's gonna go behind you. If we play back, he's gonna turn though. So we could have mid boost grabbed, and then you don't want to full chase, but you could have like mid boost grabbed and then maybe stayed here, maybe just put some pressure on by driving, and then still went back if he flipped or something. But we kind of grabbed the mid boost and just like a little bit too passive, in my opinion, go back, right? Now he could have shot here, sure, but like as soon as he doesn't like shoot this, like what he's doing here, you kind of want to just turn and stuff, and you do that, but I don't know, it's kind of just
It's
in
not
between.
smooth. Yeah, it's not smooth.
Yeah, it's kind of just in between. It's not a mistake though. I don't think it's a mistake, but I do think you could have done that movement, but it's not a mistake. They give you the ball, your teammate gets the boost. Nice. I actually love this touch. There's two things you can do here. One is control it to sidewall. The other is get ready on the backboard. So one touch is like this. The ball is landing here. You control it like this. The other one is you don't even touch it. You just go backward and control it that way. So I really like this. It's a perfect touch. Okay, now this is actually a decent touch. You can just control it. Nice. You win the 15. You keep pushing. Nice. You should get the boost. Nice. I feel like this is like the first time we've seen you like win something. Probably not the first time, but like you actually clear the whole field and beat both and win boost and just have offensive like possibilities in the future, right? We've seen you have some plays where you keep up the offensive pressure, but we don't do much or something, or your teammate, didn't have a perfect follow up or something. But here you actually cleanly get a soft touch forward into pushing the 50, into pushing another 50, into grabbing. Like you're doing a whole lot for your team here.
Thank you.
I like that turn. I like that turn a lot because you know in a dream world your teammate would be here and get it past these guys, but that's not the case. So you don't just want to leave this ball. You don't want to hit it too far over him, like over your own teammate. Like if you could get a soft touch into him, that's good. That's one of your best options here. And another best option is to try and like hit the ball out into middle here, but you have to be careful. But if you wanted to do that, you have to just really try and get towards the middle of the ball, and then just follow it and then jump like you're on the wall, of course. So you would jump like right here. You can try and do that. But I like that you try to go for this ball right now. He gets it past you. It should be fine.
Oh,
okay, it's all fine.
That was a good play by him, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you went, your teammate should have realized and like he can't go for this ball. Maybe he was waiting for a pass. It doesn't happen, but right here, when the opponent is going, your teammate should. He doesn't even have to half flip. You can just drive back. Like some people just overuse like half flips or something. It's always best to just go forwards. Like half flipping is fine, but if he had to just half flip, and then again, half flipping is committing to going backwards. If you just go like this, you can just turn again. Like
I see.
Forwards is just always like this is more natural. Like if you can just go like this, and then he just hits it, you're just going back, and then you could still like turn and challenge again. Whereas half flipping, you full commit to going back. Half flip should be like a last resort type thing. Half flip, you shouldn't like wait here and then have to half flip. I feel like
yeah.
So I don't know. He stays here awkwardly and stuff. Like everything is fine because if you tapped it out here, he's in a perfect spot. As soon as that doesn't happen, which is right now, he could still kind of wait here. This is fine. But as soon as this guy's going for the ball now, it's fully clear that the opponent's playing the ball now. Instead of just he backs up now like this, but he should have just gone like this.
Yeah, because I mean, my role was basically like obviously I was first man, and
yeah.
I mean I'm an evolving first man, as in like I could go for the challenge, I could hit it back, but as soon as he realized, I think my role kind of evolved to like forcing first man. Like once I didn't get this touch, where like my presence was more important than like exactly the 50 I was gonna make. Is that kind of right, or it's like the fact that I'm in the corner, it makes them want to flip into the ball past me?
I do feel like the two big continuations you have, like you do everything correctly here. The two big continuations you have here is one soft touch here, so you would drive here, single jump out, and just pass it to your teammate. That's a very easy continuation of the play here. And the other continuation of the play would be this is what you try to do here, I think, is to try and be on the middle of the ball and to try and pop this ball out from the wall. If you don't do either of those, then basically they just like run over you and you're just left in the corner, kind of like. So yeah, you have presence and yeah, you make this guy hit the ball, but unfortunately your teammate like doesn't respond to it correctly as the last man. Like he was totally fine until he just like drove backwards. But it's always important to not only be like, oh fuck, my teammate should have done this, because again, you can't really control what he does. It's important to also look at what you yourself or we as players could have done better, because in the end you can only improve yourself. You can't improve this guy's
Oh yeah,
like
you're right.
gameplay.
Yeah, I could have played that a lot. I could have played that a lot better. I think I also misread the bounce up. Like I thought it was gonna roll
Yeah,
more
it's a
along the
tricky
wall.
bounce, to be fair. It's a tricky bounce. Again, the easiest thing is to just slowly tap it back. But then again, if you hit it but even hitting it too far over this guy is fine, because then you just keep going.
Judging, looking at his half flip, I don't know if it would have been fine.
No, but like
Joking.
if you tapped it back over him, you could just go again. Like
That's true.
let's say you just hit it. Yeah, you could just then go again. Like it's your ball at that point. Because yeah, I mean we've seen his half flip and shit. Like it's not that great, but
Yeah.
yeah, two big options here. One is just trying to get some sort of a soft touch back to him, and otherwise you would here then jump and go for this ball, which you do. You do go for it, but you have to realize, like, again, this guy was going. You have to kind of just like go for the ball, but go a bit more towards the left side of the ball. Because if you go for the ball like this and the ball gets hit, you have more of a chance if you went like this kind of and then went for the ball like that. It's just goal side, right? But even if you flipped here, you could have gotten a touch still, maybe.
Yeah.
Because we single jump, but we never really flip. Like flipping is such a big part of like getting to touches that you might like. If you just kind of, I don't want to say you gave up, but if you don't have any more inputs after this, then you're just lingering around here. You're not hitting the ball. But if we jump up like this and we try to arrow, we try to boost towards the ball, but at the end we make sure to like flip to ensure a connection on the ball, or at least some sort of like an attempt at extra blocking it, feeling the intensity of him hitting the ball over here somewhere, like towards the left, and now you kind of like try to flip there, you just have better chances of like at least getting some sort of a block or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna touch on a fundamental habit. So this is something Zector said as well. I
Yeah,
kind of what he said earlier too. It's like I carry these like fundamental habits that are not situationally dependent. I just do them by default. Like for example, I have this principle that I probably picked up in some Verge video or something, where it's like flipping in the corner, especially when your teammate's like in a weird position, is like I just try not to do it because it's like it would lengthen my recovery time. But honestly, with
yeah,
100 boost in this situation, like it's better for me to go for some kind of block than just allow like my teammate to be in a 1v2, like with the ball advancing so fast out of the corner. But I feel like I just have that like right now I can look at this replay and I can tell you like exactly what you're saying. Like I can kind of understand what you're saying. I can do, but like
yeah.
I feel like it's really hard for me to be able to make those decisions in the moment because I'm just so rules based. I'm a rules based player. Like
It's not bad, to be fair, but I do want to say, based off, so like your rule is to, if I'm in a, so I actually like your rule a lot. I should start out with that, because I'm first man in their corner, we're in an aggressive position, and let's say you get out of the play, your recovery is too slow to come back, you rely on the guy that can't fucking half flip or decide when to half flip and when to drive forward to be back, right? But
yeah.
the problem with the discipline you're following here is flipping lengthens your recovery, but jumping eliminates your recovery. As soon as you jump here, you've chosen to commit. So like flipping here might might make it slower, but as soon as you jump here, you're basically letting the guy who can't half flip be last man. So at that point, it's better to fully go for the option that you chose. So that means fully committing, fully flipping, boosting, whatever you need to do to get contact. And I actually like your rule, but then if you wanted to follow that principle and you weren't, like, let's say you wanted to hit this ball back, you didn't feel comfortable. You wanted to hit this ball out here, but you didn't feel comfortable. You're totally fine for continuing your momentum on the wall and going back. By the way,
Yeah, that's what I
so
should have done.
in,
Yeah.
in in that sense, if you want to, yeah, that's totally fine. If you didn't feel like the angle was natural, or it just slipped by you or something, and you know you couldn't have a perfect touch, you're totally fine in following the rules of, hey, I don't want to leave my teammate alone. He's probably gonna drive backwards, whereas he could have just gone forwards and gone back. He just fucking drives backwards and fucks himself in the ass. Like, I actually like that rule where you don't want to leave your teammate alone. But as soon as you jump, you should be aware, like, hey, yeah, I don't want to flip to not be back later. But as soon as you jump, it's kind of committing. That's why drive challenges are very strong, because you drive, and whatever the fuck happens, you go back. You don't jump and keep going forward. You don't flip. You don't do any of that. You can't really drive challenge here. I mean, you could have drive hit it back maybe, but maybe it's soft
It
single
was
jump.
so
But
awkward with that. Yeah, it's just
yeah. There was a slight bounce on the wall as well, so that's why it went off a bit. So that's why I said if you felt like you weren't comfortable here, you're fine. You're totally fine in letting this guy hit and going back and playing on, right? Because
yes.
as long as you don't like, going for the ball here is not bad. Trust me, it's even probably better than going back because going back is passive, and beating the opponents is always better. Um, but if you just didn't feel comfortable or whatever, or whatever reason, you could always just go back. Because if you just went like this and he hits the ball and you're just here, you could either bring this ball back or you would maybe be already be behind your teammate or like whatever. You could bring this ball back now. Like as long as you just went back, you would have been fine, I think. But go again. I don't want to say going for the ball is bad here, but I do want to say if you go for this ball, at least like actually go for it with like some intensity. Like you have to try and get a piece of the ball here then by flipping.
I have another comment thread I want to pull because I'm realizing this
Yeah.
watching because I honestly don't watch a lot of replays of myself, to be honest. Like I just started.
It's boring.
With,
It really is
yeah,
boring.
it's sometimes it's too humbling. It's too humbling.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I see.
yeah, but I was gonna say, so I feel like I'm okay. To use like your verbiage, I'm like a master cuck, honestly. Because here's the thing, like I feel like I keep going. I'm like a wishy washy, like half and half player. Like I feel like it's hard.
Yeah.
I don't like commit to like a decision. It's like I'm indecisive, and then I do like most of what I should be doing, but like I don't do the last like 10 or 5% for some
Yeah.
reason. But because you could probably tell like I know what to do. I just like
Most of the time, yeah,
I
you're
cuck
just in
myself.
between.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just in between. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder
I
why
mean, I
that
think it
is.
just comes. I think it just comes with experience and confidence. Like when you play more, and especially what I said, like in the ones replay as well. It's important to know what the best players would have done in that situation, and once you know that, it just comes down to trying that and just doing that over and over again, and doing that with focused training, so that over time you're going to be able to do what the best players are doing consistently in that situation as well, right? So but it comes down to knowing what you have to do. If you're unsure, because you said you know what to do, but you're kind of in between, so it kind of means you're still like doubting yourself, as in like, do I go for it or not, or what do I actually do? Whereas if the ball goes somewhere, I will like immediately know, okay, I can go for the boost there, or oh, I can't go for the boost there, I have to be here to defend. Or when the ball's like rolling towards the mid boost, I'll instantly know, okay, I'm going for a drive stance. I don't even like no, like I don't even think about it. It's just like, oh, I would just go for the ball. But I also have like fucking at least 8K hours, high level like infinite practice type shit. So it's different, of course. We can't compare each other to each other, but I do think that's what it comes down to. It's just confidence and just like knowing what you have to do, like kind of, and just the repetition and experience, and just focus training on those particular things and situations.
Yeah, confidence is huge. Because
Yeah, I
I
agree.
will say like everyone's like this, you know, like the god mode, like when you're in the flow state. But dude, when
Yeah.
I'm in the flow state, like I am, at least in my opinion, a very scary player. Like there's some replays I could show you, like where I'm just like, I know the players are not that good, but like, you know, when I'm in the flow state, and I'm confident. I'm just like making good decisions. It's like,
Yeah,
I feel like I
it's
can't lose. Yeah.
yeah, fast and aggressive, but also just like reliable and shit. Like that's good. But when you have confidence, it's because when you have confidence, then it's like everything is kind of like natural because you have confidence. You either alpha male up when you feel like you have to, because that's confidence. You feel like, I'm gonna just go for it. I'm confident. I'm gonna go for it. I could go for it. I'm gonna go for it. That's confidence. But the confidence is also like you're confident in your position back. You're not like hesitating. You're not like in between things and stuff like that. So confidence is a big key. And when you queue into a game and you said like maybe you're tilting and stuff, I feel like you should always just like, I always used to say to people that the next game you're gonna play could be the best game you've ever played. I feel
Yes.
like that's just the mindset you always just kind of want to have in the back of your head. You shouldn't. Some people lose a game and then they go into the next game like, oh, I lost the last game, or I've lost a few games in a row. I'm playing bad or something. I don't. That's not the mindset you should have. Like every game is like their own game. You could play a game amazingly well, and the game after could be bad, sure, but you shouldn't think ahead of time like, oh, I'm playing bad or something, like. And
Exactly.
that has to do with confidence, because confidence is huge in this game.
Yeah.
All right, that's a sad goal to lose, so like, or to concede. Nice. This is again why the fake kickoff is so strong. Really like it. Nice. Actually, really like that you realize that we didn't have to get touches. They have given up space. So my eye tracker would be on the like on my car and my ball on the ball right now. But as soon as I like, it would be on the opponent as well. You could kind of see the opponent is putting zero pressure on you, and I feel like you realize this now because he just boosts away. So you just come down, right? You don't have to ground pinch it to their net. It's not gonna go in. This is basically passing them the ball. Nice. So I do want to say, if you got a soft touch forward here, it's bad because unless you got like a soft touch forward that you could then maybe reset off of, but it's too far away from the net to like, if you do an air dribble, it's gonna end like here somewhere. Like, I don't know, it's probably not gonna be good. Like if you got like a touch forward here, it's just gonna die out before it reaches the net. So resetting is actually way more threatening because they could make the mistake of giving you too much space because they respect the reset, right? So if you just air dribbled it forward now, this guy would just go back like this, and this guy would probably have a free save somewhere around here. But you going for the reset, this guy doesn't challenge now because you have a reset, and you don't use the reset, but you win space by getting a reset, and you don't even have to use it. That's why resetting is so strong. You have some options here. Shooting is an option. You could even, since no one is even challenging you still, you could even go like this, and like you don't even have to shoot it, but you could just threaten a shot. Maybe this guy would pre-jump. You could even drive under the ball while it's bouncing and go for a bump on either of these two while you drive towards him. This guy's probably about to jump, and then you could even go for this guy. You're gonna make both of them commit, or you could just full flip into this guy, go for demo. Now that you do then like rely on this guy to be there, but 15 seconds left and your teammate had like a clean position, he's full boost, he's ready to help. He is there, so this could have been the play. But I really like this setup. Now the shot is probably gonna be saved by the first man. Okay, it's not. Actually, shooting it like if you just got a normal straightforward shot, which is what I thought you were gonna do, it would have been saved, but actually getting a touch that they can't reach is so strong here.
I was trying to aim high, yeah.
Yeah, it's so strong because like any shot, if you just shot it like here, they're so ready for it. They don't want to lose. Their mom's life is on the line. They don't want to lose this game. They're gonna go for a pre-jump save anywhere here, but they're never gonna expect the touch to go higher than the net. So, really like that touch. And it keeps it just maintains the pace of the play, right? You could go for this left to right and then try and fake shit, but like 15 seconds left, I really like just like doing something fast, right? Going for the demo as well is really good. You should experiment with it. Now, again, if you don't want to rely on your teammate to then have to, because like let's say even he is there, you go for the demo right now on this guy. He jumps, you go for the demo, you flip into him, you demo this guy. Meanwhile, the ball bounces like down and then back up. And this guy goes for the shot and he just side flips or something. The game is just over, right? So you going for this touch means you're taking control in your own hands. So it's not bad. I just wanted to point out different options you had.
With this
so
teammate, I don't know if I trust him.
Yeah, exactly. So I really like this. And now this is the moment of truth. I mean, Rocket League is lovely, bro. Like he has
It's a horrible shot. Sorry.
I think he even tried to aim here. No, it's funny. I get it. I think he even tried to aim here because he like arrows towards the left to try and like hit it here, and then like, I mean, yeah, and it goes
Wait,
in.
the other guy would have saved it. I think the other guy would have saved it. Hold up.
Oh my god, that's so sad, bro.
He landed on him.
I don't know, why did he stop boosting? Yeah, this guy would have saved it. There's so many things going wrong here. This guy could have hit the ball if he boosted here. If he boosts here, he hits this. Then this guy would have saved it. They land on each other. This guy would have saved it. His teammate. Oh my god.
Yeah, this game is one for the ages, bro. Like I need to post this game on Rocket League School or something. They would.
Just like that, we're back in the game though. Nice double tap attempt. It bounces down. He actually misses. That was a. I think he. To be fair, I thought it was gonna bounce down a bit more as well.
Yeah, I thought I had it. I thought I had it.
See what I mentioned?
Scary. That was scary.
Yeah, but it's fine. When there's 4 seconds left like this, you can be more aggressive. Now you're not losing yet, but it's just in these situations you're full sending it because your teammate is not being challenged, the only way you get scored on is if he misses the ball here, which again at this rank, he shouldn't miss the ball. This is a totally valid turn up field into a bump because it's just like it's the last few seconds of the game and you're just full sending it. I would just let it drop.
I
Yeah.
have a question. Do you like that I had ball cam on there for going for the bump,
Let's go back.
or should I have ball cam off there?
You turned it off here, right?
No, I turned it on during the shot though.
Oh, right here, you mean? Yeah, I mean, I feel like after you went for the bump, it's important to know what's happening, right? So you're letting your teammate go, you're going for the bump, and then you realize like, yeah, you went for the bump, he didn't really hit it, and then you just turn ball cam on to like at least see what's happening. I feel like this is fine because if you turn ball cam off and you keep pushing for this bump, like let's say you bump now, I don't know. I feel like the bump was only good if you could time it with the shot. Now the shot wasn't even coming, so like you don't have to bump more than the like first attempt or something. That would if you I don't know you just like if you could have bumped him like here or something, like it's fine, but you don't want to like over push for the bump. Like you don't want to bump for like 10 seconds straight or something. Like all of this is fine, but just it's good to know what's happening so you can set up for what comes next, right?
Yeah.
Because let's say your teammate hits the ball backboard. Now it didn't happen. Yeah, he hits it here, but I mean like higher up, and then this guy lands and he's actually gonna threaten like a dribble, like just a slow dribble on his car, and he's gonna score. You need to be able to like put pressure on that. So turning on ball cam kind of like makes you aware of, do I still need to defend, or is the game over, or is it in? Like this is enough pressure in itself, and you, I don't know, if this was a shot on target, you could have just driven straight because like your opponent is literally in front
Did I
of you.
force a
anyway,
squishy?
so.
I want to see. Did I force a squishy from him?
I think he just backed off, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
I was trying to allow my teammate to hit it low because like.
Yeah, your teammate. I mean, he didn't. To be fair, your teammate just needs to hit this on target. Like
It's a
in
goal.
this position where you're going for the bump, this guy lands. He hasn't even landed yet. It is 1v1, well 1v2 basically, and you're going for the bump. Like all he has to do is hit it here, and
Wait.
if it's 0 seconds, you have to hit it high. But like he just has to hit it on target.
How does he
And
not score that? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he tried to go for like a double, but he had no power. He literally allowed for the guy on the side to come back. Like the double isn't even bad, but it needed more like because the backboard is so open. Doubling is actually a decent option here, but he hits it too far with the underside of his car, so he has no power. He needed to hit it like more with like an actual corner or like the front or something.
Yeah, I would have just shot it, bro.
Shooting is such a good option here because you force the opponent. This guy's forced to go further. Fuck, I'm clicking so many times. This guy's forced to go deep into net. He's not forced to go for a squishy save, but you force him like this away from everything, and look at how deep he's going into net. And this is what I meant. Like he can't go forward here. You force him to go backwards even as the shot is happening. So it's gonna be like the shot already happened, and he was still going backwards. By the way, like I'll pause it on the moment the shot's happening. Like he's dodging you, dodging you, dodging you. The shot's happening right now. If this is shot hard right now, your opponent can't even go for the save. Why? Because he's still driving backwards to dodge you.
Yeah.
So if this shot was anywhere here, even here, anywhere, it's in, right? Because you're forcing him to just be backwards while the shot has happened. But like, yeah, I mean, your opponent or your teammate just doesn't shoot. Nice. Good that you let the ball drop there. You had 0 boost. Nice. Good kickoff win. Should be mid boost for your. Oh.
I sometimes do
happens,
that.
happens. There's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't look clean. It's good to know that in these positions you kind of want to see, am I really being forced to play fast, or do I have time to drive and like match the ball's height and the ball's speed and everything? But before that happens, you jump and hit the ball into the ceiling, then you try to go for a ceiling pinch. It's fine, but it would have been better if you were forced to do that. If you're not forced to do that, try and you've been practicing mechanics and everything in this game for like thousands of hours. Like you should then try to do that. You should try to put them to use in a position where no one is forcing you. So
Yeah.
I don't mind you jumping off the wall and getting a touch, but it could have been a soft touch, or it could have been a reset, or it could have been a touch into this you landing on the ceiling into jumping down, like what we saw this guy do to you earlier, where you get that touch downwards and this guy challenges you, you might beat him. There's a lot of like beats here, but try and only go for a fast beat if they make you. Like if this guy jumps off, as soon as he jumps, you want to go for a beat. or if he went to the ceiling and then full boost into you, then you want to try and go for a beat, whatever you can find. But in this position, your touch is only good if it's either an instant shot on net that they can't reach. Like maybe if you full banged it here, it's quite hard to like get like power and placement in that position. But that's one way to do it. And the other best thing you can do is to just try and control it, right? So um, jumping up and getting a reset, or jumping up and going to the ceiling, or a soft touch in the air into a reset, or a soft touch into the air into waiting for them to jump into then getting another touch up. I love those plays where you just get a touch in the air and then you just kind of wait. If they don't do anything, you just land.
Yes.
And if they challenge, then you get a touch when they are challenging you. When they're going for the ball, you try and get a touch up over them.
Yeah. Do you ever watch Beast Mode?
Uh, I mean, I've seen incredible clips from him on Twitter. I don't really actively watch RL these days, or
I see.
have been in the last few years.
I was just thinking he's really. I feel like he's really strong in these positions where it's like a kind of an awkward, not awkward, not that awkward ball, but he'll get like a really delicate first touch and then get a flipper set early and then just like play it off that. You know, that's kind of what he should have done.
Yeah, he's so good like at playing base off of opponents as well in the air and stuff. They will get a reset and only like use it in very creative ways when they're forced to. I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, I mean, he's just very good, of course. But like, you don't have to like peak here necessarily. Like, you don't have to get a reset into another reset into whatever. Like, you don't have to necessarily peak here. But there were some simple options that you could have tried to go for, but you don't try to go for it because you forced yourself to play faster than what you needed to. That's kind of the main takeaway here. Because like I'd rather see you try to go for a play and fail than to rush when you weren't, like, you didn't have to rush, right?
Yeah.
Because at least then you will be trying, getting experience, getting practice, getting repetition, and now it's just like you rushed and you try to do something and it didn't really work out. This isn't even that bad either. Like, your teammate could have maybe been middle. He can't. He could have stayed around, but this is kind of like a mid pass. You do have a dunk, so it's not even bad. This is open.
Oof.
As soon as the opponent turns, like, this is their first man, he gets dunked. That's their second man. As soon as he turns upfield, the whole net is open. How do you score this angle? I mean, it is kind of like this. You kind of want to try and get the angle, try and jump. You actually have a very nice position. You're not like this. You're not like too far here. You actually have a nice clean angle towards net. At that point, it's just timing, and like we've actually seen you flip away from the ball too early. Like, we've seen it on kickoff. We've seen it happen on kickoff in ones, I think. We've seen it on the 50 here, like early game, where you had a 50, but you side flipped too early and you lost the 50. And you kind of see it here, where we have a straight shot. But instead of like hitting the shot, we kind of like side flip right as we make contact. So instead of like going through the ball, we kind of just like side flip away from the ball, and we don't get any power. Maybe you could of course you could practice this by just like focusing on it, but there's different ways of getting power without even using flips. Like, you could even like just single jump into this ball here. Oh no, you couldn't have, because then you kind of jumped. I kind of see what happened now.
I think I was just shocked at the fact that he left it for me like that.
Yeah, maybe you were caught off guard, but you actually jumped while not aligned yet. So you jumped while having momentum here, and then you had to like flip towards the right. That's what actually gave you no power. It's still scoreable. You just made it a little bit harder for yourself.
Yeah, definitely should have scored that though, at this level.
It's a tough angle, to be fair, but yeah, it is scoreable. You just had no power on it. Let's see what your teammate is doing. Double tap attempt.
It's actually
not even that bad. Again, yeah, it's not even that bad, but it's again a position where if we were somehow there, pre-jumped, it's a goal. If we're not there, don't try to be there anymore. It's a mistake my IRL friends would make. They just throw the whole game for no reason, right? So
I've already done that once this game. Hopefully I don't do it again, but I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
To be fair, when they then clear it like this, you want to try and like win pressure at least. I mean, you don't have a lot of boosts, but you had like 47 boosts. To be fair, you use a lot of boosts here. You have full boost here. You go for the shot. Shot doesn't happen. We use some boost to rotate back, but we could have stopped boosting here.
Yeah.
And we would have had like 70 boosts left. Even with 50 boosts, it's fine.
I keep missing the small pads this game, I feel like.
Yeah. But sometimes you're gonna miss them. Sometimes you can get better at them, but the 12 boost isn't like you use 37 boosts to move from from here to like here, well, there's no threat. Like your team is not being challenged. They're not having a shot. Your teammate has a free shot on them. You have like basically 1 or 2 whole seconds. So you didn't need to like rush and use that much boost to come back. But even when you do that, because it's a fast-paced game, sometimes you just do shit without really thinking. It's fine. Even with 50 boosts here, by the way, perfect position. You kind of just want to hold this neutral position. You can go here, you can go there, you can go back. You don't want to be here, then it happens, then you turn around, then you need it to be here. So perfect position here. Um, but when this happens and we can't really be here, like if we were there, great, but we can't really be here, we're not fast enough, don't go. When this happens, even with 50 boosts, you want to at least try and like win the ball, because he basically hits the ball. He doesn't have a follow up. They bump each other 7 times, but you've used all your boosts to try and get more boosts rather than to use maybe. I don't even think you had to use some. I don't even think you had to use boosts, but you could have used some boosts to try and get there. Because let's say you have 50, we're just holding this, and this. We turn back, this happens, he hits it over there. We could have used like 15 to 20 boosts to try and be here with 30, and then at this point you would see it's free. Like it's not even about. I'm not telling you to turn and instantly challenge the ball. I'm more so trying to tell you to like to turn and then be here to linger around, see if you're if it's free. Because if it's clean, free, safe, if it's a clean, free, safe ball to take, you should always take the ball. Because if you then were here to like just drive into the ball here, you could maybe get it past 2 guys with 1 touch backboard, for example. So it's just an idea, right? But now we just basically let go of all the pressure that we have by just like, first of all, using a little bit too much boost here by going back for no reason. And then we're in this position, this happens, and then we go back. We're with 50 boost here. We could pressure again. We have a free ball. I could see now they've bumped each other. No one is going. I could then try and go for the ball. I have like 30 boosts left, 20 boosts even. But instead we just full go back, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Again, this is a position where you could perfectly drive challenge. The reason why you don't want to pre-jump is because he's closer to the ball than you. Look at like if I go up, you can see how far we are away. You never want to just like jump this far away from the ball, because he could have hit it this way, he can hit it like this. You can't jump and reach the ball from here, so you don't want to pre-jump. So in these positions, balls on the ground, drive challenges are so good. You're putting pressure, you're forcing. The closer you get, the more you're gonna realize what the fuck the best play actually is, right? So, I like that we don't see you pre-jump at least, um, but you kind of still like at this point. See what I mean? When the closer you get, the more you realize what happens. If I go back a bit, um, it's kind of hard to tell what the opponent is doing when you're at your corner boost. Like we grab the corner boost and we don't really know if he's hitting the ball right here, so you can't pre-jump here, of course. We don't really know if he's hitting the ball there. Now we see he doesn't, but we don't know if he's going for. Well, I kind of paused it too lately, but you don't know if after he could have hit it that way. You don't know if he's hitting the ball this way, so you can't pre-jump now. But the closer you get, now you realize he's going for boost, and that's where you can find that gap, and that's where you can find a free beat.
Yeah.
But jumping and hitting the ball into the air corner also wasn't best. So you have a couple of options. I would probably just go like this and probably just boom the ball like backboard or something. It's the most like pressuring position. Now you can hit the ball sidewall that comes back to yourself into a shot. You can hit the ball corner wall that comes back. They're all viable. Just hitting the ball backboard, and he's probably not able to reach backboard. He has to double jump or single jump, try and go for an aerial on a save on the read on the backboard. If he misses that, it's just the end of the game for them. Um, so I would say like in this position, and just drive up, get as close as you can, realize what you have to do, and then try and go for it. You don't have to like. I think you just were very scared of like him getting a touch, and because it's not really clear if he's getting touches here or then if he's cutting into the ball here. You've kind of just told yourself, I'm going for this ball, I need to go for a block. But then at this point, you should be able to tell, oh, it's kind of a free ball, either a side wall, corner wall, or get to the left of this ball and insert go for the net approach. They are your best 3 approaches.
Bro, you are a true computer. It's awesome. It's like I feel like it's just so hard for me to make those momentary decisions. I feel like
it is hard. It really is hard in game, because again, if I play it fast paced, like all of this shit, we've been talking about this for 10 minutes. It's like 3 seconds of gameplay. Like this happens. I don't really pressure. the opportunity to pressure is long gone. This happens. Wait, is he gonna fucking hit it? I don't fucking. I'm going. He went for like. You don't even have time to think about like, is he going for boost or not? It's just more so like the realization of being in this position 1,000 times and doing it wrongly like 800 times, and then catching on to like, wait, like he doesn't have a lot of options, or wait, he's gone for boost. I want to jump, but I've done that 1,000 times, and I've realized, oh, jumping doesn't really do much. So then after 1,000 times of doing it and being aware of it, I think awareness is a big key. um, you stop doing it because we've done it so many times. We're aware of it not being the greatest, and then we try and adapt. Right? It's just awareness is where it starts, and then you have to try and experiment within. It's just a lot of repetition, and
Yeah,
then in the end, you will have the experience to remain like cool headed and be able to apply it into your own games.
I can't wait for that moment.
Yeah, I mean, you're already like so like I don't want to say you're so far ahead, but like compared to the average player, you're already in such a good spot in terms of like knowing the game, knowing the interactions, knowing the car mechanics and stuff like that. You're already so far ahead of a lot of people, so it shouldn't even be like you're not far off of like becoming better.
Oh
The
wait, never
problem
mind.
at
I
this
am.
rank,
Never mind.
no, stop, stop. No, the problem at this rank is like it's harder to like get closer because like at first when you have like so many things to practice. Like you can practice a dribble, you can practice a flick, but now you're kind of at the level where you've done all of those things. You can probably like you can air dribble, you can double tap, you can ceiling shot, you can flip reset, you can dribble, flick, all of that shit. So you don't have like distinct things to practice anymore. I feel like a lot of people in GC kind of get stuck in like terms of like getting better because they don't have new things to learn. But like if you want to rank up, like ranking up literally is just like learning all of the things that you can do, and then when you know all of those things, it's like of course it's one thing to be able to do them in game. It's like the mechanical part of it. But then the second thing is like knowing when to use it, but like also like all the decision making other than that is like the whole other aspect of like ranking up and stuff like. So like I don't know, a lot of people get stuck with like, oh, I'm GC, what do I learn now? But like it's like a whole lot of this decision making and stuff as well that just helps you rank up and stuff. Like you're not very far off of like becoming like SSL for example, or like even going beyond SSL. Like it's just like fine tuning and optimizing the little small things.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I think it's. I've really worked on my game the past year in terms of like decision making mostly, but
Yeah,
it's just man, like when I'm in 1700 and I'm pushing for like 1750, 1800, I just get so in my head. But I think once I get over that like mental hurdle and I just play calmly, it's gonna be a lot easier
yeah,
for me. But no, it's interesting because like I think again like I have my fear based inputs, they're a little too high right now, and there are some occasions where I can just like because in that interaction you had where like you talked about where I could have chipped the ball up and put pressure on the opponent, like
yeah,
that is the optimal play because you're playing defense and then you're playing offense. Like the counterattack is so
yeah.
quick, but I feel like sometimes I think I'm able to understand that concept, but it's very hard to put in practice. But you're right, just repetition. I just gotta keep grinding, bro. I'm at 2,000
Yeah.
games
I
this
mean,
season. I'll play 2,000 games next season. Who knows what I'll be?
exactly. And the thing is, even when you put in hours every day and it feels like you're not getting better, like it feels like you're stuck, you are going to be a better player in a month from now. And that's just a fact. Like, I've had this with Fort as well. Like, I've been playing Fort and then I feel I got better, but then I just want to get better faster. And it's just like, I kind of get impatient, so I play a lot, but then I feel like on a day to day basis, I don't like I'm getting better, but I just want to get even more better. So I feel like at some point I got better, but I'm stuck. But then if I look like right now compared to a month ago, I'm like so much better, so much more clean, so much more like it's not a huge difference. Like it's not a huge difference day to night difference, but it's like at a high level, you're only gonna like optimize. You're only gonna fine tune. You're only gonna get slightly better. But doing that slightly better, like the performance increasement every month, is gonna eventually in a year from now. It's a long run, like a long term thing, right? You're not gonna get better. You're not gonna get SSL. Like hopefully you're gonna get SSL next month, but like you're probably not gonna get SSL like next week or so. But like in 2 months, 3 months, a couple months from now, you have a more realistic chance of getting, reaching and achieving your goals, right? So you should only aim to put in as much work as you can, and then just having some like some faith and some belief in that you're gonna reach your goals as long as you keep at it. Like some people might take a little longer than others. But you're gonna reach it. And again, focus training, awareness, identify and fix your mistakes, like those three things, and of course other things that I've mentioned before as well. But like, it all starts with awareness. If you keep making the same mistake a million times and you never realize it, then you're probably not gonna make or fix a mistake fast. You're probably gonna fix a mistake after a trillion repetitions, like subconsciously. But um, I think awareness is where it all starts, and then repetition, blah blah, all the things we talked about.
That's beautifully said. Like you're so right. Like believing in yourself is probably the
Yeah,
biggest thing.
faith, and just believe. Like in a month from now, you're just gonna be better, and you just have to believe in it. Because sometimes sorry, I'm talking a lot, but
No, I
sometimes
love
you
it.
get stuck. Sometimes you get stuck in the thought process of like you've been playing for 8 hours today, and you're just stuck in like fuck, I'm not getting better. But then you do that 8 hours again, or like 2, 3, 4 hours, whatever your situation is, and then a week from now, you've actually learned new things. You've actually gotten better. You got better at 1v1s. You've gotten better at reading when your opponent wants boost or where he wants to hit the ball, or all these small little things. So sometimes you play for 8 hours and feel like you're not getting better, but you are in the bigger picture, in the long term, like the long run, you are getting better. So that faith and belief is important to not lose your sanity, I guess.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
No, it's true. Last thing I'll say on this, because I think you should
Yeah.
fine tune it based on who you are. So, for as I told you, I didn't play ranked till 2018. I was very
Yeah. Yeah.
sensitive, very unconfident. Okay, I turned off my Steam comments. I turned off all chat for like years. Guess what? When I really improved is when I actually turned that shit on. And like, if you go on my Steam comment, I have the funniest Steam profile you ever see. I have 100+ comments, all saying I'm like the worst player they've ever seen. Like the fucking poems about how shit I am. It's hilarious. I'm gonna make a video about it. It's hilarious,
Yeah.
hilarious and shit. And that shit used to really piss me off. Like I would read those comments and I would delete them and I would feel insecure and shit. And dude,
It's
now
good that you got over that, bro. Yeah,
bro,
fuck
now
that
I
shit.
let them comment on my profile, and then I'll comment on their profile like, "Oh, you're also shit." And I literally, if you look at my profile, I'm like, I comment the last comment. It's like, "Hey, everyone commenting here is a hard stuck GC1, GC2. They've peaked and they haven't gotten better in years, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in 1900 MMR in 3 or 4 months. Watch me." That's literally what I said. And ever since that point, I've just been going up in MMR. I've been grinding. Like I know I'm kind of old for this, like these childish antics,
But
but
how old are you actually?
I'm like 25, yeah, your age. But
I mean, yeah, my
yeah,
age. Yeah, we're old, bro.
yeah, but like, but like, it does give me that like extra umph I need. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
yeah, fuck these people, fuck these teammates or whoever. Like, they can say whatever they want about me, but
Exactly.
if
Yeah.
I keep grinding, bro, like, and I remember when I hit 1740, I think MMR, and there was some guy who was talking to me. He was like 1500. I checked their trackers too. Like, I'm really salty like that, and I was commenting. I was like, everyone who commented and said I was shit. If I queued a ranked game, the system would deem me too good to even be in their lobbies.
Oh hell no.
And actually, someone was talking my profile, and they saw that, and they're like, "Oh, you just probably just got boosted," or "Oh, you like." It's so
Yeah.
funny.
I
It's
mean,
so
the thing
funny.
is with like freedom of speech in a competitive environment, in an online like world, the problem with that is like people get too comfortable sitting behind a screen and they just want to win a lot. So when they don't do well, they're just gonna shit talk. That's literally the essence of it all. It's just people are just sitting in their underwear at fucking home. They've been playing for 5 hours straight. Something goes wrong and they just can't like they just can't leave it, like can't let it be, like they just have to say something about it. So they just feel good talking shit, and it doesn't even have to be true, it doesn't even have to be real. They just want to talk shit, and that's why if you understand that, I swear all you're gonna do is laugh and just joke with people, like with toxic people. Like at first when people get like they're new to like a competitive environment, a lot of people shy away. They have like ranked anxiety, like you said, and stuff, and it's so normal. But it's just better for yourself to like get over that and like kind of like learn to deal with it, because in the end they can say whatever they want. You don't even know them. Even if you know them, it doesn't really matter. They're gonna say shit anyway. You can't stop them either. You can only like kind of like you can only like either you can block it and ignore it and all that shit. I kind of just let it happen. It doesn't matter. You're gonna forget about it in 2 hours anyway, even in 5 minutes probably. TikTok brain rot attention span and shit. But like all they're gonna like, they're just gonna they're also out to get you. So like, even some people are weird as fuck. They will go to your tracker, they will stalk you a bit, try to find some actual like more personal details, and then talk about that, or like you've never made this or you've never done that. Like, people will try and like, they're out to get you, but in the big picture, like, it really doesn't even matter. Just focus on yourself. If it makes sense to you, then just fight for it. Like, if you know what you're doing is helping you, um if you if you're training something, you have things to work on, like, just focus on yourself and work on those things. And it doesn't really matter what people in ranked say. But yeah, some people block people, some people disable chat. I kind of just let it happen. I kind of just laugh at it. It doesn't, like, I think it's good to come to a point where it doesn't really affect you. I don't think you should um, engage too much in toxic shit yourself either. Like, if they're trash talking, some people like to trash talk back, but you're kind of just like, sometimes, like, it's fine. Like, if I'm playing Fort and some kid is shit talking, I shit on him, I might say like LMAO or something in chat, but like, I don't like engage in actual like toxic conversations, because you're kind of both just like losing time and energy and stuff. But I kind of just laugh at it, or I just ignore it. Um, you kind of have to find a way to deal with it. But it's good that you got over your competitive anxiety, because yeah, people are gonna be mad at you. Yeah, you're gonna make mistakes, and it's not gonna be optimal. You of course want to be the best version of yourself. You want to showcase that to others, but we're not robots. We're always gonna make mistakes, so it's just natural. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone's sometimes angry. Everyone might say like, people are gonna be toxic. It's all just whatever. It's good that you got over it, and I'm happy for you. Like, that's the way it should be. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make
Just
a
gotta
video.
keep grinding.
Beautifully said, by the way. Like that was really well said. It's like
Thanks,
one
man.
last thing I want to say about this is,
Yeah.
okay. First off, before I get into it, I'm gonna make a video. My next video after this one post is going to be me cosplaying as an Uber driver, and I'm going to have my name as like rate me like 1 to 5 stars after the game, and then I swear like I'm
Wait,
literally.
you cut out. You cut
Oh,
out.
sorry. No, it's gonna be like rate me 1 to 5 stars, like my team for my teammate to rate
Oh,
me.
okay, yeah,
And
yeah.
then if
As a
you know
teammate.
how on Uber like they kick you if you go under 3 stars. So like I'm gonna have that like after 3 games if my average is under 3 stars, I'm like no longer able to Q2s and the video's over. That's like the concept. I want to do that because it's funny number one, but number two it's because it's really going to like.
That's
Sorry.
Yeah, that's very original. Like, you meant like, because you were kind of cutting out, so you meant like they're rating you as a teammate, right? So like,
Yes, like an Uber driver. Like you
okay.
know when Uber's
Yeah,
over,
yeah,
you
yeah,
rate
yeah,
1 to 5 stars.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do that video. And number one, because it's funny, but number two is because like it's really going to test how far I've came. Because I usually would like be very combative, but like if I'm asking for feedback and they give me poor feedback, like I can't be mad at them. Like I opened the stage for them to do so. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but you know it is
What are
what
you
it
what
is.
are you gonna what are you gonna do if they just like fucking troll and say 1 out of 5 though? Like, just to say 1 out of 5.
It
Like,
might
let's say,
happen. Yeah.
yeah, let's say you have a bad game, and it's like you felt like you didn't even do too bad, and you just ask him like, what would you rate me as a Uber driver? Like, what would your rating be for me? And he just says 1 out of 5. Like, I don't know. I feel like that could happen.
It might. I might have some like leeway or maybe some outliers like, if I can just tell he's toxic.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
maybe I'll only include the ones where they actually give me feedback on like okay like
Yeah.
why is my rating so bad? And if it's like if it seems like correct, then I'm like okay that's fine. But no, it's interesting. But no, and also I want to make a video about like toxicity too and like getting over ranked anxiety because it took me a long time. I was a CRO player too. I played in front of like 20,000-30,000 people sometimes. So that shit got to me too when like they were calling me like diamond or something.
Yeah.
In the Twitch chat, they're like, "Oh, this is a diamond." I'm like, "No, I'm actually GC." They're like, "There's no way," but yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's funny.
the way I see Twitch as well is just people in their underwear in their bed fucking talking shit online. I don't know.
And a lot of them are
I don't
kids
know.
too, so like give
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
some leeway, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's
We've had a nice discussion, but let's get back to this
yeah,
shit show of a game.
let's continue. I'm actually curious how long it's gonna last.
I've been recording for 3 hours, 3 minutes right now.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Okay, it's actually like still,
Holy
like,
fuck! Wait! Go
still
back
like
to that.
3 minutes. Yeah, it's
Half the game left. Okay, no, don't worry. Let's just. I think we should just fast track this or something.
yeah. We can just go through shit a little bit quicker. Don't mind this. Like, you try to get a touch, you can follow. It's a touch towards him. You can still pressure. You could have waited on the wall here to like. So like you do this, you try to get a touch. The best touch you can get is just a touch you can pop up in the air, land on the wall, try and go again. Once this happens and he has it, you could have just like kind of matched the ball's height on the wall, so you would drive a bit more up and then kind of just wait here, and you would see kind of that he kind of would pass the ball to you right there again. So you kind of give up, you kind of turn down the wall already, but he basically just passed you the ball again. This looks like plat now.
Holy yeah, shit. That's what I was saying when you were like, yeah, you're actually good. You're actually like a decent player, Hyde, and I just did that, and I was like,
I mean, yeah, mistakes happen, bro.
I'm sorry. Yeah, by the way, I didn't know this replay was so long. I genuinely just saw the score.
Bro, this replay is only 7 minutes. It's not that long. It's just like we're talking a lot.
It showed we were halfway through the game, no? Let's look at the.
Yeah, it's 8 minutes.
Fuck.
It's fine. It's fine. So we could have stayed on the wall here. He basically passes it back to us. Then, I mean, we turned down the wall and he still passed it back to us. You could have driven into the ball here, because now we kind of we're too late. You can wait. You could argue you could want to wait for the bounce and then go up, but then there's a chance he blocks it. Whereas if you just caught it off of the bounce while he's still in the air, you at least get rid of this defender because you just catch the ball and you could get a soft touch and then go for a bump. You could get a touch into, then try to flick it bottom corner. You could fake direction change. But if you caught it on the bounce, you would have gotten rid of the first guy who was just floating. Whereas if you wait for the bounce, like if you got under it here, and you could even play it left, or you could even play it right. You could pass it off to your teammate if he's middle. But if you caught it here off of the bounce and just not hit it straight forward, you would have beaten him. Now you could have also hit it after the bounce and double jump, which is I think what you tried to do. I'm not sure, but I feel like you also got scared of him blocking, and that's why you kind of cooked.
Yeah, I think that was the reason.
Yeah. Good bump, though. Nice. So touchback is beautiful, actually. It wasn't intentional, but it's great. Your teammate bangs his sidewall to himself. He misses. Now, in this position, can we reach? We don't really know, so I like that you don't really go for it. But I do want to say that, yeah, if he doesn't go for it, you could have actually beaten him, because now you're both kind of scared. And the way you can tell if you can go or not is to kind of just like, you don't want to full go for it as if it's your ball, but you don't want to back off either. You want to kind of just like follow, and then at some point you should be able to tell, can I go or not? Like, you kind of just backed off very quickly, and I feel like the opponent kind of did as well. See how you're kind of both like just going and not going? But the opponent just, in the end, the ball's kind of going towards him. It's closer to him, so he goes. But I feel like you could have gone because your opponent didn't insta-go, but you just didn't know. You didn't realize, so I don't mind you not going. I mean, first man forcing, it's not bad. Nice. You don't want to be too close. I love how you turn away. You do kind of have to jump there. I think here it's best to actually like not let them get close to your front post. So you want to get on the wall here, and you want to match the ball's height, and then all you have to do is jump before his car gets to you. Because the longer you're gonna drive with this ball towards your net, the more chance you're gonna give him to just supersonic like barge into you, and he's gonna try and demo you, right? So the best thing you could have done here is probably just jump, maybe even backflip, try and keep this ball into your corner. Now, you could argue that because they have no second man ready, if you knew that, you could have let him do this, and then you can take this ball like this. There's no real threat, I guess, because he can't really score this himself, but... wow. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, the reason why this is almost a goal is because you don't match the ball's height. Like, you're kind of under the ball, and you're already going down as well. Like, the best thing you could have done here is just like get to the ball's height and just jump or backflip and get that ball back to the corner. Because
you know how you did like you were like talking really quick while the play was progressing. You're like, okay, I'm looking at this. I want to do that real quick. Can you rewind like 5 seconds? I'm gonna tell you exactly what I was thinking. Might help you.
Yeah.
Okay, so first man challenge, whatever.
Let's go more back. Let's go more back.
Okay, can I beat him? No, I can't. All right, first man challenge. I think he's popping it, so I'm gonna go. He hits it to the corner. I'm not too scared. All right, here it's like, okay, pause it. Ooh, sorry. I was gonna say like, okay, I have another like fundamental principle. So obviously in the opponent's corner, I don't like 50ing, or I don't like flipping. I don't flipping into the corner. I also don't like 50ing in my corner, because like, especially if there's no second man. So like in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm in 1v1 mode. Like who cares? Like Hess is not doing anything. So it's like me and Pride. Like if he wants to hit it to my corner and try to dome me, he can be my guest. Like just hit it across.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine. But actually for some reason he played it like weirdly well with like he was really following the ball well behind it. Like he was kind of behind the ball. Like he was starting the demo the whole time. I was too
Yeah.
preoccupied with the demo. And I wasn't actually concerned with the ball trajectory at all. I thought this was actually impossible to be a goal because like my teammate was kind of there and like there's no second man. I didn't think this was actually possible. So I didn't even mind him
I
like
see what
hitting
you're
it across.
saying. Yeah.
But actually for somehow he actually played this so perfectly. I don't know what he did exactly. It was just it was kind of strange this whole play. But yeah, that's my thought process.
Oh my god, what is this, bro? I see what you're saying. I do think though, like, there's a couple of ways to avoid getting them. I just want to get this back to 100%. I was fucking up like 3 times. There's multiple ways of avoiding the demo. One is to like this. I feel like this is kind of what you do here. Is instead of going for the ball, you kind of turn down so you don't get demoed. But the problem is like this play is going so fast that the best way you can avoid the demo is to just challenge. Why can you not get demoed when you challenge? It's because the points of contact are like um it's like you're like right here. The ball is in between you and the opponent, so you're always gonna make contact with the ball first, and then he might demo you after or some shit. But it's see it as a sacrifice for the team then, I guess. But you're probably fine as long as you jump and just backflip like right here. Because like if you jump, most of the time he's just gonna drive like this, and when you jump, you kind of just go off the wall, so you won't really be getting bumped. If you jump and backflip this way, he might still make contact and demo you, but you at least hit the ball into safety, and that's actually the safest way of doing it. You don't really have a lot of time to like keep having momentum with the ball like this. This is a very like threatening position. Like he's very close to demoing you here, and the best thing is to just like hit the ball back into the corner. Now, if you could also bring the ball along with you over that way, but you couldn't in this position because of your because of your positioning.
Okay,
Of
I have a
course,
question. More, it's more like a once question, but like I do this a lot in ones, where like I'll be in this position, and I'll actually like hold my jump very long, so I jump like very far, like very long up the wall, and like kind of wave dash catch it. Like I'll jump and hit the ball out, and then like I'll wave dash catch it. Is that better than flipping? You think?
Yeah, I'd say so because flipping it into the corner is more of a like a full stop to the offense they have, but it most of the time like your recovery because of the flip is slower or something. Like if you can jump and backflip diagonally to land with the ball, that's kind of good. But if you can jump, hit the ball, and wave dash to recover quicker, that's probably best. Yeah. There's also one thing in ones, if you want to talk about ones in this position, you could do something like the let him hit it and drive with him to where his hit is going to go to, kind of where you kind of have a read on him, where he's not even trying to score anymore. He's just trying to hit the ball and go for a bump. In ones that works, in twos it doesn't really, because this guy could have been here. But yeah, there's multiple options here, but jumping and wave dashing on the ground is definitely up there, one of the best options. But you do have to match the ball's height, and you do have to jump to get a touch, and then you jump, of course, to avoid the demo, and then you recover, right? But you have to match the ball's height, and you have to jump and hit the ball. Like otherwise, you're just letting everything like run over you, kind of.
By the way, I actually did shit myself live. I think there. No,
Holy shit, bro.
I think.
Bro needed a diaper change after that, bro. Like
I was uncle too. Fuck, that would have been horrible.
Yeah. In a position like this, when you're first man, like, I think in a position with 18 boosts, you could get a beat. I think it's best to be here until he jumps and then to just rotate. Because if you look at it like this, like, he's going to get somewhat of a shot, right? With 18 boosts, you could even save the shot yourself if you're just backboard or even on the ground with this pad 30 boost. You can save the shot yourself. You probably want to be backboard, though. But otherwise, your teammate is just going to be back. You go behind him. And now you're trying to beat him. You don't have that much boost. You just turned. I think it's just because this play was awkward. You kind of just, like, lost your sense of, like, being calm and shit. And you just kind of, like, one thing goes bad and then everything follows. Everything crumbles and
I had
shit.
poopy pants. I might have had poopy pants there. Yeah.
Good save from your teammate. Ooh. Now, this was actually a moment where it could have been open. Now, if you didn't feel comfortable, I don't mind you not shooting. But as soon as this guy flips and he hasn't even landed yet. He's about to land over here on the wall. This is actually open, so this is actually one of the moments you do kind of want to try and bang and shoot and stuff, because this is just open. But
Yeah.
if you felt like you didn't have the power or the angle or the everything or anything, I don't mind you not shooting, because it's still a free ball. You have to be very, very careful here. Because let's say this guy is not the problem, but the other guy on their team could be here right now. What if he's jumping right here, right now? Now, you do actually turn off ball cam here, and look at that. You just see this guy. So maybe that's why you didn't jump. But I just want to note again that literally just turning off ball cam, it just, like, you don't see him, you don't see him, you don't see him, but just press ball cam twice, right? Just, oh, there he is, and then you can just do whatever the fuck, right? So I'm fine with you flipping and stuff. You could have helped out. You actually win the mid boost, so that's good. Nice free ball. You have to block high. Nice. I do like, again, you don't just go for the ball. Like, if I pause it right here, somewhere like right here, the ball, see how you're pointing your card down, because the ball is going down and it's gonna end up here. So your trajectory is good as if the ball went here and no one is going for this ball. But since he is going for this ball is going this way, he's going for the ball as well. He could hit the ball, up. Like, he could change the ball's trajectory instead of it just falling infinitely. It could stop right here and then go to, like, straight forward to your net. So I love how you tilt your car up, but I'd rather just have you maintain sort of like a neutral flight, and then at the end realize, do I have to go up or down? You kind of just like, oh, the ball's falling down, I will kind of go for the ball like this, and then at the end you're like, fuck, holy shit, he's up, I have to go up, right? So it's kind of spooky. It's kind of, it gets close. It gets close. It gives him that little window for him to actually beat you. It's kind of better to just like be neutral and then be like, is he hitting it? I can block up. Is he not going up for the ball? Then I can realize and just go for the ball.
Okay, I will say, I'm gonna give you an insight to my horrific thought process. Okay, I was going for a sidewall skim. I'm not gonna lie. I think so.
But towards the left wall?
Yeah,
or?
I think so. For some reason. Let's see. Maybe not. I mean, I might have been. I might have been going for that, yeah.
It's not even bad. Like, I actually like the idea. It's just the fact that as soon as someone pressures you, you have to like play based off of that, and you do that. Like, it's not like you made a mistake. You actually do adapt. So like, that's a good thing. You saw the opponent win, so that's why you tilt your car up again towards the end. Like here, you're really feeling the intensity. You have to block high, so you do get a good block. So it's not like you did anything wrong there. Nice. I love these positions as well. You don't go there too fast. You don't get there too early. You could kind of hold here. You don't have to keep driving forward. You could kind of, this is a good position. I can go here, 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 here. You can go anywhere. You just need to be there at the right time. The problem with holding forward in these positions is that sometimes you will get there too early, and then you will get this, and then you're there, and then you go back, and then now you have to be there, but now you're going back. So I hope that's not what happens here.
Yep.
It could happen. It might happen. Now, you weren't needed here, so in this position is not bad, but it's just best to just hold a forward-going position. No reason to turn back if they are not hitting the ball, if they are not challenging, if they're not doing anything. You can just hold. It's fine to hold. Some people think they always have to have momentum, but good positions are good positions even if you hold them, as long as there's no threat. Okay, free ball. Lovely touch, actually.
I was trying to 50
actually. Yeah, great thought process. You just had to. You kind of thought he was gonna get like a bigger hit. So I do want to say this: the best way to make contact with this ball, even on a 50, is to just close the distance to the ball. Now, you try to get a block on his touch. So let's go like this. So instead of like following through the ball and getting a 50, you thought he was gonna hit the ball from this POV. He's on the left, so he's gonna hit it to the right. So instead of like, you want to be a bit more to the right, I'll give it to you, but you kind of went fully for like blocking only towards the right, and you kind of just like block too far on the right, because he also doesn't get a perfect hit, right? He kind of like hits it late or something, because he's kind of awkward as well. But let's see it from his POV. Like, you thought he was gonna hit it forward and hard there, but he kind of hits it down and under you, right?
Yeah.
But the way you kind of avoid all of that is to follow through the ball better. You kind of just want to push through the ball. Like, you kind of just want to fly for the ball and kind of, yeah, you want to be on the right side of the ball. You don't want to 50 the ball here on this side. You want to 50 the ball here. But close the distance to the ball. And then when he gets closer as well, then you can flip. You can single jump, fly towards the ball, and flip, and push the right side of the ball in, so you force it in. But you don't want to give that gap. You don't want to open the gap between the ball and you, because that just allows for more like outplays. Like, let's say he doesn't touch it straight forward, but he touches it down. It only happens because of this little gap that's here that now you don't make contact. Whereas if you stayed behind the ball, and yeah, again, I'll give it to you. You want to be more on the right side of the ball because he's on the left. So I like this approach. This approach is good, but you do have to try and close the gap to the ball. You want to be on this side of the ball. But you want to go for the ball. You actually want to go for the ball and be on this side of the ball. You want to be as close to the ball as you can so you can actually 50 it. So even if he hits it down, if you're here right on the ball when he hits it down, this is a goal. You just have to be on the ball still.
Yep.
So
exactly.
that little gap is what allows for him to still hit it under you. This touch is so good, by the way.
Thank you.
It's an instant turnaround. It pops the ball back into the infield towards net, and it's soft enough so you're actually reaching this ball before him. He can't even turn and go for it because you reach the ball before him, and he kind of has to go for it. So you force him into such a bad spot. So he literally pre-jumps and go for it. It's just we respect him a bit too much. We kind of stop going for it and kind of just go only for the block. Not a bad turn. The pinch gives your teammate the ball. So the other option was to just grab the mid boost, but I really like this option. It's just more aggressive. It gives your teammate a free ball. The opponent has a good read off the backboard. You can leave the mid boost for my teammate. Nice. You can challenge. Nice. Great awareness on not being tunnel vision on only the first man. You actually realize like later on like that this guy was also going. It's kind of you have to realize at the right time, and you actually do realize it because you double jump. Double jump gives, of course, extra height. This is open, by the way. Like, he's not even trying the angle. He's just only thinking about hitting the ball hard. Like, this is so easy to like arrow like a little bit towards the left. Like, of course, the ball's gonna drop down. The ball will be like right here. It's pretty easy to like try and angle a little bit towards the left at least. He's not trying, like maybe at the end there, but
and like he wouldn't even sacrifice the beat. You know what I mean? Like he can still get there so fast.
It's the same ass fucking aerial, but
yeah, I know Diamonds. He could probably score that.
Yeah, I mean it's not even about like scoring it is quite hard because getting power on it.
Or I mean like hitting it. I don't know. I would probably like aim for corner and then just follow it. Huh?
Yeah, at least like getting a touch that is like follow-upable. I know that's not a word, but like a touch like has some sense or meaning like to it. Like this was a nice try from like the mid pass. Now again, is when these mid passes and stuff happen, you always have to be really cautious. Like look at the play. This guy's passing the ball middle. But if the ball doesn't have instant like power, if the ball isn't like fully passed towards you fast, then this guy just always beats, right? Because the ball is here, this guy's just closer, he will follow the ball and he can just cut it like this. So you don't wanna get baited in. You can only go for this pass if the pass is like fully straight into you with a lot of power. If this pass is like this, this could be an open net for them, right? This guy just always beats if he goes for the ball. So.
Yeah, this looks scary as hell. Okay, good.
Yeah. Luckily, he kind of doesn't. Yeah, this is scoreable though. Like this is literally the angle of like destroying and ending the game here. So and you could blame it on this guy's bad pass, but I would actually you kind of have to have more of a again. It's kind of like you need to just know what's happening here. Like you can only go for the pass. If the pass is perfect, like this is not a great touch.
Yeah,
the touch is over, so you have to be like on your way back already.
I have
turn left now. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I keep cutting you off. I'm sorry.
You need to, bro. It's good. Ask a question.
I just wanted to ask like I want to assign blame right now. It's like in my mind, I would say I'm like 85% to blame in this situation. Like if we got scored on.
In this situation, I mean, you could say it's 50-50. He could have had a better pass, and you could have had better awareness. I don't really know the percentage. Like you both do something wrong, in my opinion. But
I thought he would hit backboard here. or try to get a hard touch. Let's see.
I mean, that touch just ends it all, bro. And then now
Oh,
he's
that's
just,
not
yeah.
possible. Yeah, never mind. Never mind.
He probably didn't even try to pass, I'll be very honest. He probably just tried to control it to then dribble it, but the ball just kind of like bounces off of his car into middle. He can't even reach it anymore. But like, you're not doing anything wrong until I feel like when you see that he gets this touch, you kind of just have to be very cautious of this guy who can cut, right? You kind of just want to be able to cover his cut already. If you don't try to cover his cut with your movement and he does go for the cut, then you're fucked. Really nice upfield turn actually from you. Your teammate is not getting challenged. He has a free ball. He has a free boom. A lot of people will be positioned like here, which is bad. You don't want to be defending nothing. He's not getting challenged. There's no threat. I love this position. A really good upfield position. Now, again, this is kind of the same position where it's like, it's very different, but it's like your teammate is passing the ball to you, but there is a guy, and you can't, like, if this was threes, you could go and maybe try to go for a redirect, try to go for a touch sidewall, try to go for a bump. But in twos, it's like, if there's a pass and the pass isn't perfectly in front of your fucking feet, in front of the fucking car, you can't go for the ball. Like, it has to be clean, free, safe. Like, if it's not a clean ball, if it's not a free ball, a free shot, a safe shot, you can't go for it in twos.
By the
So
way,
you don't go.
that saying,
Yeah.
I know, I just reconjured thoughts from the Road to SSL series. Like that was like the thing that stuck out to me. Like cut the shit, and then those three words. Just
Yeah. Clean,
it's
free,
very-
safe, you mean, right?
Yeah, clean, free, safe, and then cut
Yeah.
and then cut the shit.
Yeah, cut the shit, beat the shit, hit the shit.
Actually, sometimes there's like free balls. You might find this hilarious. Sometimes there's free balls where like
Yeah.
I actually have like your voice playing in my head. Like I would say there's a few free balls where it's happened where like I literally
So
hear
many
you.
people have said that, bro.
I literally
Yeah, that's
hear
good,
you in
bro.
my head. It's like a Yoda master or something. I don't know. Fucking
Yeah,
like
that's
Yoda.
good, bro.
And I'm like,
If
all
it
right.
helps.
It was funny. Yeah, that's all. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, I mean, if it helps, it's good, bro. I've heard that before, yeah. This could have been a nice shot attempt if you angle this a bit more down. So in my head here, I'm looking at the opponent. This ball goes backward. He kind of has a bad landing because his nose is pointed down. He doesn't match the ball's height. If he landed like this, he can easily jump and go for the ball. But since his car is pointed down, he can't really go up to the ball anymore. So I know kind of this guy's not really contesting much. This guy is jumping and going up. I kind of have to beat him, so I have to be somewhat fast. But you're making it in time. You just have to get somewhat of a shot down. So you just have to hit the ball a little bit higher. You actually have like very nice position. Look at how you're holding here. You're not just keeping momentum for no reason. You're very aware of what's happening. You're letting this guy hit it. His hit goes backward. We have very nice position. We go up, and now we just have to get like high enough so that we hit like the top side of the ball and then straight hit it down. It's probably your best bet. Could have been the end of the game right there. Very nice bump. You could have bumped him again. You could have just fully bullied him off. So you get one bump, and then your teammate isn't here yet. But if you get one more bump, and again, you don't want to go where his car is at right now. You don't want to bump like this, because he's just going to drive like that. You kind of want to just bump in between, like where he's going to go and towards the ball. So like you kind of want to just bump like this, but you don't want to give up. I would still like kind of just like bully him off here. Because your bump is good, but it only wins time. But if you bump twice, it could have won ball possession, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So what you're doing is good, but you could have bullied him off again here. But it's just, it's not bad. What you're doing is not bad.
Like in my mind, it's like I feel like I'm running. You know those streakers who run across like football stadiums naked?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I feel like I'm that streaker right now. Like I'm 0 boost. The corner boost is already taken. The mid, I don't even see the mid boost there, so I'm like,
everyone's watching you.
Yeah, everyone's like, yeah, and I'm like, I'm fucked. Like I'm relying on my teammate who cannot have flip to basically 1v2 right now. So it's like in my mind, I'm like, okay, like I got one bump, it's fine. Like, can I really get a bump on a 100 boost attacker? I can, but like for some reason, I just give up on myself. Mid boost thankfully spawned.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I get that thought process, but once you bump someone, like, he's vulnerable as hell right now. He even if he has 100 boosts, his only options are to, go this way. And yeah, he could use boost or not, but that only speeds him up. Like, as long as you don't go here, he can't go. He can't really go past you if you go here, because if he goes past you, you just drive into him. Um, so that's one option, is to go forward, and the other option is to go forward and then you try to bump him, and then he stops right here, and hopefully by then your teammate can go for the ball, right? But since you bumped him once, you shouldn't be too afraid to try and bump him again, because he lands here. He's just vulnerable, right? So that's why I'm saying you could have bumped him again. It's not too bad that you just go back. You speed up your recovery and everything. I love this challenge. This is actually like such a good challenge, and it has to do with the fact that we can't challenge instantly. The ball has momentum towards him. He's closer to the ball. So since we're the last man, we can't just like jump for this ball and go for the ball. Because if you jump for the ball, we try and jump and go for the ball. You have to basically predict: is he cutting the ball in field? If you predict the cut in field and he just lets it roll, you're blocking nothing. And if you just jump like this, blocking this hit, but then he hits it over here, it goes behind you to your ass and shit again. So that's why we can't go, right? But after this touch, the opponent is setting up a touch into a shot, a touch into, whatever. But you realize it and you're close enough to actually get rid of it. If you go back here, and it's like it's like 0.1 second decision, and this is maybe it's because of confidence as well. But if you go back here like this, there's a big chance you lose the game. As soon as he shoots top left here, like you can try and save it. You can have a fucking incredible save, but you just make it so much harder for you. So that's why this challenge right here, after he gets that setup touch, is crucial to get rid of their offense for a bit at least, because for some reason we don't have a follow up. I feel like if you just started boosting here earlier, you could have went through with this whole play. This could have been a connection. Like the landing is quite poor as well. This could have been like a connected play, like touch to the side, and then like could have had more. You kind of have like a weird like
Flip
this
cancel.
speed flip is this speed flip is kind of cursed or something. Kind of like canceled downwards. Great save from your teammate again. Nice, good touch to yourself. He's up. You can let him hit it. And in these positions where I don't know if you knew he was up, but I heard it because of audio. But if you knew he was up, you kind of want to not push up more. If you like waited here, there's a bigger chance of him hitting it back into you. Whereas if you push up more, there's a bigger chance of it being behind you. So maybe you didn't know because you said you played without audio, but as soon as I hear someone jump, I would kind of like plant my car right where I landed, and then you like if you were still here, this is still a forward going position, but the more we go forward, now it's just behind me, and it's not bad. You can just turn back and you're still back. It's fine, but you could have been forward going, clearing it.
Yeah.
Nice. We can go on the wall. There's a guy there. We have to instant jump. Nice. Now again, we talked about like you having the rule of like sometimes you just don't want to do this as last round. You can just go back. That's totally fine too. Going for the ball is totally fine too. It just depends on what you want to do. But when you go, you have to go with intensity. You can't just go and then try to like low 50 or fake or something. It doesn't.
Exactly.
It's just too risky. So either go all the way back and let him hit it, or go for the ball but go instantly. Make sure you make connection with the ball and stuff like that. So this is fine. You could have just gone again there, and the thought process would be, by going again, I block somewhat of an angle. Like I would just jump up now, and you would go up. You would kind of go up like this. So you have ball cam on like that. You jump up, you go up like this, and you don't just go for the ball, but you kind of look more at the opponent, and you kind of just try to block like somewhat like this, like goal side, right? So you don't want to just instantly go for the ball. You kind of just want to make sure you get to the same height first as like your opponent and how he's hitting the ball and stuff. And you kind of just want to block the angle towards net. So you don't want to just go for a straight line towards the ball. You have to be very like aware of there's an opponent going up. I want to block his hit more than me like going for the ball and getting a good touch on the ball. I kind of want to block his shot on net. Because
Yeah.
if he misses, like you go up, what could happen is like you land here. Let's slow it down. So you go up now, and then you like kind of like pre-jump like this. Let's say you try and block his shot. Let's say he misses, right? And you just block his shot. He misses. You miss because he misses. That way, you've now let your teammate. You've given your teammate some time to just like grab pads, turn around, and it'll be a 1v1 for a bit because you miss and your opponent misses. So you both miss. So the ball will be dead in the middle, but you have given your teammates some time to grab pass and come back, and there's no immediate threat yet, right?
Yeah, I have a
Whereas now,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
I have a
is
question.
that
So
it?
like, no, I know we lost this, but I have a question. So, I know these are like lower level players, but I have
Yeah,
let's say that was like Devo or someone who's good at double touches, like,
yeah, I would
'cause
instantly
in
go up
my
here.
mind, I just saw the way he was jumping that he was like, first of all, there's two things I have to keep aware of. Like, looking at him, I know my backboard is open. Like, I know what he's
Yeah,
looking at. Like, I'm kind of understanding what he's looking at. So I really wanted to get up high because if I waited until he touched the ball, I would not be able to get that high to cover backboard. So like that's what
yeah.
I was trying to, and I saw he was angling more to like my left. So I think that's what I was trying to do. But I think you're right with your thought process. I'm just trying to I want to run through like mine, you know.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. The thing is, like, if this was like Devo or anyone like good, and literally what you're saying is true. The backboard is open, but that's what literally makes it more scary to not go, because a good player wouldn't just shoot this on net. A good player would hit this high up here, like literally right here, and the ball bounces back to him, and then he doubles it in. And that's why if you don't go and you just drive like this, it's incredibly hard to like read the bounce and like go up from here, which is why when you just land and you're pretty close to the ball anyway, you can just try and close the distance to the ball right here when you're already here. Like all it takes is a double jump and then kind of just like floating in front of the ball, like right here. You kind of just want to match where the ball's going and stuff, and and that either forces him to not get the touch that he wants, or when he hits the ball high up, you kind of just have like a block on it.
Yeah,
So
you're right. Sort of like a double layer of defense in a way. If I jump right here, go
yeah, yeah, you
kind of go ball, but also float, right?
exactly. It doesn't even matter if you miss, but if he gets a hit like anywhere towards net or backward, you will block it. And if he doesn't, you're gonna miss, sure. But it it forces him not being able to get a threatening, pressuring move on you guys. Like if you're letting him do whatever the fuck, then he can do whatever the fuck. But if you block that threatening touch, either it forces him to not go for it anymore, which is winning for you guys already, or better for you guys already. I shouldn't say winning, but it gives your teammates some space, time to just chill and recover and get pads, and then the ball will still be there. You'll like land float for a bit and then land behind him. Um, but letting him go for a double, it's very like if we look at it from his POV, if he hit this ball straight forward, not towards the right, but more towards here, there is no way your teammate would have reached it, and it's then up to you to have a backboard read, which is a lot harder when you're flying towards the backboard and the ball is bouncing out from the backboard. Like having a backboard read like this is a lot harder than, I don't know, when you're on the backboard, you're just like in a better position. Like backboard reads are just sus in general, like especially in like lower ranks and stuff. Like people struggle with backboard reads when you're in this position, like driving towards your net and the ball comes like hard and fast towards the backboard. People struggle a lot with like backboard reads and stuff. Um, so it's best to just, when you're there already initially, you have boosts. I think it's best to just go up again and just try to block high, like try to just cover high. So you would just jump up and try to like cover the opponent's hit, like up here somewhere. Now the opponent's touch is terrible. Like he doesn't even get it. Like he should aim for like the middle left, like middle straight of the net, like here somewhere. But he hits it like over there. So he basically passes it to your teammate. Teammate actually almost peaks, scores that. And notice how again, like you're so your thought process should be, yeah, exactly. Your thought process should be, okay, I'm pressuring, is it in, is it in, is it in? I don't know if it's in, I'm pressuring, I'm pressuring. Is he missing? You kind of want to maybe even wait for the miss, but he's probably not missing. So you kind of want to be in this position. So you win anything that goes here, but you don't want to be there already. You don't want to turn away. You kind of want to be there for if he misses. So you kind of want to stop here. Like I would be like right here, and then you kind of want to be here, and then when he hits it, we can cover everything. You can even bring this ball with you to the boost and then go for the boost. So you don't even have to go for the boost preemptively, but all the going there and then turning away and stuff, you're just missing out on. Like let's say he missed this, like what maybe that's why you kind of wanted to turn around. You were maybe like, wait, what if he misses? Um, but that's why just staying there when you are there initially is best. You don't want to get there and move away for if he hits it over there, but then be like, wait, he might miss, and then turn back, and then he doesn't miss, and then go back here. Like, just be there and just hold. When you know it's a good position, is he missing? I don't know. Let's just hold. And then when he jumps and goes for the ball, you're holding, and when he jumps for the ball, you kind of want to be here. So if he misses, you could still score, but he kind of hits it over there. So we follow the ball, and then you just play on. You have a lot of like preemptive moving and stuff. Yeah, or it's just like you decide on one. You don't even get the boost here. Good pass middle. Your teammate is not there though, and even if your teammate was there, because we gave this flopping guy 100 boost, he literally even covers middle. Like this guy was so shambles. He missed the boost as well, and we still gave him a full boost. Like that. Like even I'd rather have you not even go for the ball here and just grab the boost and just like I just to go for this and maybe demo or like let your teammate go. You could even grab the boost and then turn around and just do what your teammate did in this corner earlier, where you just go again. Like it doesn't really matter. Only go again if your teammate isn't there. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I think that's one of the strongest, most forcing options as well. But I think, like you said, because it's overtime as well, kind of play more scared or more like panicky, maybe. Yeah. Imagine like in RLCS, there's like the longest OT was like 12 minutes or so. Like it must be crazy, bro. Okay, so yeah, I mean, they can't, bro. They just gotta hold it in, bro, forever. All right, so I really like, you went for the pass. The guy has full boost, so he's just infinite chasing. I really like this turn up field. Like you're forcing this guy to play. You're basically saying like, oh, I can't be back anyway, so might as well try and force them to play early. Because if you go back now, you're just gonna give up space, and the only guy with some boost is then gonna have to force. So then, if he forces for you, who's now on your way back, scrambling for boost, while he's forcing now, they might shoot now. You might not even reach back. So I'd rather have the guy with zero boost play the forcing role, and then the guy with some boost to actually just cover next. So I like this out of you. Instant challenge, and again, I feel like you're flying a little bit too low. As in, like, so this ball is going like this. It kind of has this curve. It's kind of come down, and you kind of fly towards where the ball is gonna end up. Like it's like when you do like like a custom training pack, and the ball is like flying like from here to here. You kind of just go for this aerial, right? But when it all changes when this guy is here, because when you go for this ball like this, and the ball's trajectory is here, you don't take into consideration that this guy could hit it again. So how can we cover that? It's like you kind of have to jump and fly a little bit higher. Like you kind of want to hit the ball here, and you might say that's not a perfect place to hit the ball, and you kind of want to always hit the ball on the bottom to be able to hit it forward and up, so you can go again. And I'd agree, but it changes when he could hit it again. Like if we go to his POV, you'll see that he is so close to just like jumping and then just like hitting it right here. And if you like he misses it, he gets under the ball, so you're fine. But there is situations where you get beat, and now like if he beats you, the ball goes over you. It's not in. Like you could argue you only have to cover goal side, so like from your position, like goal side is only like this. So you kind of get to that height, like see how you kind of get to that height, so it's fine. But I don't know, like I just wanted to mention it again, so it's in your head. Like if the opponent could get another touch, you kind of want to fly high up. See how you're kind of just like flying like this way. You kind of want to fly more like covering any touch. So if he gets a touch up, you kind of still have it. So you don't want to fly under the ball, kind of. You want to kind of fly up. So if he gets a touch up, you can still reach. I don't know if that makes sense, but
Yeah, that makes sense.
like I can see in the way your car is going, you're going up here. This is all fine. This is really nice. I really like how high you're going. But then instead of see how now you're kind of going forward instead of like still going up like this, you're kind of going like more like bottom right of the ball, which is just if he gets any touch more up than what you realize, like it's just scary. I don't know. Now you're going up again though. It's good. But he missed anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. That's what I'm scared of as well. That's why it's important to get up to the ball's height like instantly. Nice turn. Don't be passive. Don't be just have the confidence. You can have a great turn. You're fine. Like don't be scared. You almost go too far back, but you just it's good timing. Like you just realize you don't want to defend. Defending is never good in this game. And again, like how do we make sure we can challenge when he takes time, right? How do we make sure here? Well, the answer is to just hold, right? Yeah, exactly. If he goes up on the wall, we're here on the wall. If he booms the ball over me, I'll go back. If he takes his time, we'll go forward, right? But try not to try to realize this is a power position and just to hold this position. He's not doing anything. He's about to do something. Just hold this neutral position. It's good, and then see where we're needed, right? So no reason to turn back because we think he's gonna hit it. Just see what's happening and hold it, and then go to wherever you're needed, right? Because you don't lose out on much. It's not like you lose the game here, but if we were in this position, it's just the difference is instead of being here, you could have been here somewhere, right? And then you could have maybe insta challenge. Maybe you would realize, okay, I'm just going back down, right? It doesn't matter. But in some situations, it's a difference between a goal and getting scored on or something, right? See, you can just fuck off. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. Ball goes backward. Ideally, you would want to be opposite side of where the shot's coming from, having momentum towards the same side, so like this. So if he shoots it back here, you're in a pretty tough spot to save it, right? So you do always want to make sure if you're on this side, pushing up more towards this side too early is always like very risky.
Yeah,
since we
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Sorry.
Nah, I wasn't. I don't know what I was saying.
No, I think I just kind of just mistimed my teammate's rotation because, like, I'm looking at it right now. I thought he might have been blocking, like, he'd been able to block the right side of the net by the time the shot came in.
I mean, he probably is. As soon as the shot comes in, I think your teammate reaches on time. The shot isn't even good enough, but I think your teammate you have pretty good. If that was what you were thinking, like, you're fine because he actually, like, the shot's happening like right now. Let's say this goes past you, like your teammate covers the back post, but again, solo queue, you don't always want to rely on your teammate covering it. And since you land, you don't even land, but you turn on the opposite side. Like, this position is good. Just try and not get too close to this side yet. You kind of want to just like any more being on this side, driving towards that side is better than being here and also looking this way. Because you're positioned here, you don't really cover much here. Yes, your teammate can cover it, but you can also cover it yourself by just kind of being there and going that way. So that's all I wanted to say. See how you were here and you could have been here like this, but now we're here, right? Just slight difference. Great touch up. The opponent is up. We force. Great block. Teammate couldn't go, but it's fine. Hope this is not a goal, right? So another thing we could do here is you have to realize, like, when we hit this ball high up in the air, we get a save and we have some downtime, right? We can't jump again. We land. We're about to land. But while we're landing, the opponent can already go up. So again, ball cam twice here, and you would see he's already up because he jumps like, I'll have to go back one more time. So we get a touch high up in the air, and he jumps now. We land now. He's already up, right? So you have a couple of options. One option is to double jump and go for him, which is, you just go for the bump. You could go for that. If you hit the bump, it's open. So I like that option a lot. The block is good, but you could also just let him hit it, and then you could kind of stay here because you had like 60 boost. The whole idea of it is kind of like we're not really beating him anymore because he jumps before us. So we're kind of just like letting him get somewhat of a shit touch middle, and then we're trying to beat the next guy if he goes for that, or we're trying to get a free ball or a shot on target or something. I'm not saying your challenge is bad. It's just like you could have probably had a free ball as well. Here we're just kind of too quick, I think. Like, kind of just want to. You don't have to come to a full stop, but just don't be going supersonic into, 50 is happening. 50 could pinch there, and you're just supersonic barging through. Whereas you could have just, where's the ball going? Oh, this is a free ball now. You want to be there at the right time with some momentum. You don't want to be there too fast and go past it. Nice, great block. He's gonna pass it to your teammate. Your teammate can leave it. Your teammate takes it. You can be middle. Team is not getting challenged yet. We didn't have to turn away yet. Like, here now on this 50, you want to be covering your net, but you kind of want to just, like, how I would play this, right, is I would just unlock space with my teammate as soon as he's like pushing up. I push up with him. I push up with him. I push up with him. I still push up with him. Now after this shit, I would like turn back now because he's not passing. He's about to get challenged. I think you did it a little bit too soon because, like, if he passed, like, right here, you maybe he didn't pass because he saw you turn back, right? But it was kind of open. Like you were like right here. He could have passed this to you, but you kind of like turned away, and then maybe he felt like he had no options, so that's why he maybe didn't do anything. Um, but yeah, you probably just I don't know. You were probably scared of someone challenging, so you just went back. But I
Yeah.
do feel like you kind of just want to hold. He's not getting challenged. He's not getting challenged. He could pass it to you. Only when you see these fucking sharks are looking at the fucking play and they're about to cut it, that's when you don't want to go for it anymore. Unless he passes it perfectly onto your car, you don't want to take risks. But
Yeah.
you do want to be there and present yourself in a great position.
I
I love
will
this boost
say
management.
I think I'm
Yeah.
like okay. I mean, this is a serious point. It's gonna sound so stupid though, but I think I'm like racist against my teammate in this game because okay, like discriminatory because
Like you don't think he's gonna pass or
I
something.
well because I feel like he's been dunked many times in this game.
Yeah.
He's hit weird touches that I can't read. I think in general we
Yeah.
have like little to no synergy. So
Yeah.
at after 9 minutes of seeing this, I just I don't trust him to like get any good touch here. But I think you're right. I shouldn't be making these like preemptive movements. I should like
Yeah. Just hold.
yeah. Each
Just
play
hold.
demands its own pace. Each play demands its own like positioning. So like don't
Yeah.
yeah. You know I shouldn't be like profiling my teammate or something.
Yeah. It's fucking racist, bro.
Racist teammate.
But I get what you're saying though, because like I'll have the same thought process of like, fuck, bro, I have no fucking confidence in this team. This guy hasn't hit the ball straight this whole game. But to be fair, the defensive position it makes it harder for you as well. Because let's say your teammate fucks up, which is what we're expecting him to do. If we're close and he fucks up, we could still like literally take this ball off of him right now, like right there in this little gap before the opponent gets there. We could take the ball off of him, knowing that our teammate is terrible. But going back or turning back, and defending, you're basically making it harder for yourself because you're not taking advantage of your teammate being shit. Um, so sometimes even if your teammate misses the ball, you can still beat the opponents because from your opponent's POV, it's like, the fuck is he doing? Is he about to pass? Is he about to pass? Okay, this guy's fucking shit. I'm going for the ball. But let's say you were closer and holding this position, and now you could beat these guys who now they think they're fast, but you were closer, and now you beat them because you already know your teammate is shit. Now you beat everyone. Maybe this guy is gonna be back, and then it's 1v1, right? So you could use your teammate being shit to your advantage by just like knowing when you're in a good position, knowing there's no threat. Oh, my teammate is not being challenged. I'm just kind of same line as him, but in the midfield. I just if as long as he goes forward, I'll go forward with him. Um, and then just kind of keep doing that until you get what the fuck. Keep doing that until he gets challenged, right? You don't have to like move away until like right before he's about to get challenged, right? But you move away now, he's not getting challenged. And again, like if you were just driving like this, he might have passed it to you. Even if he doesn't pass and he comes down and then they challenge, you just want to go for the ball as soon as they are like signaling that they're going for the ball.
I think anchoring
But
positions is a common thread, you know, that I'm not doing
yeah,
too well.
just like knowing like, oh, I from this position I can be aggressive, I can be supportive, and I can defend. I think like that's very like if the ball goes upfield, I need to be able to at least pressure upfield. Sometimes you won't reach upfield. That's fine as long as you don't get scored on. You're not losing yet. So, um, be able to if the 50 dies middle, can I at least pressure? I don't need to win the 50. Just pressure and go back. If the ball goes into my net, can I save it? Right? If the ball is free in front of the net for 4 seconds, can I reach it and score it? Like these are things you want to think about, and you want to hold a position that allows for you to be able to do everything. Kind of, it's hard, but most of the time it is possible. Um, so now we're back. We're able to defend, which is good, but again, defending isn't like optimal. Like if we were here, this guy's about to go, and we could just jump and beat our teammate and this guy now and have a 1v1 on this guy. It's just a whole lot better than I'll turn back. My teammate is terrible. He's gonna lose the ball anyway. I'm gonna defend, right? It's one way of playing, but the other way of playing is beating your opponent that's trying to beat your teammate, and you're beating your opponent and your teammate at the same time.
Yeah, it's tough because I'm afraid of 50ing his
Yeah,
last man, you know, with the amount of boost I had, especially with him flipping towards the orange half. You know, if in that challenge, I would also be flying towards their half or landing in their half. So, like, if the 50 just didn't go as well as I wanted it to, it could have been a quick goal for orange. Yeah, and being in that position with that boost, I didn't have a lot of vision either. Like, if I had
yeah.
ball cam on, it's hard to see like where the enemies are exactly and how they're approaching. I could flick or yeah. I could use my camera better for sure, but it's tough, man. Like, I feel like, and it's overtime, 4
Okay,
minutes.
I agree. I fully agree. I don't want you to 50 as last. I never intended you for you to 50 as last. I just meant like, let's go back to this play. I just meant like, if you held this position. Okay, so we're following you. We're following him. I should go a bit slower. I'll get like 50%. Yeah, exactly. So like, no, but like, you are closer to this ball, so you could actually go for the ball. But if you feel like it's a 50, I would say don't go. But like, if you just like held here, kind of, he would probably pass you. In that case, you go if it's free. If not, like, if you're still in this position, by the way, and you realize now he's angled his car down, there is no 50 here. There is a free beat if you just beat this guy. If you feel like if you can catch onto this shit fast enough, there is no 50. You will beat this guy before he lands. You will beat this guy before he even gets here. So that's what I kind of meant. You will beat everyone. It's no there's no 50. Well, let's go back and I'll just hold the position. Like, so we're unlocking space as he unlocks space, right? We're following him like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. He doesn't pass. Okay, now I'll just go for the ball right here. And I'll just hit this ball sideway. I'll beat everyone. I'll beat these two at least. These two. I mean, yeah, if you kind of followed um since you preemptively go and then leave, you kind of don't have vision. But if you kind of like followed him, you don't want to be behind him either. But you kind of want to just be like side to side. But if you are in front of him, the ball cam will of course put it back, right? So you kind of want to be like, if you're side to side, this will kind of be like your vision. You will kind of see it. But if you're in front like this, already we can't even see one of the two. Whereas look at the difference in, like, of course this isn't perfect ball cam, but like the difference could be from this to like this. Like, it's such a big difference, but like it's only like half a car length or so in like in the in game. So I think if we just like kind of followed his movement, like, even this is okay, even this is okay. Like, I don't know, even turning ball cam on, off and on here, and then just holding it and then seeing what he does is okay. But it's just, and again, I don't want you to 50 anything. I'd only want you to go if you feel like you can beat this guy and the guy challenging. Right, that's what I meant. But um, okay, okay. That's good that you asked. Beautiful touch. And I love this boost management. Now, this is a mistake that I see a lot, is when they're like, oh, I don't have a lot of boost. I'm gonna try and take my time, right? But you have to always be aware, this guy might read that you're taking your time, you're coming down. So when he starts boosting and going for you, your eyes should only be on this guy. And once he turns and boosts into you, you want to try and get that touch. That's what I meant with a delayed touch, where you get a touch in the air and then you wait, 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 wait. If he challenges, you get a touch. That's literally all it is, right? And you try and do it, but it's just too late, right? You have to be aware the whole way through. You can't be aware of it. Oh, now he's going. Now you need to have like some sort of momentum that you maintain. So like, even here, you might want to feather like 5 boosts, like 2 boosts and 2 boosts again, like 5 boosts in total, just to be able to maintain. As soon as you fall down too far, you can't really go back up. So you want to maybe feather a bit and then see what he does. But as soon as he boosts into you and turns into you, you really want to just use the remaining 30 boosts to like go over him, right? As a pass middle, bro. And I love how you stop here. You don't want to be in the middle of the field. You don't want to cross too far. It's best to be on this side, going towards the other side. We're in a defensive situation. We're kind of fucked, so yeah, we're waiting. Nice, beautiful. It's all you have to do, really. Is just, be there at the right time. Now, we could have gone for the boost if we diagonal flip towards the front left here. So we're angling the car like this, and then we would flip towards the ball. The fuck? Which is kind of what we try to do. But it's better to jump, tilt your car towards the right, and then flip towards the left. Like, the way I would jump like this is go like this, and then flip like this, just towards the left. I think that's just a lot more natural, because if you're looking like this, I don't know, the ball is bouncing from left to right. You kind of just go a bit more right, so you're covering the whole, like, right, the whole bounce out. You're covering by pointing a bit more right, and then flipping towards the left like this into the boost. I think you could have gotten the boost there as well. You will have pads at least, unless your teammate misses your teammate own goals. Oh my.
A
Yeah.
masterpiece. Da Vinci.
He had like 50. Yeah. This is what I mean with backboard reads. Like even at this rank. So is there anything you can spot he could have done better? Wait, I'll go back a bit.
Can you do slow mo so I can?
Yeah.
Just
I'll do like
50.
I'll do like 50.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go back. Yeah, okay. So here, I feel like I don't understand. Oh, this is not too bad.
This is not bad.
Okay,
Ball's
but
going
this
up.
turn to the right. I don't understand this rotation. I felt like he could have been playing first touch and then just stayed like he was already in a strong position. I don't know why, but like because it was on slow mo, it looked like like those montage like freestyle shots where they slow it down right when they hit it. It looks like a montage.
Oh my god! Yeah. Nah, I mean, for me, the biggest thing here, if I was coaching this guy, the biggest thing here is he has to use single jump flip here. Because the way, like, he double jumps and he goes for one, you're basically trying to read one angle and one angle only. He's trying to read this angle, and the ball is going to go any bounce, and if he misreads it, his car is going to be like stationary, basically flying in one direction. Whereas if you single jump and you go like this, and the ball ends up being here, you can still flip towards the left and angle your car in a certain way to cover a multitude of different angles, right? Whereas if you double jump, you only really want to double jump if you have to be there fast or if the ball's like near the ceiling, right? So the ball's going upfield, he grabs the extra pad. The turn back is not really a problem. Everything is fine. He could have waited a bit longer, and then he should have jumped now and then single jump, and then I'll go to the go ahead.
In my opinion, I would have stayed like near post. Like, okay, I would have been playing like first touch. Like, I would have seen if he's gonna take it up the wall, if he's gonna cut it mid or let it bounce and then like take it more in the middle.
You're going up here,
and I would like hover around like. I wish I had the replay control the replay, but like I would kind of move forward a little bit. Like you see that small boost pad middle of the net, like a little bit forward.
This one?
Yeah, this one. I'll probably go like here and then take the one diagonal to it. Just move in that direction, kind of.
That's fine.
Until he makes a first touch, and when he makes a first touch, I might just turn and go up like connector, and then this. That would have been my like movement there. But I feel like he did the opposite. He went far post when I felt like there was no reason to go far post, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think both are very viable as long as you have side to side movement. I think it's fine. You can go this way and go like this and go like this and be here, and this is totally fine. You'll be backward. You can go like this and go like this and be here, and that's totally fine as well. I don't think either one is better. This one might give you more vision, as in like you're like a bit further back, you have a bit more time to react to stuff. This one is maybe a little bit more active, as in like let's say he didn't boom the ball up there, but the ball got 50 and died out middle. This one is closer, maybe a bit more active, but I don't think, like, it's not like if you pick either one, it's the end of the game. If you pick the other, if you pick the wrong one, air quotes, both are fine. The thing I would tell this guy is to just use single jump flip, because like if he single jump like this, and he flies like literally in the same way as he's doing right now, he could flip towards the left now instead of like being stuck in this position, because he misread it by a little bit. Like he's a bit too far on the right. He's flying like this. But if he had a flip here, he could now flip towards the left, diagonal left, and just hit like, even if he just hits it over here, you will maybe almost own goal, but now he's just stuck on the right. Whereas like you can't go towards the left anymore.
He just slots it, man. That's 10 minutes of my life resulting in that.
Yeah. To be fair, this guy made some good saves, so I'll give it to him.
He wasn't bad. I'm kind of like memeing. Obviously, like no one here's
no,
bad.
It's just funny.
It's just
funny.
Yeah. You know, hopefully people who are watching aren't like judging me for chilling in the lobby.
Yeah, I mean.
It's the placement, bro. Beautiful.
I mean, yeah. If he did this on offense, bro, it would have actually been a good read.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I mean, I know he had that 4-second goal, like 4 seconds left, but I mean, I don't know. His placement better on our net, I think, for sure.
He didn't even. I was assuming he would insta leave after own goal.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, he just sat there and let go of his controller and just sat there and just.
What is his thought process right now? Like, I
he just gave up, bro. He just punched his monitor.
I wonder what I was thinking. Hopefully, I didn't type anything mean. I'm sorry if I did. But by the way, if you're watching, so you've been watching this for 4 hours. If you've been, that's what the recording says 4 hours, dude. If you've been watching for 4 hours, like, and you see this gameplay, and you don't think it's that good, just remember this is 300 MMR points above GC almost.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
sad, bro.
so like, so when you say like, oh, because I have a lot of viewers who message me like, oh, I don't know how to get the GC, can you help me, dude? Like anyone in this lobby, I'm telling you, like you might not believe it. Put anyone in this lobby in a 1400 GC1 game, we would like get 3 or 4 goals a game. Like I promise you. I mean, I know I would when I'm I don't smurf, but I know I would. So yeah, just I would just keep that in mind. Like this game is not as hard as you think if you just calm down. Like look at me. Like even I'm top 0.5, top 0.1% player, and I make so many mistakes, and I don't have that presence of mind that Flakes does. But dude, if you can just like take 10% of what Flakes says and apply it to your game, you can. I mean, honestly, I think the barrier of entry for like champ and grand champ, like in terms of decision making, is so damn low compared to other
Yeah.
games. Like compared to Valorant or CS:GO to get like a top 1 or 5% rank, it's insane, bro. You got to be ridiculous. You got to be Shroud. Like in Rocket League, like it's not. I don't think it's that difficult. You know.
I mean, I don't know. I've been immortal in Valorant as well, and I've seen people who were like immortal, and I have no clue how they did it. Like I think it's kind of in. It probably is in every game. In Rocket League, there's just so many layers to it. Like I don't know. It could be more prevalent. Um, like I don't know. I don't know. It kind of is in every game though. Like there's just some people who just have. Some people are good at certain things, and some people just don't go for the complete package. Some people just get good at certain things, and they are really good at it. That's why they get higher and higher. But they will have like a skill cap they will reach because they don't focus on other things. But Rocket League is just so like deep and complex that the majority of the player base doesn't even like realize a lot of concepts. So it's like Rocket League has evolved a lot in these like last 10 years. Like if you look back at like when I competed like fucking 4 or 5 years ago, like last man was a new term. Drive challenges weren't even a real thing. Like fake. I was telling Mognus and Greasy, my teammates at Complexity, about fake challenges and stuff, and they were all new concepts. Like no one really like everyone was just going for the ball faster than the opponent. If you were faster than your opponent, you hit the ball harder than them, you would win the game. But the Rocket League has evolved a lot. But like the majority of the casual comp player base, like the normal comp people, they're like in GC. Most of them don't even know what they're doing. They're just they're just trying to go for goals. They're just trying to go for mechs. And the game has evolved a lot, but there's so much more to learn for people that actually want to play like competitive and stuff.
No, beautifully said, man. I that must have been driving you crazy to like. You probably were
Yeah,
you
back
probably you
then.
probably were gaslit so hard. You're like, dude, Flakes, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what a lot of people thought. Yeah, a lot of people are like, "Why is this guy speaking? He's like a rookie in the
he's
scene."
a
Why
one
is
v
like,
one player. It's all you are.
yeah, fucking ones, man, bro.
Yeah, and then like it's so funny because like people credit like not to take like Squishy's a great player. Don't get me wrong, and he's very intelligent. Like people credit Squishy and like Devo as like being like the godfather of like new Rocket League and like other players too, like Zen obviously. Zen deserves the credit, but like I feel like
Yeah,
not to glaze you, like I swear I'm not glazing you, but I think you are the real godfather, and history will be kind to you. History will be will be kinder to you than like those other players, because like I feel like you were the one who like introduced the concept of like using your brain. Like I felt like even back then, like ones, like yeah, they were smart players, twos, but I felt like threes players, even pros, like back in like 2016, 2020, it was just like
yeah,
brain off, mech, just like go
yeah.
fast, right? And it's like you were like you kind of introduce a concept of like, hey, you can actually play smart in threes too. Like yeah, you might have
You're
less
cutting
time on the
out.
ball.
You're cutting out.
My bad. Like
Yeah, it's fine.
you
It's
might
fine.
have like less time on the ball, but like you could still like make smart decisions. You don't need to just go monkey mode all
Yeah,
the whole time in threes.
of course. Like, I mean, that's kind of what everyone played. It's just like peak harder than your opponent, and like peaking and having mechanical like skill is like so needed and so important. But like I've really pushed. I've tried to push for the whole scene to like actually use their brain a lot more and be like, what actually is what actually is useful, what actually is good for me and my team, what actually like efficiency is so important. Like back in the day, people wouldn't even grab boost when the ball went to the corner. Nowadays, at high rank, when a ball goes to a corner, everyone just gets the boost. It's just boost management. It's like boost starving your opponents as well. Like back in the day, people would just like let your opponent get boost, let him fucking breathe, let him have 100 boosts and stuff. It's just that is just only one thing though. That is just boost control, of course. But like, there's so many things that just I don't know. I've always like spoke my thoughts and spoke my mind so that everyone could learn from it. And I feel like Rocket League has definitely evolved a lot, and it's beautiful to see, man.
I've always admired that. I've always admired that about you, honestly. Like, I remember I first watched you, and I was like, dude, this guy's different. Number one, number two, like what he says makes so much sense. Like, I never understood the pros who were like, oh, like they still say some comments like, oh, Flakes is trying to go pro about challenging or something.
It's cutting out bad, man.
Oh, really?
Again,
My
it's
bad,
like,
bro.
yeah, nah, it's fine. I'm just
Yeah, but it's been like 4 hours, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, man, it's like
yeah,
you really revolutionized the scene, and it's like it's awesome, bro. And I think the player base is actually a lot of players in GC. They probably watch your videos and they probably changed the way they play too. So I see
yeah.
it in ranked. I see Flakes players in ranked who have the merc and like a weird topper and shit.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes me happy, bro. Like, actually, like, it's fun because, like, this game has just been my life. It's been my home and shit. And just, like, I don't know. Sometimes, like, it's always been, like, a dream to, like, kind of, like, I don't know how to say it, like, influence the people in a good way, like, to get better at the game. Of course, also to entertain and stuff. But it's always, um, like, so cool to me to hear that even years later, like, people are, like, they got influenced by me in a certain way, they play in a certain way, or even if they play goofy cars or whatever, or their mindset or things like that. Like, I'm so happy I could influence people, help out, or like entertain people in any way. Like, actually, like, I don't know, it's just such a cool feeling, man.
It must be, bro. Holy shit! What a session, man. Thank you. It's been 4.5 hours, I think, in total. I'm definitely
Holy shit, yeah.
definitely gonna give you a nice little surprise.
Nah, I mean, it's fine, bro. Like, I did this because I don't mind, man. But I don't know. I feel like it's just chill vibes. Like, you actually like you don't have to, man. Yeah, actually.
I mean, I will, but you can't convince me otherwise. No, but honestly,
I
it's
appreciate
so
it, man.
fun. Like, it's so fun talking with you and just like going over the replays. And you actually like inspire me and give me confidence. You know, I've seen some replays where like you kind of like you take more of a funny angle, comedian angle, and like you kind of shit on the players
on stream.
But like
mostly,
I knew that wasn't gonna happen, obviously. But like it's nice to see that like you were actually complimenting me, which is like such a that's so gas. Like I feel gassed up right now. Just
That's nice.
awesome.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
If I see something good, I'll of course be like, yo, this is actually very good. If I see some bad shit, I'll be like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah, what the fuck is happening here, bro? Like,
yeah, that's awesome, bro. This is gonna be a banger video. I'm gonna
yes,
post it
sir.
probably tomorrow.
Hopefully, it's gonna be the best performing one again, bro.
Yeah, bro, you're carrying my channel. It's gonna be a Flakes channel. I should just give you my channel.
Yeah, Flakes second channel, bro.
Yeah, that's funny, bro. Man, it's late for you, right?
Yeah, it's 3 a.m. I have to go
shit.
eat and stuff.
Yeah,
Only
man.
had one banana before the session. That's all I ate, bro.
The whole day? What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Get some food, relax. You did
Yeah.
awesome. That was amazing. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna update you. Maybe we'll do something else in the future. But I'll if I get SSL, I'll definitely send you the screenshot.
Yeah, we'll see, man.
Yeah. All right, brother.
All right. I want to say if you have any questions as well, just always, of course, feel free to DM and stuff. My DMs are always open. Don't hesitate to message me, man.
I might do that actually. Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
right, brother. Peace.
Sounds good, man. Thanks
It was
for the
awesome.
session, bro. Peace.
Thank
man.
you.
Yes, sir.
See you, brother.
All right.
Bye.
Peace, bro. Peace.